हेलो 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 चैट, वी आर लाइव एंड आज कुछ बहुत सुनहरा दिन लग रहा है भाई। आज कुछ क्रेजी क्रेजी मैचेस हो रहे हैं बिकॉज टुडे वी हैव ऑल 6 इंडियन प्लेयर्स प्लेइंग. By the way, update yesterday Harikrishna drew and VD won yesterday as well. So far VD and Gukesh crushing it. आज है भाई डे 4. लेट्स हैव अ लुक भाई. विशी आनंद ममेद्यारोव का मैच है, देन कार्लसन हरी का मैच है भाई. तो क्रेजी क्रेजी मैचेस हैं आज एंड लेट्स हैव अ लुक. हर किसी का स्ट्रॉन्ग है. अर्जुन कोरोबोव, निहाल पोया, लाइक विदित तारी, लाइक एवरीबडी इज प्लेइंग अ वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग ग्रैंड मास्टर भाई. मतलब कितना क्रेजी है रे. So let's have a look. So first of all, Vishy Anand, yo chat, क्या हाल है भाई? Pizzas, Rohit, Stefan, Hitesh, Raj. Vishy winning. We'll have a look. E4, E5. Okay, Spanish again. D4. Okay, open Spanish by Mamedyarov. By the way, किसी को याद है? Vishy played that Queen B5 move against Mamedyarov and resigned without Mamedyarov figuring out. याद है? उसी के बाद से विशी की रेटिंग बढ़नी रुक गई. तो आज बदला लेंगे भाई. नाइट D2, नाइट C5, बिशप D4. ये लाइन आजकल काफी पॉपुलर है, जहां पे ब्लैक का पॉन पूरा D3 पहुंच जाता है. नाइट B3 D3. यस एग्जैक्टली, नॉवे चेस में एग्जैक्टली. आज बदले की भावना हमारे दिल में है भाई. देखना है जोश कितना ममेद्यारोव में है. ओके, H3 नाउ प्रिवेंटिंग एनी बिशप G4 पिंस. Rook D8 and now G4 played by Vishy, so opening up the king side. Don't try this at home भाई, इतना संग. Don't try this at home. Bishop G6 now, Bishop F4, A5 takes, Bishop A2. देखो भाई कितना subtle है. यहाँ पे if you take on A5, black can just take back and the knight comes to C4. So Vishy is like, ना भैया, तेरा रुक यहाँ दर्शन देने आया, मेरा मन नहीं अच्छा करने का. Magnus is playing, yes, हरिकृष्णा खेल रहा है भाई वो. आज इज प्लेइंग हरिकृष्णा. सो रूक A2 एक ब्लंडर था by Mamedyarov, लाइक नॉट अ ब्लंडर एग्जैक्टली बट नॉट द बेस्ट मूव. VD वन yesterday भाई. VD is on 3 और 3. VD क्रश कर रहा है रे. Queen D5 now, keeping pressure here. He plays Rook A1. Now B4 played and now Vishy plays the best move, Knight to D2. Excellent move. अब वो कोशिश करेंगे Queen F3 करके Queen ट्रेड करने की. एंड यहाँ पे Vishy क्लियरली एक्सचेंज अप है. Now does black have counter play? Yes. लेकिन Vishy is on top. सही है भाई, सही है. आज टाइम पे है. Then we come to Gukesh 1 by 1. गुकेश की गेम भी ओपनिंग में ही है. गुकेश हैज द ब्लैक पीसेस. वो खेल रहे हैं फेदरोचुक से, जो काफी खतरनाक खिलाड़ी. 2600 है भाई, यूक्रेन के. देखो फुल सपोर्ट टू यूक्रेन, बट ओवर द बोर्ड भाई इंडियंस को सपोर्ट. सो नाइट G6, बिशप E7, C4 कैसल्स, नाइट C3, B6, नाइट B5 एंड ये इक्वल पोजीशन है भाई अभी. सो नेक्स्ट गेम मैग्नस कार्लसन अगेंस्ट पेंटाला हरिकृष्णा. भाई इसी का इंतजार था. आई नो लाइक we would love to see Carlsen play the youngsters more, but I think in the end he's playing Harikrishna and maybe, just maybe we'll see Carlsen against others also tomorrow, yeah? So, let's have a look chat. एक second bye. हाँ, now it's better, हाँ. C4 by Carlsen, E5, G3, C6, D4, Bishop B4 check, Bishop D2 takes. So हरिकृष्ण ने एक पीस एक्सचेंज कर लिया है. D6, Knight C3, Knight F6, E4. So Carlsen has the huge center. लेकिन on the other hand, it's like black is very solid. Like pawns dark squares पे हैं, light square bishop है. I am coming after a long time. अच्छा लग रहा होगा फिर यार. Castles, Knight E2, B5 takes. And now of course if you take on B5, I will take on E4 and that's in black's favor clearly. So position roughly equal है, but Carlsen से खेल रहे हैं भाई. Chat, what do you think will happen? Hari win, Carlsen win or draw? What do you think will happen, chat? Vidit won yesterday, yes. Pogo Indian defense. एक opening बनाते हैं Pogo Indian. That sounds like a nice name actually. How did nobody think of this? Chess speaks for itself. Draw. Everybody, is very cautious यार कि मतलब win नहीं बोलते भाई. Hari win. कुछ लोग कह रहे हैं draw. Hari will win. Nice. This thumbnail, I know it's better, of course. Hari wins. So position looks roughly balanced. In fact, I would say Harikrishna has a decent position here because I just don't see why. His pieces are very natural squares. In fact, multiple choices of squares where he wants to put them. And white has a light square bishop and pawn light square pe hai. So it's a bad bishop technically, yeah. So Harikrishna doing decent enough. Now we come to Vidit against Tari. So Vidit has the white pieces. Tari का time देखो भाई. भाई वीडियो क्या हो गया रे? भाई सडनली ही इज लाइक प्लेइंग माइंड ब्लोइंग चेस. मतलब एंड गेम में जहां पे कार्लसन जीतता है वहां पे ही इज कन्वर्टिंग विंस फ्रॉम ड्रॉइश पोजीशंस. देन ही इज वे हियर ऑन द क्लॉक. टाइम प्रेशर में ओपोनेंट है भाई. वीडियो ओपन द चैट भाई. ओके लेट्स सी. डी स्कॉच अगेन बाय वीडी. इंटरेस्टिंग. Knight to d2. Knight to d2. Okay, why have I not seen this move? Wow, चैट ये देखो ये देखो ये देखो ये देखो. आइडिया देखो भाई. इस पोजीशन में चैट आज तक ऑलमोस्ट 6000 गेम खेले गए हैं. ऑलमोस्ट 5,500 से 6,000 के बीच में. स्टॉप स्ट्रीमिंग आफ्टर लाइक 80% वीडियो गेम एंड डोंट स्ट्रीम वीडियो गेम्स. नहीं भाई करेंगे. सो ऑलमोस्ट 6000 गेम खेले गए. कैन यू गेस कितने मूव्स में नाइट d2 खेला गया है 6000 में से? कैन यू चैट गेस चैट? कम ऑन गेस करो. मैग्नस लूजेस वाइट नाउअडेज. आई नो. वील तारी विद मिसल. अच्छा ओके मैंने कुछ और पढ़ा भाई. 500 200 169 10 60 2 0 0 isn't played in 101 games. सब पूरा शगुन के साथ चूज किया है मूव को. सो नॉट वेरी कॉमन. मैं भी कॉमन मूव देखी नहीं यार. 92 इट्स अ न्यू मूव यार. नॉट अ कॉमन मूव. सो 92 प्लेड नाउ एंड यहां पे ब्लैक ने d5 खेला which was played in half of the games and he took on d5. c takes d5. bishop b5 check. bishop d7 takes and now castles. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग चॉइस. सो इस लाइन की ड्रॉइश बहुत ज्यादा है बट ओके. b3 नाउ. बाय द वे b3 आज तक सिर्फ 5 गेम में खेला गया ऑन चेस.com. 5 गेम्स टोटल. अरे नंदकिशोर भाई थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर द सुपर चैट मैन. 201 थैंक्स अ लॉट मैन. मीन्स अ लॉट. बढ़िया. फोन ऐसे ब्लिंक करता है मैं. क्या हो गया भाई? किसका मैसेज आ गया? थैंक्स अ लॉट मैन. So b3 played now. Castles, bishop b2 and a5. So black wants to get rid of this isolated pawn. And now of course a4 played. हम इसको कहते हैं भाई तू यही रुक जा. बहुत चल लिया भाई. थम जा रहे बच्चे जो भी गाना है भाई तुम गा सकते हो. एंड देन क्वीन f5 एक्टिव मूव बाय तारी. तारी भाई कह रहे हैं मैं भी 2600 भाई भूलना नहीं. एंड देन रुक e1 वेरी नॉर्मल अटैकिंग द बिशप कम्स टू c5. सो क्वीन f2 एंड बिशप f2 आर थ्रेट्स हियर. एंड नाउ नाइट f3 प्लेड सिंपली ब्लॉकिंग. बट यहां मे बी queen f3 would have been an interesting try, like queen f3 queen c2 and then you try to capture on f6. You capture on d2 and there's some variation here, but okay, he plays the move rook e1 and knight f3 now. So position is roughly balanced. Position is roughly equal chat for both players, but Vidit is way ahead on the clock. Yeah, he's I think Anish is second. Yes, Tarish Anish is second. And VD also Anish is second. Yeah, so as Anish is like if I speak today, I am in big trouble. Anish should probably quote this today. विदित कौन से बाबा की बीट्स लेकर आए आज? भाई बीट्स पे भी आएंगे भाई. हैंड्स के ऊपर भी काफी अपडेट्स है, उस पर भी डिस्कस करेंगे. नाउ अर्जुन अगेंस्ट कोरोबो. भाई अर्जुन ने डिसाइड किया भाई आज तो प्यादे फेंकने वाले हैं सारे लोग. बीट्स पैक. ओह ये हमने पहले भी देखा था यार. I think we saw this from Arjun before also, yeah? And he has this huge pawn mass coming towards the king side. And of course, Korobo बहुत खतरनाक प्लेयर है भाई. 2700 रेटेड है almost. So will not be easy. इनकी रेटिंग काफी सिमिलर है ना भाई उस चेस.com की लिस्ट से. इंटरेस्टिंग. Let's go to Nihal Sarin now. Nihal Sarin के पास ब्लैक पीसेस हैं एंड ये पोजीशन मुझे काफी ड्रॉइश लग रही है. काफी पीस एक्सचेंज हो चुके हैं इस पोजीशन में. ओके या इस वाले काफी ड्रॉ चांसेस. आई थिंक इस वाले काफी ड्रॉइंग चांसेस हैं. एंड निहाल हैज हैड अ ड्रॉ टू इन दिस टूर्नामेंट, सो आई वुड नॉट से इट्स अ बैड रिजल्ट. आई थिंक ब्लैक पीसेस है तो नॉट सो बैड. एंड नाउ वी कम बैक वन बाय वन टू ऑल द गेम्स. नाउ वी कम टू विशी आनंद जहां ममेदयारोव ने f6 खेला है एंड यहां पे क्वीन f3 आई थिंक इज द बेस्ट मूव, ट्राइंग टू एक्सचेंज द एक्टिव क्वीन. यो अक्षत भाई करो भाई की वाइफ ये क्या है भाई? या वीडी गेन आई थिंक 5 points roughly. yes, VD by the way played a marvelous end game yesterday यार. like परसों की तरह बिल्कुल ड्रॉइश एंड गेम में जीत गया. हैंड्स का इंटरव्यू चैट. who all have seen the hands interview? dude, you will not believe. if you have not seen it, you cannot believe it. have you seen the hands interview chat? अरे अक्षत भाई थैंक यू फॉर द गिफ्टेड मेंबरशिप. लव यू भाई. थैंक्स फॉर द सपोर्ट. किसको मिलेगी? आई एम क्यूरियस नाउ. भाई किसी को मिली नहीं. YouTube कहता एक मेरी भी. आज मैं लेगा आज मैं लेगा मेंबरशिप. संकेत दशमुत कॉन्ग्रेट्स भाई. थैंक यू यार अक्षत भाई. या सो कल क्या हुआ? जब तक के लिए प्लेयर्स थिंक द मूव्स. कल क्या हुआ भाई? तो वाई वाज saying डिमांड मनी फ्रॉम टूर्नामेंट. रियली? ओ माय गॉड. सो कल क्या हुआ? कल हैंड्स आया खेलने. पहले तो ये फेमस फोटो तुमने देखी होगी चैट. हैव यू सीन दिस फोटो? like Gotham Chess got 10,000 likes. like I'm sure it's like his peak likes ever on a tweet. I will show you what really happened. This is like If you have not seen this, अपना खाना मुंह से फेंक मत देना भाई. This is checking going on Hans Niemann. This is genuine checking of Hans Niemann right now. I don't know what to say about this. और पीछे वाली लड़की कितनी क्यूरियस है ना, चल क्या रहा है आखिर. She's like very curious. What's happening actually? I'm not sure what's happening. She's like, really? Hopefully this is only for one person. I mean, oh my god. Oh, 38k likes. Holy. Gotham Chess, I think, must have doubled his follower count on Twitter today. Yeah. Oh my god. This is the first thing. This is crazy. And second thing I wanted to say, show you was, I think that interview, Ruko, St. Louis, yeah. Second is this one, Ruko chat. I'll show you. It's very, very interesting what they shared, Ruko. They shared, no, yesterday, I think. Yes, they shared. Yeah, this one. Chat. दिल थाम के बैठ जाओ भाई, सुनो भाई हैंस नीमन क्या बोलता है जब तक के लिए द गेम स्टार्ट्स. एक सेकंड चैट. Have a listen to this and then we can discuss. Yeah, have listen to this. What did Hans Niemann say? If you have not heard this, only 30 seconds. Let's listen to this. Oh, sorry, you can't hear. Sorry, you can't hear. Go. Sorry, you can't hear. I did. My bad.
Thank you, Yasser. We are with Hans Niemann after an incredible victory with the black pieces against a fellow junior. Christopher Yu. Hans, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. You've been under a lot of pressure. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I think that this game is a message to everyone, and this entire thing started with me saying chess speaks for itself, and I think that this game spoke for itself and showed the chess player that I am, and it also showed that I'm not going to back down, and I'm going to play my best chess here, regardless of the pressure that I'm under, and that's all I have to say about this game. And chess speaks for itself. That's all I can say.
Let's discuss the game a little bit.
That's it. But you can leave it to your interpretation. But thank you.
That's it. All you want to say.
That's all I'd like
today.
to say. Yes, because it was such a beautiful game. I don't even need to describe it.
Thank you.
What? That's it?
Okay. Thank you, Yasser. We are with...
It's such a beautiful move. Game, I don't even need to describe it. It's such a beautiful game. I don't even need to describe it. And then that's it. That's my interview. Bye-bye. See you soon. Dude, Hans Niemann is a character, bhai. A part of me also wants him to be innocent. Like, I'm like, yaar, aisa character hona chahiye. But it's crazy, man. This guy is crazy. A part of me genuinely wants him to be innocent because this guy is just insane. क्या हुआ भाई? हाँ, सॉरी. हाँ, भाई साहब क्या आदमी है यार ये. क्या आदमी है भाई. But I don't know what to make of this interview because the thing is, like when you look at his interview, like he's still cocky, right? It's so hard to feel for him. Like that's the issue. Like matlab, like I don't know, like what if he's the real big thing? Then it's awesome. Like we would, like honestly speaking, if he's absolutely innocent OTB and we're online cheating August 2020 से he has done none of it, I would totally support him. यार ठीक है भाई तू बन वर्ल्ड चैंपियन. ऐसा ही वर्ल्ड चैंपियन चाहिए जो चैलेंजर को बोले अबे चल वे तू कौन है. That's the kind of world champion we need. But on the other hand, so far it's just kind of all sus. No, like whatever we have seen evidence so far, it's just like sad. It's just sad. केंड्रिक लमर से बात करो उसकी. आई डोंट नो व्हाई यक नो कह रही है अनीशा. यार यक नया वर्ड सीख लिया तुमने यार. ओए अच्छी बातें लिखो यार भाई. थोड़ा रो देता हूं तो कि इनोसेंट है. एग्जैक्टली. आई डोंट नो व्हाई इज ही सो कॉकी. व्हाई इज ही सो कॉकी? आई हैव नो क्लू यार. Magnus hands or what? I don't think so. Magnus is afraid, man. Magnus is never afraid of anybody. He's not using beats. He's a Thaisa player for sure. Yeah, I think we'll have to see. Beats nahi use kara, that I can guarantee. But baki to dekhna padega. We'll have to see, yeah. Typical Indian American teenager. नहीं यार, let's not make stereotypes here. All I would say is कि it's definitely not normal. Like, it's definitely not normal behavior. Like, for sure. Like, only two people do this, yeah. Number one, who have so much faith in themselves कि ये बंदा तो world champion बनना ही है. Like, at some point, it's inevitable. Like, number one. And number two, who have no concern for the game of chess and cheat like almost every second game. दो ही लोगों का confidence ऐसा होता है रे, सिर्फ दो ही लोगों का confidence होता है. So it's not going to be in the middle. hands की flame ऐसे धीरे धीरे हवा से बुझेगी नहीं, या तो पूरी आग जला देगी भाई चेस वर्ल्ड में, या तो भाई पूरा मतलब एक ही बार में बुझ जाएगी भाई. बीट्स की भी स्कैनिंग हो रही है. वी सॉ दैट फोटो मैन. अपन सोच रहे थे कि डिप्रेशन में ना हो जाए, ये अपना एटीट्यूड नहीं छोड़ रहा. एग्जैक्टली, आई वाज वरीड ऑनेस्टली, लाइक ही वुड बी स्ट्रेस्ड आउट, लाइक ही वुड बी अंडर स्ट्रेस एंड लाइक यार थोड़ा प्रेशर हो जाएगा, ही मस्ट बी डिप्रेस्ड. आई वाज रियली वरीड कि कुछ गलत ना कर बैठे भाई. ये बंदा तो अलग ही मस्त चल रहा है रे. इस बंदे को घंटा फर्क पड़ता है. भाई चले तुम लोगों को जो बोलना है बोल लो, अपन को घंटा फर्क पड़ता है. Nobody is as cocky as him. And the thing is, again, the problem is he did not give the interview. He said chess speaks for itself, and he vanished. So no interviews whatsoever. So he's like avoiding interviews now. It only this is my suspicion, right? Matlab, why are you not giving interviews? Give some proper interviews, buddy. Yeah, Vishy played E6, by the way. Bishop F6 played. And now Vishy played the best move yet again. Rook to C1. Okay, it was kind of normal, but still, best move played. पर अच्छा ही है ना, हिकारू लेवी को फ्री कंटेंट दे रहा है. I know. He's trying to become the next Bobby Fischer. I would say, honestly, ठीक है, honest. I am 100% sure he cheated online. That's my opinion based on what facts we have seen. OTB, I am still in the middle. I don't know. I think we have to see data on that. FIDE की inquiry बैठेगी. FIDE will have its own inquiry. But if he's cheating, he should be banned. Those 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is. But if he's not cheating, why we would love to see him go up, because we need such trash talk people, yeah. But it's very unlikely. Like, it's like the past, if history repeats itself, and history also speaks for itself, yeah. So I'm not so sure. Gukesh low on time. Arun, what low on time, buddy? 8 minutes is nothing. इतना तो मैं डेट पे भी लेट होता तो बंदी बुरा नहीं मानती. If hands, पता नहीं क्या टेक यूज किया, ओटी कर रहा है, पता नहीं यार. वही तो, why Shakh gave an exchange, why was so much dangerous. I think he was hoping for this pawn to be counterplay and the king weaknesses, but I think this knight on d2 he might have underestimated, because this blocks the pawn, prevents bishop e4, and now if I exchange queens, I can slowly consolidate. Yo Amit bhai, you go on dates, yes. सही में एक टूर्नामेंटल लुफ्थांसा से टिकट किया है. नहीं भाई. VD playing like Indian. Bhai, VD is playing crazy chess. He won yesterday also. And his Bote's made. No, Bote's is not controversial at all. I don't think so. VD is undefeated in classical matches. 35. क्या बात कर रहे हो? नहीं, I don't think so. Really? पता जहां पे स्कैन हो रहा है वहां पर QR कोड हो. कोई स्कैन कर रहा है वहां बस भाई. You have won 10% off your nearest underwear. जाके ले लिए अभी के अभी. I don't know, buddy. I don't know what's happening in Hans' case. If somehow Hans found innocent, Fidel publicly says, why will Fidel say sorry? I think nobody has to say sorry, man. I think he cheated online. Like, they are not making, like, if there was no evidence of him cheating online, then everybody, like, matlab, Carlsen has to apologize. Hikaru, Levy, even me, maybe everybody who has ever said anything has to apologize. But the fact that he's tweeted online in 100 games, I think that pretty much limits any sort of damage to anybody, because you've already done it enough time in cash tournaments, so it's over. Hands with woo. Yeah, और कल का मैच में कहता क्या बंदा? कहता है the game is so beautiful it speaks for itself. भाई क्या बंदा है रे? नहीं भाई, एंडोस्कोप में नहीं जाएंगे. X-ray report of CT scan. Let's be fair, yaar. He's really entertaining. He has cheated for last 2 years. Online OTB, he should be outplay. Agreed. अगर 2 साल में 2020 अगस्त से he has not cheated at all. Online OTB, I think he deserves second chance. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. But if he has cheated even once since then, like second time, catch करने के बाद भी then he should be banned, चाहे OTB हो, और that's my perception. Like एक हद होती है भाई, तुम्हें पकड़ लिया चीटिंग करते हुए, दोबारा करोगे, like especially ऐसे टाइटल ट्यूसडे में, और like तुम नेपो को हरा रहे हो, तुम पेल रहे हो. रेडियो वेव्स जैम कर देने चाहिए भाई. वैसे भी काफी कुछ जैम हो रखा है यार आजकल, मुश्किल है. हैंड्स वन अगेंस्ट योर फेवरेट लंदन. अरे भाई वही तो चक्कर है ना, वही तो चक्कर है. यू ने लंदन खेला क्या? यू मस्ट बी क्रिस्टोफर, यू मस्ट बी लाइक लंदन खेलता हूं भाई, ड्रॉ मिल जाए बहुत है. वो भी नहीं मिला उसको. 100 बार चीट किया है, बैन देना चाहिए यार. अगर थिंग इज बच्चा था, एक बार माफ कर सकते हैं फॉर श्योर. आई थिंक anybody who's younger than 18 and cheats like once, you can probably give him one more chance, but not 3 chances, 5 chances, 50 chances. By the way, chat, Vishy is still better. Mamedyarov is thinking time barabar hai. I think Vishy ki next move will be queen f3 or queen b3, trying to trade queens. That should be the plan. Once queens are traded off, you want to also exchange as many pieces as possible, like bishop ke badle bishop, maybe some other pieces, taki mera king bhi game mein aa sake. And then I will put the king on d2, exchange rooks, and then win in the end game. Very simple plan, it seems to be. Not so simple actually, but yeah, queen exchange is very important because until then the king is weak. Not c4. That will open the bishop, allow the knight to come to d4. That will be a horrible move, I think. अग्निशन करवा नहीं भाई, ऐसा नहीं है. VD is one hour up. ओ भाई साहब, VD तो भाई 94. VD को क्या हो गया रे? I think VD really took the advice. Yeah, he really took the advice. He's playing super fast now. Really love that. As long as he can play the good moves, like the best or not the best, good moves, I think he's doing really well. Like look at the time on the clock. He has gained 4 minutes. I think he's really prepped. Yeah, fully prepared. Yeah, absolutely correctly. VD Nihal exchange their forms. By the way, मैंने एक कहानी सुनी chat. Would you like to hear that story? It's a 1 minute long story. आज ही सुनी मैंने, सुनोगे? It's about Albert Einstein. Gukesh playing on board 4. What the hell? नहीं भाई. Gukesh की रेटिंग या अच्छा कम रहेगी पहले जब बुलाएगा उसको, मे बी. Everybody's scared of Magnus, but players scared of hands. Delay in broadcast might. भाई एसी मर के चल रहा है रे, फैन तेज करते एसी का. भाई एक बार ना एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन ना जब बूढ़े हो चुके थे तो ही यूज्ड टू गिव अ लॉट ऑफ टॉक्स. ठीक है, ही यूज्ड टू गो टू यूनिवर्सिटीज एंड अदर प्लेसेस, गिव अ लॉट ऑफ टॉक्स. तो उसके ड्राइवर ने कहा कि मैं ना एक साइड में एक्टिंग भी करता हूं, तो आप तो थक चुके होगे, मैंने आपकी पूरी स्पीच तो वैसे भी 1000 बार सुन ली है और रट भी ली है, तो मैं क्या करता हूं, मैं आपकी विग पहनता हूं, थोड़ा वो पहनता हूं, एंड देन आई विल गो एंड स्पीक इन प्लेस ऑफ यू. आप बस कहीं बैठ जाना कोने में, चिल करना भाई, आपको मेहनत करनी नहीं पड़ेगी, 10% पैसा मुझे दे देना, दोनों चिल करेंगे भाई. आइंस्टाइन कहता है ये तो बढ़िया है रे, बहुत बढ़िया है रे. घिसी पिटी कहानी है रियली, तब भी सुनाया था भाई. कहता है बढ़िया है. तो भाई फिर एक बार फिर जब वो जाते हैं भाई, कुछ महीनों बाद जाते हैं, तो एक जगह जब वो पूरी स्पीच खत्म करता है तो पीछे से एक मैथमेटिशियन उठता है, कहता है एक बहुत डिफिकल्ट सवाल पूछ लेता है. तो आइंस्टाइन जब बैठा होता है कोने में कहता है शिट यार, अब तो फंस गए भाई, अब तो फंस गए, अब तो गए, अब तो ये सारा भांडा फूल जाएगा. तो वो उसका जो वो ड्राइवर जो एक्टिंग कर रहा होता है कहता है ये तो इतना आसान सवाल है, इसका जवाब तो मेरा ड्राइवर भी दे देगा. और ड्राइवर से पूछता है भाई, मतलब असली आइंस्टाइन से आंसर करवाता है भाई. सो नाइस स्टोरी बाय द वे, मैंने आज ही सुनी यार. कैन यू एक्सप्लेन हाउ डिलेड ब्रॉडकास्ट हेल्प्स मिनिमाइज चीटिंग? भाई इट हेल्प्स बिकॉज बेसिकली जो मूव्स होते हैं पीपल कैन नॉट सी एनीबडी हु इज हेल्पिंग द प्लेयर, तो वो लोग डायरेक्ट हेल्प नहीं कर सकते, लाइक दे विल नॉट हैव द पोजीशन टू सी. Yeah, this is, I don't know if this is a true story or not, but this is a story भाई. काश ना isn't it? Hands is a course on Java London and you decide to still go for it. Mine is London. ये Java मुझे पता नहीं क्या है भाई. By the way, Queen D3 played by VD. Wow. By the way, chat, would you believe this? Would you believe this? Queen D3 is the engine's first preference. That means VD is just in prep. भाई 17 मूव हो चुके हैं, 17 मूव हो चुके हैं. VD is in prep. भाई जो भी वीडियो से काम कर रहा है, हैट्स ऑफ भाई, नाइस प्रिपरेशन देयर भाई. क्वीन D3 इज द बेस्ट मूव. सिग्मा मेल फॉर ड्राइवर, एग्जैक्टली. भाई तुम परसों कौन बनेगा करोड़पति में जाने वाले थे, क्या हुआ, पहले दिन ही भगा दिए गए क्या? कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? मैं जाने वाला था. रियली? ऐसा करो, मैं गया नहीं, आप ही दे दो यार. आप 1 करोड़ छोड़ो, आप 10,000 दे दो भाई. करते डील करते भाई, आप मेरे पे चले जाओ, मेरा जाके उनको बोलो साहिल टू का स्पॉट था, मुझे चाहिए. इंजन कुछ आती नहीं भाई. आई थिंक ही इज प्लेइंग वेल, ही इज प्लेइंग वेल. बाय द वे, गोइंग टू द गेम ऑफ कार्लसन अगेंस्ट हरी, we saw it till I think we saw it till CB5, right? A3 played, now A5 played, Bishop G2. So Carlsen slowly putting on some pressure. But again, I think if he can somehow like liquidate the queen side, I think draw के chances बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. So I think Harikrishna is doing well so far. Maybe knight c6 trying to play on these dark squares because white के पास light square bishop है, right? He has a light square bishop. So we want to play on the dark squares most likely because he has no dark square bishop, and that's why we have pawns on dark squares. So clearly we have more influence over these squares than, for example, these squares because white has a lot of pieces controlling these light squares. That's why. So let's see what Hari plays though. He's thinking as of now. He has more time than Carlsen. That is awesome. Your streams are stress busters. Thank you. Are Govinda, welcome to the chat, bhai. Thanks a lot, yaar. That makes me feel so happy. As happy as Hans felt with the beats. By the way, going to the game of Arjun now. Yeah, Arjun's position is going to open up. I do think Arjun is slightly worse, but as we have seen, he's usually slightly worse and comes back later on. Going to Nihal Sarin's game, most likely a draw this one. Yeah, nothing has changed. Going to Gukesh. By the way, so far, Gukesh and Vidit are the only ones who have won all 3 games. Puchuk, channel देखो 10K दो भाई, channel की worth 10K से ज़्यादा होगी भाई, क्या बात कर रहे हो तुम? A6 played now. I think knight D6 will be the move by Fedorchuk, and then Gukesh की आदत है भाई धीरे धीरे से opponent के king में घुसना भाई धीरे धीरे. So he's known for these, मूव्स जहां पे लगता है कि भाई गुकेश गलती कर रहा है, वर्स हो चुका है, एंड देन ही कम्स बैक इन स्ट्राइक. सो ये हमने कारुआना के साथ भी देखा था उसी गेम में. सो या एक क्वेश्चन था, व्हाई जीएम नीड सेकंड्स फॉर देम इफ दे कैन फाइंड बेस्ट मूव थ्रू इंजन? बिकॉज दे कैन एनालाइज मोर ओपनिंग्स दैट वे. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आप अकेले काम कर रहे हो, यू विल हैव टू एनालाइज एवरीथिंग थ्रू इंजन्स. अगर आपके लोग काम कर रहे हैं, दे कैन डायरेक्टली टेल यू द करेक्ट मूव्स. आपको टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना पड़ेगा. 10K 69 पैसे कह रहे हैं. नाइस. पैसे की स्पेलिंग तक गलत. बहुत बढ़िया. गोइंग टू विशी आनंद गेम अगेन. ममेद्यारोव सोचते हुए भाई, पूरी सोच है ममेद्यारोव क्या करेंगे यहाँ पे. इफ हरी विंस विद ब्लैक तो भाई मजा आ जाएगा यार. अगर हरी आज जीत गया, ओहो भाई, दैट वुड बी क्रेजी. कार्लसन भाई, आई थिंक कार्लसन में कॉन्फिडेंस 0 हो जाएगा रे. बट आई थिंक कार्लसन विल प्ले हिज बेस्ट चेस टुडे. व्हाइट पीसेस है भाई, छोड़ता नहीं हो व्हाइट से. 69 के 69 पैसे नहीं बने. Why is he better? Because he has to, he's an exchanger. White से ही तो हारा था लोल. या बट उसका पता नहीं ना यार. He was psychologically under pressure. चाहे हैंड्स ने चीटिंग करी कि नहीं करी, he felt hands was cheating. तो उसमें तुम बेकार चेस ही खेलोगे. सो यहां पे आई एम श्योर ही डजंट फील द सेम. प्रग गिविंग साइमल, आई नो. प्रग ने कहा भाई यहां पे मैं एक के साथ क्या खेलूं, मैं 100 के साथ में खेलता हूं. आनंद शुड गेन 5 points आफ्टर दिस गेम. इफ विशी विंस, यस ही विल गेव 5 points एंड ही विल गो बैक टू हिज ओरिजिनल रेटिंग जो 2756 की थी. इनफैक्ट ही विल गो स्लाइटली अप. 4,20,000 रुपए इस पैसे नहीं भाई. आई प्रेफर माई चैनल भाई. 2 साल की मेहनत है यार. वी गो बैक टू दिस पोजीशन. यार समथिंग हैपेंड. रुको. या नाउ इट शुड बी बेटर, आई होप. गाने बंद हो गए यार. गानों के बिना फील नहीं आती यार. इट्स लाइक हाँ चल गए फिर से. वीडी का क्या चल रहा है? फॉग चल रहा है वीडी का. भाई बढ़िया खेल रहा है वीडी. आई थिंक ही इज प्लेइंग गुड चेस. क्वीन D3 played and now he's pinning this knight basically. So knight F6 is no longer possible. The bishop also is an excellent piece, putting pressure all the way till G7. The rook coming to E1 I think next. So इस knight पे यहाँ पे भी पिन होगा. So काफी सारे पिन लगने वाले हैं इस घोड़े पे. And I'm not sure how this Ghoda feels about that. And of course, knight D6 would only, for example, knight D6 here does not work, chat. Can you find the best move for white? Who will find the best move? Let's say black says, तू रानी लेगा मेरी है? चल exchange करते हैं. What would you play as white here, chat? Come on. Overview ये है कि भाई यहाँ पे सारे इंडियन प्लेयर्स खेल रहे हैं. All the top ones apart from Prag. And today Hari is playing Carlsen, Mamedyarov is playing Vishy. So बहुत important matches हैं. सबके strong players हैं. Yes, queen to C3. exactly the threat I talked about, and also the bishop is hanging. So यहाँ black को queen f6 खेलना पड़ेगा, and then आपकी choice है भाई, आपको king खोल के प्यादा मारना है कि bishop खोल के ये मारना है. जो मारना है मारो भाई, मारो या ना मारो भाई, जीतने वाले तुम ही हो. So that's why you can see how good move this queen c3 is, and it really puts a lot of pressure on black. यहाँ पे शायद c6 अच्छी move है, h6 अच्छी move है, but ये moves खेलना well possible तो है, but time लगेगा black को. Black का time देखिए आप, 32 मिनट्स है उनके पास भाई, 32 मिनट्स. दैट मीन्स कि भाई ये तो लग गए, ये तो लग गए. कोई कह रहे हैं यहां पे अगर d4 खेला तो, लेकिन हमारा घोड़ा भी है रे, घोड़ा भी खेलेगा ना. बिशप d4, आप ये रुक नहीं मार सकते बिकॉज क्वीन g7 इज मेट. सो दैट इज द मेन डील. आर दे प्लेइंग एज अ टीम और इट्स अ टीम इवेंट, इट्स अ टीम इवेंट. प्रग साइमल कहां देख पाएंगे भाई? प्रग साइमल का मुझे पता नहीं यार. आई एम नॉट इवन श्योर इफ इट्स लाइव. Increment 30 seconds. Yes, going back to the Carlsen Hari game. Nothing has happened yet. Going back to the Vishy game. By the way, Mamedyarov is in deep thought. He's trying to come up with a plan to justify his compensation. आज की pairings chat are spectacular. First of all, Vishy against Mamedyarov, Gukesh against Fedorchuk, Carlsen against Harikrishna, Vidit against Aryan Tari, अर्जुन अगेंस्ट कोरोबोव एंड निहाल अगेंस्ट पोया. सारे 2600 प्लस प्लेयर्स है ओपोनेंट के, एंड कार्लसन तक खेल रहा है. सो आज मजा आएगा. सागा भाई ने कहा तानिया कमेंटेट कर रही है. ओके, आई हैव नो क्लू अबाउट दैट इवेंट यार. यार अब ये लोग दोस्त है भाई, मुझे तो कहते नहीं भाई. अरे साहिल वो कमेंटेट कर रहा है भाई. आई हैव नो इन्फॉर्मेशन भाई. ये आर्यन तारी का चेकमेट तक कैलकुलेट कर रहा है क्या? हाँ मुझे लग रहा है भाई. आई थिंक सो. आई थिंक आर्यन तारी इज लाइक भाई आज टाइम पे हार के जाना है. आई थिंक आर्यन तारी की डेट है रे, और उसकी गर्लफ्रेंड ने कहा है सुनो आर्यन, आज कुछ रोमांस कर सकते हैं क्या आज, यू नो. वो कहता है ओ करना है क्या? आज मैं जल्दी आ जाऊंगा, जल्दी मत आना, बाद में मुझे ब्लेम नहीं चाहिए, यू नो केम अर्ली फॉर मी, दैट्स नॉट अलाउड. ओके ठीक है मैं जल्दी नहीं आऊंगा पक्का. नहीं, प्रॉमिस मी यू विल नॉट कम अर्ली, यू विल नॉट प्ले फास्ट, प्रॉमिस मी. ही इज लाइक ओके. एंड देन आर्यन तारी लाइक जितना जल्दी मेरा टाइम जाएगा उतना जल्दी ब्लंडर जस्टिफाई होगा, तो जल्दी से भाई ब्लंडर कर लेते हैं. पहले पूरा टाइम जाते भाई. दैट्स द आइडिया आई थिंक. आज एचके को सपोर्ट की जरूरत है, विशी और वीडी को नहीं. आई थिंक विशी को भी है रे, वीडी को भी, सबको है भाई. आज सबके ओपोनेंट स्ट्रांग है, सबके ओपोनेंट स्ट्रांग है. कोई एक प्लेयर नहीं है जिसका ओपोनेंट आसान है. इनफैक्ट आई थिंक ओनली निहाल इज द, निहाल नहीं, आई थिंक ओनली कोई भी आसान नहीं है रे. लिटरली सारे 2620 प्लस है. ओ माय गॉड, एक भी प्लेयर आसान नहीं है. गोइंग बैक टू द गेम ऑफ विशी आनंद, कुछ हुआ नहीं है. किस गेम में कुछ एडवांसमेंट है? ओ बाय द वे, सम मूव्स हियर. सो आफ्टर द मूव नाइट b5 a6, knight d6, queen c7, takes. So white has the bishop pair, so obviously a slight advantage for Gukesh's opponent. But पूरा भरोसा है गुकेश पे भाई. I think he's played 3 wins in a row, and मुझे पूरा भरोसा है भाई कि he will win. Going back to the game of Arjun now. Arjun, by the way, has put the knight on e7. This knight can now go to d5 or g6, depending on whether Arjun wants to play in the center or he wants to play on the king side. And then he'll play c6 and completely block this advance, and also the pressure rook. कोर्स व्यू बढ़िया वीडियो है. अरे हाँ, मैंने बहुत टाइम लगाया उस पर. आई थिंक आई हैड टू स्पेंड लॉट ऑफ मनी ऑल्सो. कोर्स खरीदना पड़ा लवी का भाई. डू चेक दैट वीडियो. और भाई सेकंड चैनल पे लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है, उसकी पहली वीडियो भाई, आज ही डालिए. डू चेक इट आउट भाई, लंबी वीडियो है लेकिन. लव यू सर, थैंक यू विशाल भाई. टिक्कू जल्दी रूम में आना, कुछ बताना है. ये क्या है भाई? मिसेस साहिल टिक्कू, नाइस. मिसेस टिक्कू लिखते हैं. मिसेस साहिल टिक्कू क्या होता है? Why are Bollywood movies flopping in box office? We'll do this. We'll do a very detailed stream with KRK on that one very soon. Maybe SRK or KRK. Going back to Vishy's game, chat. If Vishy wins, that will. Oh, Hari played क्या? रुको. Hari played bishop b7, so he's putting pressure on this pawn. The threat is to play b4. ये धक्का देना है on a good day, ताकि ये घोड़ा हिले और हम ये pawn मार ले भाई. That is the plan. लेकिन white can maybe just somehow. What can white do though? d5 would be a bad move because then black gains the c5 square, and I don't think that's something white should do. I think Tari has become suspicious about queen e3. I don't think so. I think Tari is calculating something deeply. So when you take so much time, usually you do find the best moves. But then yeah, it's like you will end up struggling on the clock. Thailand में बुरा बुरा कांड हो गया भाई, क्या हुआ थाईलैंड में भाई, ऐसा क्या हो गया यार? ओके कम ऑन इंडियन प्लेयर्स, आज सबको जीतना है रे, आज कोई नहीं हारना चाहिए, आज सारे स्ट्रॉन्ग प्लेयर्स हैं, असली डिसाइड तो आज होगा कौन है किसका चाचा भाई, लेट्स गो। ब्लैक ने बाय द वे प्लेड c6 नाउ, both moves are possible, rook a e1 pinning this knight, also rook a d1, also good idea। मुझे प्रमोशन वीडियो लग रहा है, प्रमोशन नहीं है यार। I loved Levy's course. I have to say it's better than my course now because he has those drills and whatever. It's also more expensive, but I love that course. Like I would have bought that even just to learn for sure. Mass shooting, 20 plus kids died. Crap. भाई क्या हो गया है दुनिया में आजकल भाई? इतनी एनर्जी कहां से लाते हो भाई? अरे बस यार, जब आर्यन तारी की सीक्रेट मैंने बताई तुम्हें अभी थोड़ी देर पहले। मेरी सीक्रेट कुछ ऐसी ही है। आपने ही तो बोला पूरा नाम रखने को भाई, मैंने कब ये क्या है भाई? Knight b5 in Hari. Going back to Hari's game, that is a very very important game today, chat. So what happens is if you take on b5, for example, let's say white instead of castling takes on b5, you lose the e4 pawn, and giving away a corner pawn for a central pawn is usually not good, especially now white's king is also weak because this bishop is gone. So white is still okay, he's not worse, but this is not correct I think. So I think you should not do that. Going to Arjun's game, कुछ चल रहा है क्या? Okay, कुछ हुआ नहीं है अभी. Let's go to Vidit's game. Eric drawing, Arjun Tari is the easiest opponent, the way he played Olympics. That is true, but that was one tournament, so we can't discount him, yeah? How much did your chessboard cost, the one in your previous video? Chessboard, do you mean the one in which I was speedrunning a book? I think it was, I bought it for like, I think 5k, बहुत साल पहले, like I bought it in 2016. So, I bought it for 5k or something. Your favorite ice cream? I would say I am a bit vanilla in that. Vanilla मुझे पसंद है रे. My man is up an hour. Yes, more than an hour, buddy. Don't forget that extra minute. जब वीडियो टाइम में नीचे होता है ना तो पूरे सेकंड गिनवाते हैं लोग. अभी पूरा 1 घंटा और 1 मिनट ऊपर है भाई. That's why I lose. Give e6 for b5 pawn. Yes, you should not do that. That's one of the mistakes I made when I played my first raid tournament ever. I made the same mistake. मैंने कहा, you know what I thought? मैंने कहा साइड का पॉन रखते हैं, इसको क्वीन करेंगे एंड गेम में, सेंटर पॉन देने में क्या चक्कर है? आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव थॉट द सेम थिंग, बट साइड का पॉन क्वीन तब करोगे ना जब एंड गेम में पहुंचोगे. जब ये पॉन घुस के पहले ही मार देगा तो भाई क्वीन क्या करोगे भाई? हरी ब्लंडर कार्लसन विनिंग, क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? नहीं रे, ठीक है पोजीशन. इट्स स्लाइटली वर्स बट इट्स ओके. इट्स ओके. Vishy's opponent Mamedyarov still thinking, by the way. आप यूरोप में रहते हैं, इंडिया में भाई. अब तो मानोगे E4 के लिए लंदन. डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट यू वांट फ्रॉम चेस. अगर आपको चेस मजे के लिए खेलना है, आपको टाइटल नहीं लेना है, देन आई थिंक लंदन इज ऑसम. अगर आपको टाइटल लेना है, GM बनना है, IM बनना है, देन मे बी E4 इज बेटर. डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट यू वांट फ्रॉम चेस. Out of 3 candidate moves, how to decide the strongest move? With experience, buddy. With experience, you can grasp the essence of the position better. For example, why did Vishy play G4 here? हम कहते हैं कि हमें प्यादा पुश नहीं करना है, तो हमने क्यों पुश किया? Because Vishy realized कि यहाँ पे black is not set up to attack my king, and I can instead gain an advantage, gain some space as well, and use this to basically kind of, put pressure on my opponent. These pawns, कल को G5 खेल सकते हैं in the end game, put some pressure. Why London games mostly end in draws? Because the structure is so solid for white. White does not put 2 pawns in the center, he only puts 1. So that gives us a drawish tendency. Saga white is opening nice for bishops, then London में तो bishop पहले बाहर निकलता है, so London bad. Not really. In fact, Carlsen is known to play E4, E5, bishop C4. He plays this to avoid the Petrov. He's well known for this. That's a thumb rule, but not a universal rule at all. Silent bad middle games, not to know what can I do. Depends on your rating on Robai. I would say analyzing your games is the best tool. If you don't have money to put into coaches or courses or general, I would say just analyze your games. Look at the chess.com analysis ki bhai kya bata raha hai wo, where did you go wrong? If you learn one thing from each game, you will keep improving. Otherwise, I would suggest getting a coach. Of course, that's the best way to learn fastest, or some course, regardless. Can you beat hands? Depends. How many beats does he have? How many beats does he have? टाइटल लेना है? अबे यार छी यार, फिर से शुरू हो गया यार मैं यार, इसलिए भाई, इसलिए मुझे E4 से नत कर दी भाई. बाय द वे निहाल जी पूरी कोशिश करते हुए थोड़ा प्रेशर डालने के लिए देयर इज सम चांसेस बिकॉज बी फाइल पे दोनों एंट्री स्क्वायर्स कंट्रोल्ड है, सो वाइट कैन नॉट यूज दिस रुक फॉर एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ अटैक बिकॉज बोथ ऑल थ्री स्क्वायर्स आर कंट्रोल्ड. So that's the advantage for Nihal, but this is available. However, because weakness एक ही है, it's difficult to still win, and white is very solid. So Nihal will try to push, but unlikely to win this. Arjun, E4 खेल दिया है white ने. That's a very very interesting and double-edged move, because now if you play F4, I think his plan is to play Bishop G4 and play in the typical King's Indian way of exchanging this good bishop. Good bishop कैसे? Black has all pawns on dark squares, so you want to keep this bishop here because it complements the pawns. अगर आप और आपकी बीवी या गर्लफ्रेंड साथ में चल रहे हैं, अगर एक दूसरे के ऊपर चढ़ते रहेंगे आगे पीछे तो बात नहीं हो पाएगी. बगल बगल में चलेंगे तो आधा बात हो पाएगी. सेम वे हार्मोनियस डेवलपमेंट है, दैट्स व्हाई व्हाइट वांट्स टू एक्सचेंज दिस. सो वी गो बैक टू दिस पोजीशन, एंड इफ ही डज नॉट प्ले F4 then what else? If you take, that would be horrible because knight comes to E4 and this knight is literally untouchable here. It cannot be kicked away with any pawn, and that's why I think this would be a blunder, strategic blunder. So it can be played if he can justify it with dynamic play. For example, some sacrifices, knight G6, knight F4, but that will be tactical play. He'll have to calculate really well. So let's see what he goes for. Any move is possible here. Going back to Vidi's position, nothing has happened since yes, कोई मसला था Vidi के भाई, knight D4. Nothing has been played yet. Shakh thinking for 25 minutes now. Bhai sahab. Sahib, when I go in endgames, I cannot maintain same pressure even though in starting my bishop. I think that's the reason might be you have less time on the clock. So start working on your clock management. आज तो मैं नोट्स बना रहा हूँ टिक्को की एनालिसिस का. बनाओ भाई बनाओ, क्योंकि आगे जाके तुम्हें गर्लफ्रेंड के कहने के भी नोट्स आने पड़ेंगे. भिंडी इतना, पालक इतना वो भी नोट्स बनाने पड़ेंगे, तो अभी से यार डाल लो भाई. आई हैव नेवर थॉट फॉर मोर देन 5 sex एवर. इंटरेस्टिंग, बट क्यों कभी सोचना पड़ रहा होगा यार लाइफ में, मे बी चेस में नहीं. शैक बीट्स बैटरी डाइड. आई डोंट नो बैटरी का चक्कर है कि नहीं. आई थिंक सोलर का जमाना है. लेकिन कैन यू यूज सोलर बीट्स? सोलर एनर्जी कैसे काम करेंगी? सो यू बेसिकली हैंग देम ऑन योर बालकनी एंड देन बेसिकली they get power and then you put them somewhere where you like and then they dry out. Probably not the best way to do it. Probably not best. Power nikalna padega yaar. Doesn't work. Bad idea. That's why I'm not Elon Musk, by the way. Going to the game of Vidit again. कुछ हुआ क्या? कुछ नहीं हुआ है. Nihal, okay, all looks same. Gukesh में bishop E3 played by white, very typical move, putting some pressure here. Now he will play queen D2 and connect the rooks. Maybe bishop C5, here's a good move, trying to exchange one bishop. That makes sense because white has 2, you have 1. जब opponent के पास 2 bishop हो, हमारे पास 1. 90% cases में एक exchange करना is one of the good moves. Always. Principle याद रखो. Opponent के पास अगर 2 bishop हैं, हमारे पास 1 है. In most cases, exchanging one is a good move. That's a thumb rule. Okay? So this would be a good move here. Gukesh will most likely play it. Going back to Carlsen's game, not much has happened. Going to Vishy's game again. Do you think classical chess is boring? It's not boring to the hardcore chess player. To the traditional chess player. But it's like, yeah, probably to somebody new it might be. Every day you speak about beats only. नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं यार. Basically tan करना पड़ेगा अपने आप को for solar beats. I am stuck at this rating. Which rating? How was the tale of Wakanda Forever, my friend Tiku? I have not seen it yaar. I can tell you a joke. I don't need to finish. Why does hands like the bishop pair? Not sure, but I have a hint which I don't want to say on stream. Ultra's rating है how to improve. अरे analyze your games again. Same thing. Which is more interesting, test match or classical chess game? For sure classical chess game, at least to me, because it finishes in 1 day. 5 दिन नहीं लगते. ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई एक बार मैंने मेट कर दिया ब्लैक को, ब्लैक कहता है भाई एक और बार खेलते अब. एक और बार डबल इनिंग्स. 250 रेटिंग है. हाउ टू इम्प्रूव? आई वुड से फिर तो आपको एक ही पाथ है आपके पास भाई. अब doesn't counter play optically look sufficient here? Which game though? Norway versus India, a mini battle. True. Vidit against Aryan Tari, Carlsen against Harikrishna. True. By the way, b4 played by Harikrishna. Wow. So apparently the bar doesn't like it. The plan is to take, then basically play the move knight to d5, and the bar is arguing that, you know, somehow white is bred. For example, let's say bishop d5, ed5, rook a1, and let's say if you take here, then probably I can pick up any of these pawns, and white is definitely better. The knight is coming to c6, so you can't take on d4 actually, and you will have to play a move like queen to b6. But then after d5, I actually do like Carlsen. I have to admit, this is a pass pawn, and now defended by the bishop, and Carlsen is slightly better. Rook c1 now, and this is a problem because knight d7, there is rook c6. So Carlsen is better for now. It doesn't look that great position for Hari, but okay, it's only the opening yet. Cricket is boring. I did not say that. मैंने नहीं बोला. How about e5? E5 is already there, buddy. It's already there. So going to the game of Vidit Gujarati, kuch hua kya? So apparently Vidit's preparation ran out of c6. I think that is where his preparation ran out. Now he's calculating over the board, and this is a good point to basically think deep, and try to come up with a deep plan, and then play moves quicker. So when your preparation, let's say आपने 15 move preparation करा है, 5 move करा है, when your prep runs out, there's this huge temptation to play very, very quickly. Like बहुत temptation होती है, and you don't want to fall into that, because then you will probably end up playing a blunder, yeah, because you're playing on basically Newton's law, yeah, कि मतलब everything in motion wants to be in motion. Hi Sahil, मुझे black में opening face करो e4 के लिए, d4 के लिए. d4 के लिए depends. If you like calm play, d4 d5 queen's gambit is best. e4 e5 is best. If you like sharp play, then d4 knight f6, maybe king's Indian. And if you like e4 king c5. Time difference crazy है ना भाई. It feels nice to be on the good side of things. Like घंटा extra है, मुझे कितना अच्छा लग रहा है. चेहरे पे smile है. Pernali is gone for a coaching camp actually, Akshat bhai. She had not practiced chess for 6 months, and now she's playing a few tournaments, so she's gone for a coaching camp. तो उसके तैयारी कर रही है वो. She'll play the Asians, and then she'll see how it goes. If an asteroid hits the opponent's area, then you can win in test cricket. भाई टेस्ट क्रिकेट में बारिश पड़ने से मैच चोर हो जाता है भाई. Imagine. मतलब हमने भाई हम चांद तक हुआ है, मार्स तक जाने वाले हैं, लेकिन थोड़ा पानी आया तो वी कैन नॉट सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम भाई. जस्ट सेइंग. एशियंस न्यू दिल्ली, आप भी व्लॉग करो जाकर. या आई वुड लव टू डू इट. आई माइट गो देयर फॉर अ कपल ऑफ डेज. लाइक आई माइट गो देयर. लेट्स सी क्या होता है. वो कमेंटेट भी करना है ना, वो भी चेक करा. आई वुड लाइक टू स्ट्रीम दैट एज वेल. Does it like life always give you a second chance and like classical chess? Interesting. London system is awesome, buddy. So that I think the games are looking kind of stable now. Okay, nothing has happened in this game. E4 has happened, okay. Carlsen ने by the way 1 second में मार दिया भाई. Carlsen पूरा रट के बैठा. सी हम लोग इतने 500 लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. We are calm, sitting at home. We have the engines. We have all the help. And look at Carlsen come with the best plan like this. Takes knight d5. कोई कुछ स्ट्रेस ही नहीं. कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं भाई. This is Magnus Carlsen, buddy. Like he is so strong. When he speaks out, the world listens, भाई. Asian से World Cup में कितने spots हैं? I think 5 spots for men, and women के लिए I'm not aware how many. Probably 2 or 3. Golf at Game Carlsen के पास. Do was chess 24 documentary. Yes. Sabe, how to maintain mating chances? Depends on the board, off the board. Carlsen will win it. I hope not, yeah. I hope Hari at least draws. I want to see Carlsen reach 20-100, but I also don't want Indian players to lose. He's starting out hands his beats. No, I don't think so. That's the idea here. Our combined yellow is way less than Carlsen. Is your yellow less than 600, really? Then I would suggest the foundation course at the earliest. Heavy is the bead which wears the crown. Oh my god. Okay, let's go to the game of Vishy now. भाई Mamedyarov को सोचो भाई, कुछ move ही नहीं सोची उसको. He can't think of a single move. He has no clue what to play here. Look at, he's been thinking for more than half an hour now. I think for maybe more. At least half an hour. If मुझे अब तक वो दिन याद है विशी ने रिजाइन किया था भाई. Vishy resigned when Mamedyarov did not even figure out the best move, and I was so sad कि Vishy इतना बढ़िया खेल रहे थे भाई. He was about to win the tournament ahead of Carlsen, Norway chess, and तब से Vishy की रेटिंग अटक गई. आज बदला लिया जाएगा, आज होगा इंतकाम. पता नहीं भाई क्या बोल रहा हूँ भाई. Why is he so strong? I don't know how. How is he so strong? Yes, Ashi, VD did win yesterday. VD played, really? Oh, VD played rook e1, excellent move, and black played h6, which was apparently not the best move here. And now it gives white a slight edge. And one of the good moves here is to play knight to d4 to basically unpin this, unpin this pawn, attack the queen. Let's say the queen goes to f6, and now you play a move like f3. So basically you kick the knight away, knight to d6, and now king to h1 to get out of this pin. Now I am not sure about this f3 plan. Like, you really need to calculate deeper, because you are also weakening your own position. Kal ko d4 aa gaya, knight f5, knight e3 aa gaya, so black could be dominant. So you have to be careful about this. Like rook e2, like I can trade pieces very quickly. But chat, यहाँ पे मान लो ये position आती है, या even in the current position, which is the one weakness which might cause black headaches? कौन बताएगा वो weakness क्या है? Because you need to keep that weakness in your mind. In the end game, when a few pieces are exchanged, which is the weakness in the black camp which might cause him troubles later on in the end game? Which is the weakness? सब लोग c6 कह रहे हैं. That is a weakness, yes. लेकिन I would say in the end game, if you reach c6, black will probably reach some other pawn, yeah, maybe f2 or something else. But the pawn on a5 is a bit of a problem. Like, it's perfectly fine right now, controlling these two pawns. But any endgame you imagine, like bishop endgame imagine karo. Let's imagine different endgames. First of all, knight endgame. Imagine karo khali knights hai. Suddenly b4 and pass pawn on a5. Imagine karo bishop endgame hai. Bishop c3, and you have to constantly defend your pawn like bishop b6. Now you might play c5 to prevent b4, but then the c5 pawn is also on a dark square. So the rook is, yeah, as Stefan mentioned, the rook is tied to defense of this pawn. Now right now the knight controls all these squares, so you can't attack it. But endgame it might cause black some problems. That is the main issue. So that is one weakness for sure to keep in mind. Just to keep in mind. ये होता है ना, जैसे मान लो कि कोई लड़की पसंद है, तो आप उसका इंस्टाग्राम हमेशा स्क्रॉल करते रहते हो कि अभी ब्रेकअप हुआ क्या. सो दिमाग में रखने वाली बात है बस, और कुछ नहीं है, दिमाग में रखो. नेक्स्ट वीक आई थिंक अपेरेंटली Mamedyarov played, yeah. Oh wow, so Mamedyarov played rook to f8. So he's brought the rook to the king side. Very, very logical move, because that's where the pressure lies. He wants to put pressure on f2 and on the king side, get to the white king. But now maybe queen. So queen f3 was the first idea in mind, but that doesn't work because both the pieces are on the same line. So takes, and now maybe just takes, and then just moving the bishop somewhere. Like bishop d8, defending the pawn, and now both pieces are hanging. So that doesn't work. So maybe instead of this, queen to b3 instead, ताकि ये दोनों पीस एक ही लाइन में ना रहे. God, since a5 dark square, it is a big problem. 5 bishop goes away and queens exchange. Yeah, any sort of endgame you look at, black will be slightly worse because of a5 pawn. Exactly. By the way, somebody said Carlsen blunder. Really? That's something you hear once in a blue moon. नहीं भाई, क्या ब्लंडर है रे? कार्लसन जीत तो रहा है रे भाई, क्यों सपने दिखा रहे हो? कौन था रे ये? मिसेस साहिल टिक्कू. रुको रे, इसको मिसेस को बैन कर देते हैं आज. ये सॉली होगा पक्का. सॉली चैट में नहीं है ना? हाँ, ये सॉली होगा भाई, लग रहा है मुझे. Going back to the game, okay, going back to Vishy's game. So rook f8 played. I think queen b3 will be the idea, yeah? You can also take this pawn, but it's like, not sure. Why didn't Shakh defend? Because I think this pawn is less relevant. Like, he would even give up this pawn just to get to the king, yeah? It's all about the king now. You can look at black's pieces, yeah? Knight coming to e5. Bishop wants to get here, maybe play h5. The bishop is ready to come to h4. Even put here, and so entire pressure is focused on the king side. If black cannot break through the king side, Vishy wins. Simple है. If I trade queens, I exchange these bishops. आपका double bishop भी गया. You have a bad bishop. Although you have a strong pawn, I'll put my king on d2 and I'll win in the end game. So black has to be careful. Going back to the VD game, कुछ हुआ क्या? कुछ नहीं हुआ. VD thinking right now. He's almost 1 hour ahead. I expect VD to win this. Nihal का equal है. Arjun की position में. Oh, Arjun played knight to g6. Chat, question for you. Should you take or should you not take? Come on, chat. निकालो. Sese saying plus 0.9. VDSM क्या है भाई? What the hell is VDSM? VDSM से VDSM क्या है? Why not? Why not? We just discussed we need the square for our pieces, so you can take actually. You can take. In fact, you should. After bishop f5, now you can probably play like knight e4 and control this square. Probably even castle. I think it is possible to take, yeah. It's definitely not a bad move at all. You should take. This e4 square will be in your control. Although black also gets some control, like you have some pressure. But it is... Look at these pawns now. The dynamism is lost. You lost that dynamism. They can't be pushed any further now. There's completely like... Black has no attack anymore. So black... And he takes the pawn. He takes the pawn. He took the pawn. So going to the game of Carlsen again, Carlsen is still thinking. I assume he's thinking will take on a8 or not. That's the only decision he wants to think. Yeah, he takes on d5 now. So Hari under slight pressure as we discussed previously. Going to the game of Vishy Anand, who's still thinking. Yeah, bishop becomes good. That's a good point. By the way, Harikrishna played the best move queen b6, but again, Carlsen is just slightly better here. Nothing to do. Gukesh came. So Gukesh has, we saw it till bishop e3. He did play the move bishop c5. Excellent move. And black played the move queen to d2. And Gukesh ne knight c5 khela hai. And the bar apparently is not a big fan of this move, but I think it's pretty logical. You put pressure on this and you want to pick up the c4 pawn. So I don't see any reason not to play this. Yeah, I think Gukesh is playing some good moves here. VD played best move again. We'll have a look. आज कितने steps किए? So far steps किए हैं 9,388. So I think 600 steps बाकी हैं अभी. कर लेंगे वो भी भाई शाम के सोने से पहले. Slightly better doesn't matter. It matters. It matters a lot. At this level, you will never have that clear advantage. Yeah, that's very rare. Not everybody has the beat power. So going to the game of Vidit. VD found 94. Best move again. So VD तो भाई पेल रहा है रे. VD तो बढ़िया खेल रहा है. Love it. Love it. And now the queen has to move. Probably one of these squares, I assume, because you want to defend this pawn, yeah? मैंने दसा 131 कोई ना. I will catch up with you soon, buddy. He is so much upon time. Yeah, that's awesome. सब काउंट लगाना क्या है? सब्सक्राइब कर लो चैट जल्दी से. लेट्स गो. वीडी भी जीता था ना? वीडी यस, वीडी वन यस्टरडे. कल बहुत बढ़िया गेम खेली भाई वीडी ने. कल पेल दिया भाई. चैट अब थोड़ा पॉज मिला है हमें सारी गेम्स में. अब मूव थोड़ी स्लो हुई है. नाउ दैट वी कवर्ड अप. और बताओ चैट. VD is on 3-on-3. Exactly. VD and Gukesh crushing it right now. Completely destroying it. Hari in big trouble, I have to say. If I speak, I am not in trouble, but Hari is in trouble, I feel. Because this pawn, Carlsen will use till then. Not so happy about this pawn. सब बढ़िया भाई नीतीश भाई. आज के वीडियोस अपॉन टाइम. ये कैसे हुआ? बस भाई अभी कोई पता है, अभी कोई बंदा दिख नहीं रहा मुझे. पिकाचू वाला भाई कोई नहीं दिख रहा चैट में भाई. वो गायब हो गए भाई. दो तीन लोग हुआ करते हैं ना. वीडी स्माइलिंग फेस लाइक वो सारे गायब हैं अभी. जस्ट सेइंग. योर ट्रैवलिंग डॉग भाई क्या हाल है? हरिकृष्णा ड्रू. हे सोनिया. Are you reading any non-chess book? I just read one recently. I think it was I forgot it was. कौन सी पढ़ी थी मैंने यार? भूल गया. टाइम आउट क्यों दिया? नहीं दिया रे मैंने. हेलो अनुक भाई कैसे हो? वीडी ने मैच में इतना टाइम प्रेशर वाला प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किया है भाई. अभी तो पहले भाई. Exactly. That is the thing. Queen d7 played. The thing is you would rather have like a plus 0.2 position and have like 40-50 minutes extra than have a plus 1.5 position and be like this behind. So, usually that's the better thing because you will have more time to finish off your opponent. मिसेस टिक्कू मैं था यार. भाई क्यों तुम ऐसे अजीबो गरीब शौक है रे? प्रखर ने बुक भेजी क्या? वो तो पढ़ी है. हाँ वो तो पढ़ी है. मैं पूरी पढ़ नहीं पाया रे. मैंने उसके कुछ चैप्टर पढ़े. पूरी पढ़ नहीं पाया अभी. VD vlogged. Which Indian has better percentage? Many actually. VD has slightly better. Vishy is much better. Nihal is, I think, equal. Arjun is slightly worse. Gukesh is, I would say, equal. And Harikrishna is slightly worse. दिस इज लेजेंड आर्मेगेडन बट क्लासिकल विद वीडी. इज दिस ओटीवी? यस. ये अभी ऑस्ट्रिया में चल रहा है कि ऑस्ट्रिया की वादियों में जहां पे श्रीनाथ अभी बैठ के भाई सिप कर रहे हैं अपनी वो क्या बोलते हैं मॉकटेल. लव यू श्री, लव यू भाई. डू यू मेक सम टाइम एंड वॉच क्या भाई? अब आप आर्बिटर बन जाओ. क्यों भाई? लोगों के एस इंस्पेक्शंस करना मुझे कोई शौक नहीं है रे. नाउ हैविंग बेटर पोजीशन अगेंस्ट माय गर्लफ्रेंड बट लो. ये कह रहे तुम तो भाई श्रीनाथ से जीने मत दो. अरे दोस्तों को रोज करते हैं ना रे. अब मैं कभी तुमने मुझे क्या रोज करते देखा है क्या? आई ओनली रोस्ट माय फ्रेंड्स, सो दैट्स द थिंग. श्री और मॉकटेल. श्री तो लीचेस लाइक्स 95 जब 35. गलत साइड पे हो आप. अरे यार ये लीचेस वीचेस ना भाई, ये सब नहीं होता हमसे रे. हम ये सब वेबसाइट में जाते ही नहीं. लीचेस क्या लीचेस वीचेस भाई? वहां पे साल में एक गेम खेलता हूं. टिक्कू जी के टाइम फेवरेट सब कौन सी थी? मतलब वीडी 2.0 कल तक चलेगा 50% टूर्नामेंट के बाद. वीडी हमेशा ओल्ड फॉर्म में आता है शायद. देखो देयर इज एविडेंस फॉर दैट, आई हैव टू अग्री, बट वीडी has struggled on the clock recently, and in fact even when he won during Tata Steel like the first half, he was still struggling on the clock, if you remember. So he has not played so well on the clock. He has not been so prepared for a long time. That's a huge bonus. If he maintains his clock, I don't see why he will not be 2750 like in a few months. Like if he maintains this forever. तुम्हारे दोस्त भी हैं? हाँ भाई एक दो हैं रे बेचारे. अरे कल के नीमन गेम के बारे में क्या लगता है? अरे भाई उसका हमने रिएक्ट किया रे सीम के स्टार्टिंग में. भाई साहब द गेम स्पीक्स फॉर इटसेल्फ. द गेम इज सो ब्यूटीफुल. आई वांट टू से नथिंग. भाई साहब क्या ही बोलूं मैं. एपिक आदमी है भाई, जो बोलो. यू कैन हेट हिम, यू कैन लव हिम, बट यू कांट इग्नोर हिम भाई. हैंस सीमन का एक चीज तो है, लाइक पूरी दुनिया की आंखें उसके ऊपर है भाई. Like, I wish we could do the same stuff. Like, for sure. Does Rook take C4 work? No, it doesn't. Why would you sacrifice exchange for no reason? Because Rook E4 and VD plays the best move yet again. F3 played. VD on fire, buddy. VD on fire. भाई पेलू यार पेलू. They call you टकलू. अरे तो क्या हो गया रे? टकलू भी पेलेगा रे. टकलू भाई प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन चुके हैं. टकलू भाई रोडीज के ऑडिशन ले चुके हैं. टकलू भाई पॉडकास्ट कर चुके हैं. कोई चक्कर नहीं है रे. Hans is young today. अरे that will be a crazy match यार. I really want to look at that match, but I get tired of this stream. Favorite subject? Anal beats. अरे भाई कार्लसन क्या आदमी है. Chat, look at this position. यहां पे इंजन की फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस इज द मूव G4. भाई क्या आदमी है, क्या अंडरस्टैंडिंग है रे कार्लसन की. कार्लसन कैसे कर लेता है रे तू? भाई कौन खेलेगा G4 इधर? लाइक रुके वन इज सो नॉर्मल. लाइक कितनी नॉर्मल मूव्स है भाई. कार्लसन भगवान है रे. कार्लसन भगवान है भाई. उसने बोला चीटिंग किया तो मतलब किया, फर्क नहीं पड़ता भाई मुझे. चीटिंग किया तो किया भाई, डन. लॉजिक इज यू प्रिवेंट F5. नाउ आई हैव प्रॉपर कंट्रोल ओवर E4, सिमिलर टू व्हाट Arjun's opponent has here. Very similar to what Arjun's opponent has. And now I can play knight G3, knight E4 if I want to, and I have proper control. Knight can also do F5. And what a crazy move. That's an... देखते ही मुझे लगा भाई क्या मूव है रे. देखते ही, but I would have not been able to play this in a million years. But देखते ही लगा, oh fuck, क्या मूव है रे. Insane भाई. कार्लसन भगवान है रे. Chat, is there a Carlsen poster on Amazon? I'm going to buy it and उसके सामने थोड़ी पूजा किया करूंगा रे रोज को भाई. Magnus Carlsen poster. There is... नहीं पोस्टर नहीं है रे. पोस्टर तो नहीं है यार. शिट, आई वांट अ मैग्नस कोई पोस्टर चार्ट बताना रे मुझे. पीछे लगाऊंगा इसको भाई. क्या आदमी है रे. Great move by Carlsen. I am in FIDE. I would ban Carlsen because of withdraw from multiple games against Hans without any proof. I don't know, man. I think considering Hans' history, I would say Carlsen had to speak out. He's done okay in speaking. Could he have handled it better? Yes, but I think he did the right thing by speaking out. Saying shut would not have helped. And considering Hans, how his behavior is, I would say it's more suspicious than more normal. So we'll see what happens. By the way, going to the Vishy Anand game. Oh, by the way, kuch hua yaar. Knight d7 played and now knight g3 will happen. Yeah, Harikrishna under huge pressure. Going to the Vishy Anand game. Vishy's still thinking. He's still thinking. Still thinking. Going to Gukesh's game. Gukesh भी deep सोच में है. सब लोग सोच रहे हैं chat. Knight d6 played. Knight d6 played by Vidi's opponent. पीछे क्यों लाने पोस्टर? अरे भाई पूजा क्या करूंगा ना उसकी भाई. क्या पता पूजा करके थोड़ा स्किल मेरे दिमाग में भी आ जाए भाई. ऐसे काल्सन कुछ करके भाई पूजा करेंगे. And the question is, can you take on e8 now? That's the main question. Let's say rook takes e8, you take again, and let's say queen takes e8, and now you play king to f1 to control these entry squares and also get out of this pin. And as I mentioned, this a5 pawn will be pain in the ass because now queen e5, let's say, attacking this pawn, I play g3, simple. Let's say queen f6, putting pressure here, king g2 now. So I siphon my king. Let's say you go back. Let's say you play, I don't know what, let's say queen e7. Oh, this pawn is hanging. Yeah, they go. Again, these two pawns are weaknesses. This is the issue. So you have to, what do you play now? This is not easy. So for example, let's say you play knight to b7. That's so horrible, right? You can already see how this is the problem. Bishop c3. And now I'm threatening some knight discover attack. With, let's say you play king f8. Now knight f5. Wins on the spot. Queen here, check. Khatam. Ghar jao bhai. Haath wath dho lo, khatam. Game over. So as you can see, this is very, very dangerous for black. Even after the rook trade. So Vidit is playing insane level chess. भाई आज तो मजा आ गया देख के यार. Because एक चीज होती है भाई ऐसी पोजीशन रहना, like जहां पे you have so much play, yeah? इतने square हैं, you have a clear pass pawn, that is easy to play on, but to kind of play in the slightly better position is not easy. हर रोज मैग्नस चालीसा पढ़ लो भाई, कुछ तो निकालना पड़ेगा. मैग्नस मंत्रा, ओ भाई एक वीडियो निकालते हैं मैग्नस मंत्रा, जब पढ़ो और रीड दिस एवरी सिंगल डे एंड यू विल बिकम लाइक कार्लसन भाई. स्पिरिचुअल चेस, आई थिंक कुछ करना पड़ेगा रे. आई डोंट मेकिंग फन ऑफ रियलिटी, जस्ट काइंड ऑफ मीमिंग कार्लसन देयर. हैंड्स को इतनी लिया है, कार्लसन की थोड़ी लेनी चाहिए बाय द वे. So Carlsen still thinking. Knight g3 played. By the way, he played the move knight g3. Knight is probably coming to e4 now, and this will not only help support the passed pawn, will also put pressure on the king's side. Will also prepare moves like g5, knight f6 sacrifices. Who knows? And on a good day, you know, this knight can come to many active squares, and this is not looking good for Hari. IELTS exam है easy है, कोई चक्कर नहीं है. Going to Vishy's game, Vishy is still thinking. So after Mamedyarov took like 30 minutes for this move, Vishy has taken around 20 minutes already. So I think Vishy is also in deep thought. He needs to come up with the move queen b3, which basically forces the queen trade because the king lies on g8. And the question is, what will black do then? So black has to take, of course, knight takes b3, pawn takes. And the question is there any serious threat for black? For example, what happens on bishop takes c3? If I take here, doesn't black take here? Yes, but if it takes, the knight is also hanging, so that doesn't work. We come back to this position, takes. What else can black do? Let's say black plays bishop to f7, so attacking this knight. I again come back. That is very important because ये pawn को आगे नहीं बढ़ने देना. This pawn is a big problem. VD true, नहीं, VD is playing really well today, buddy. आज बहुत सही खेल रहा है. And this entire tournament, by the way, he's played 3-on-3 so far. So crazy chess. So hands का पोस्टर भी लगा दो, it will start speaking for itself. Imagine करो रात को मैं सो रहा हूँ, hands is like अरे भाई मेरे बाद that will be cool. Something deep in the hands tells me all the right moves to make. Nice. So going back to the current position, this is the position as of now which is calculating all the variations. I think he will come up with queen b3 because, well, first of all, there are not many other moves. And also, I think because this is the most logical one. You see the queen trade is forced and your king is a bit open. If this pawn was here, that would be a completely different game. But this pawn being open weakens his king. Like bishop c3 is coming, this is hanging, h5 is incoming, knight e5 is incoming. So you have to be very careful as white, and queen b3 just takes care of all the issues. So एक तीर से जब 10 चीजें solve हो रही हो, you just go for it. मतलब hand cheating नहीं की अगस्त के बाद, we don't know for sure yet. Is there video of hand streaming tile Tuesday? There must be. बाय द वे यू नो रेडिट पे बहुत सारे लोग बाकी सारे चीटर्स के भी तुक्के लगा रहे हैं. यो चंपू टीवी. सो बहुत सारे लोग तुक्के लगा रहे हैं कौन कौन से जीएम है. इसका इनफैक्ट बहुत सारे लोगों ने कुछ नाम निकाल भी लिए. आई विल नॉट से दोस नेम्स बट आई कैन से गो टू रेडिट एंड चेक इट आउट भाई. कुछ लोगों ने बाकी सारे जीएम जो चीटिंग करते हुए पकड़े गए हैं, जो वर्ल्ड टॉप 100 के थे, उनके नाम निकाल भी लिए भाई विद लाइक सम सर्टेनिटी. भाई साहब कितना क्रेजी है लोग. गोइंग बैक टू द गेम ऑफ विदित गुजराती, ही स्टिल थिंकिंग, ही हैज सो मच टाइम ऑन द क्लॉक, 40 minutes ahead. I think r/chess most likely. I don't know मैं कहाँ देखा मैंने most likely that one. कोई इंडियन नहीं है ना, कोई इंडियन नहीं है भाई. इंडियंस का तो इम्पॉसिबल था बिकॉज जब वो चार्ट्स कंपेयर कर रहे थे दे वर यूजिंग इंडियन यंगस्टर्स एज सैंपल. लाइक जब फ्लैट बनाते हैं ना तो एक सैंपल फ्लैट रखना पड़ता है बढ़िया सा चमचमाता हुआ ताकि लोग आए अपना कैश दे दें. तो वो फ्लैट हमारे इंडियन प्लेयर्स थे भाई. तो वो फ्लैट कैसे होता है? तो दैट इज नो स्ट्रेस. Please say Vishy sir, have some respect. In the English language, we call people by name. So when I say Vishy is playing d4, you say dad. That's how English works, by the way. Just saying. Just because you doesn't add sir every time, it doesn't mean respect nahi hai, bhai. If you don't think I respect Vishy sir, go back and check when I streamed with him on Chesscom India. भाई साहब मुंह से शब्द नहीं निकल रहे थे मेरे. मुंह से शब्द नहीं निकल रहे थे भाई. Anyways, Vishy Nakasi क्या बात कर रहे हो? Vishy played bishop e3. He did not play queen b3. Interesting choice there. Interesting choice. I think he was a bit wary of this bishop some discover attack, but I think queen b3 was the best move there. But still Vishy is better. The question is, can black avoid the queen trade? Maybe queen d6 from black is a good move just to get out of this and keep an eye on the king side. So now bishop h4 and so on. Really think of someone. He has time auction buy. Now is the time to think. Yeah, it's fine because I'll tell you. We saw the reaction when we saw it. So I'll tell you why thinking for a long time is a good decision in the VD game. First of all, he has 40 extra minutes. Second, the advantage here is minute. It's very minute. So that means if he makes one slight mistake, the game is dead equal. And considering the position is so simplified, if he has to play 10 moves quickly, he can. He can play king h1, rook takes everything and draw. So he is not under pressure at all. It's black who is under pressure. So taking time here is the most logical sequence. So he's taking time. I have a slight edge. I have slight pressure here. I have slight pressure here. How can I use it to the best advantage? That is what he's trying to do. भाई सोचो अगर गिरी के ऊपर ये आरोप लगता तो अब तक फिडे पे डैश का केस हुआ था. ये क्या चक्कर है भाई? अच्छा गर्ल के ऊपर. अच्छा माय बैड. अरे का भाई गिरी से क्या लिंक है यार? डू मेक सम टाइम एंड वॉच कांतारा मूवी. आई विल. बाय द वे सर लगाने से इज्जत नहीं मिलती रे. जस्ट बिकॉज आई से सर कराकिन डजंट मीन आई रिस्पेक्ट कराकिन. जस्ट सेइंग युकेश विद अर्जुन इज पॉसिबल. हो जाए तो मजा ही आ जाए. वो भी हो सकता है भाई. यू माइट इवन हैव कार्लसन अगेंस्ट अर्जुन. यू माइट हैव कार्लसन अगेंस्ट विशी टुमारो. हु नोस? टुमारो माइट बी एज क्रेजी एज टुडे. गोइंग टू द गेम ऑफ कार्लसन. नाम लिया है तो भाई दर्शन भी देते हैं. एंड हरिकृष्णा अंडर अ डीप थॉट. ही इज 8 minutes behind. Carlsen has a pass pawn, control over squares, possible a file. Yeah, difficult position for Harikrishna. Still holdable, of course, not by any stretch of imagination like a lost position, but some pressure from Carlsen. Yeah, team event. Yes, team event. Arjun versus Vishy also possible. Yeah, that will be interesting. Student against teacher. By the way, this is the current position in the Vishy game. Nothing has happened just yet. Mamedyarov is thinking he should probably move the queen, but from our perspective, he should just play king h8 or something, ताकि हम queen b3 खेल पाए भाई. Going to the Gukesh game, क्या चल रहा है? Oh, something happened. So after knight a4, he took on e3, queen takes e3, and simply played rook to b8. So defending the pawn. So the bard doesn't like this move. It's a bit passive. And now after rook a c1, Mr. Fedorchuk seems to have a slight edge against Gukesh. Interesting. Because Gukesh along with VD are the only ones to have 3-on-3 so far. In fact, Gukesh has a rating of 2736 right now. So he would love to at least win this game. Yeah, 2736. Yeah. Going to the game of Vidit now. What's happening there? Nothing yet. Vidit is calculating the moves. I think as we discussed, just exchanging rooks. Simply like this and then playing a move like king to f1, then bishop c3, tying down the black pieces to defense, then slowly trying to put, pieces on better squares, gaining space and exchanging the right pieces. Maybe the knights, maybe later on, putting pressure on this pawn later on. You have ideas. You have a lot of ideas here. You have ideas. Lot of ideas possible. Super chaotic thought, but he could happen chance readers so much online that he had intuitive idea how Stockfish plays and playing some genius stuff on OTV. I don't think that's how it works, by, because then cheaters would gradually improve, but they never do. Because when you're cheating, you're not using your brain. That's the main issue. So it doesn't work like that. For example, I'm commentating right now, but my level did not go up to 2700, right? Even though I've been doing commentary for 2 years now, it doesn't work that way. Queen c3, yes, possible. If you go, like for example, if you play, let's say black plays king h8 and you play queen c3, that's possible, but you have to be very careful now because there is no threat as of now. This knight is in the way. So black can actually play the move bishop b4, and now he's threatening queen to even mate. So black wins. So be very careful, yeah. VD clip, please stick by to get VD going in this game. VD clip. Arey हाँ करेंगे. Surprise package. Vishy playing Shakh must have scars of learning that mate. Exactly. So Vishy का जीतना बहुत जरूरी है भाई. बदला लेना है, by the way. Okay, going to the Carlsen games has something. Oh, he played g6, so he prevents the knight from moving up, and maybe on a good day repairs f5 if he's forced to. But also now the dark squares are also weak. Carlsen has a lot of ideas. Going to the game of Vishy Anand, has something happened? No. Going to the VD game. Chat, I think VD is in great shape. I think today he will win. Yeah, मुझे लग रहा है feeling आ रही है आज. Magnus is not use beats यार. I think उसका दिमाग में काफी pressure है रे. Arjun and Magnus, what are the probabilities both teams have won 3 games? Arjun definitely will struggle against Magnus right now. I think Arjun got crushed so badly against Magnus in the online event that to come back after that will be so difficult. Anand blundered and now the position is equal. Yeah, we saw this. It's not equal just yet. White is still better. Exchange up. But now it's not as great as earlier because now black can avoid the queen trade and maintains his advantage. आज मैं गुस्से में हूँ. स्पैम करोगे तो टाइम आउट दे दूंगा. साकिब भाई पूरा पेलते हुए भाई. थप्पड़ पे थप्पड़ भाई. आप गुड डे बिस्किट का स्पॉन्सर लो. बहुत प्रमोट करते हो फ्री में. ये क्या मैंने क्या किया भाई? Okay, going to the VD game now. Black is still thinking. By the way, VD का time थोड़ा कम आ चुका है. He has to be a bit careful. Okay, all looks chill. By the way, what's happening? Oh, by the way, Arjun game we forgot, yeah. So after the move f5, he took on f5. Bishop takes g3. Bishop h3. He prevents castling. But look at how important this is. This square. It doesn't matter. This square doesn't matter. Knight to e4 and white is the one better. Black plays c6 to basically prevent the influence of this rook and so on. But now bishop to f1 played. I think even better would have been bishop to g4. Allowing this and rook g1. And this would be insane for white. Like this control over light squares is just insane. But he goes for bishop f1, also a decent move. Black will most likely take, king takes. The king will later come to g2. For example, queen d7. First of all, this pawn is hanging. Let's say even king g2 works totally well. And this knight is the issue. This knight cannot be kicked away. That's why pawns connected together are the best pawns. Isolated pawns, not so well. And look at this. Block their own bishop. Block their own knight. I would love to play knight e5 here, put pressure here, but I can't do it. I would love to attack the rook, but I can't do it. Apna hi pyada dhokha de gaya bhai. This pawn will be better placed on e6 literally. This is like a useless pawn, yeah? Going back to the position, by the way, we go to the game of VD. Oh, he took on f1, by the way. He took on f1. King f1 will happen now. Okay, all looks chill. What is the best move for VD? We'll come to his game very quickly. So we go to the Nihal game first. Oh, by the way, Nihal's opponent is putting some pressure now. So Nihal has apparently only one move to equalize. How did this happen? Look, we saw it till bishop takes d5. c4 played. Now knight e6 and knight to b5, and apparently bishop to c6 is the only. Now that's kind of an obvious move, to be honest, because bishop b7 directly comes in the path of the rook, so I don't think Nihal will blunder this, but this is the only move now. And if knight c7 is not possible because knight defense, and if knight a7, then you have knight to e5 defending the bishop. So that's the plan here. But only move for Nihal, by the way. Only move. Going back to the game of Vishy Anand. Has something happened? By the way, black took on c3. Logical move, but white takes back. Black doesn't achieve anything. Queen b3 is still a threat. So he has to move the queen somewhere. So Vishy is still better. Going back to the game of Vidit. Vidit hasn't played. Hasn't played just yet. He's calculating. I think he'll probably play like 2-3 moves very quickly then. Carlsen Vidit gonna win for sure. Yeah, it seems like Vidit has good chances, so has Carlsen. But I would love for Hari to at least hold, because Hari is, among all these players, apart from Vishy, Hari is the only guy to ever reach 2770 on the rating list. The only guy ever. So not to discount him at any point. So he could defeat Carlsen on his day easily. Like, he's not a newbie. By the way, after g6, look at Carlsen. Rook c1 played. So this rook is controlling the c file. Rook c8 is no longer possible. Whom are you supporting? I am probably... in which game though? Against Vidit I'm supporting, and Hari I'm supporting. Always Indian players. Yeah, always. Chat, do like the stream. Let's get to 500 likes. And if you're here for the first time, there's a red button in front of you. Do hit that button and become part of our family. Let's go. Has he defeated Carlsen in classical? Yes, actually he has once, I think. As far as I know, he has once. For Magnus, drawing game is also bad because he's also high rated. After drawing, he loses 2-3 points. Exactly. Carlsen does not want any draws, especially with the white pieces. He's very, very effective. That's why, that hands game as well affected him too much. If he had lost with the black pieces, I'm sure it would affect him slightly less. Carlsen email latest info. Oh, that is crazy. If you've just joined the stream, yo, Sauli bhai, I suggest you go back to the absolute start of the stream. Look at that part which started from the first minute, or I can tell you what happened. Hans Niemann yesterday destroyed his opponent, wiped him off the board, and then said, this is a beautiful game. It requires no explanation. And when people were about to ask him about the variations, he said, I don't want to talk about anything, and just walked off. Oh my god, this controversy is going to become spicier and spicier with every day. Yeah? And there was a famous photo of Hans Niemann, arbiter, checking his behind, which I showed at the start. That was crazy. Queen f6 and knight f6 might solve the problem. I'm not so sure. This pawn is a beast. Obviously, Carlsen will just work on to Stefan Great and Skywalker live. Ye kya hai bhai? So going to the game of Vidit, has something happened? Vidit is taking his time. Now the thing is, he is taking his time. Well, good enough. But he needs to come up with the best moves now. Because if he somehow spoils his edge, it will not take much for black to equalize. Hari, second best Indian GM of all time. On paper, just yes. But I don't think that will be the case. Vidit finds the best move yet again. Dude, I can guarantee if we check Vidit's accuracy, it will be 100%. All these moves have been the first preference. Like, of course, opening theory can be subjective, but in terms of once you get the prep, everything is almost first preference by. Almost everything. Not everything, but 99% hoga bhai. F3 and rook e8 is the best move. Bhai, pale raha hai Vidit yaar. He had deep preparation today. 99.1 keh rahe hai bhai. Dekha hoga na shayad. Beat it. Arey bhai. Chat, it's time for celebration. Vidit is playing some good games. I have called a special guy to celebrate with all of us. I have paid him $1 gazillion. Can you shout it out for Vidit? Let's go! So Michael Jackson coming with a time travel machine and joining us to celebrate Vidit's performance. Great play. Vidit नहीं यार, मेरे को तो लगा था अभी स्कैनर अंदर ही नहीं भाई, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. कॉपीराइट नहीं है. Carlsen has won Rapid, Blitz and Classical World Championship multiple times, proves he's GOAT. Exactly. By the way, black takes with the rook and Vidit yet again plays the best move, takes on e8. Excellent play. पहली बार देखा, गायब हो यार तुम मरनू भाई. बर्थडे 99.2 crazy. Maggie doing what? Going to Maggie very soon. 2 minutes में. Okay, now knight here is stupid. Yeah, moving the knight back. Queen e8, controlling the file is the most accurate. Come on. It's beat it. Who told you so, bhai? I talked to Michael Jackson. As you can see, he's my friend. So he said it's Vidit. Queen takes c8 played. Now king f1 is possible because queen e1 is a threat. We need to control it. We cannot allow that, of course. Chad Vidit is playing some insane chess. I don't know how is he doing it, but he's playing insane chess. Insane chess. Like last 3 games, he won and he's winning the 4th game as well. King f1, best move. Bhai, what the hell is wrong with Vidit? Bhai, pehle hi ja raha hai. How is he playing such good chess? Crazy, bhai, crazy. Nice. Like it. अब 2 मिनट हो गए. Let's have a brief look while Vidit's opponent thinks कि भाई कहाँ आ गया, मैं कहाँ गलती कर दी, कैसा सावन आया है ये. Let's go to the game of Carlsen once. So Hari played the move rook to d8, which is a decent move, putting pressure on the d5 pawn. But now, chat, I think maybe white can reroute his knight, put knight f1 and knight to e3 and defend this pawn. Everyone suspicious of everyone. No suspicion there. Great game by VD. I think the thing is he's managed his clock really well. That is the element that changed. Look at the clock right now. Look at the clock. He could spend 20 to 30 minutes on this simple move because he had time on the clock. If he did not have that time, he might not play this move. As simple as that. Opening preparation increased. He had prepared till this move. I think this was the last move where preparation ran out. 17 moves of prep. Imagine, he has played 23 moves so far and he looked at 17 of them at home. So that's such a great ratio, right? So obviously you save time. So great opening preparation, great calculation and great time management so far. So he's playing really well. Going to the Vishy game now. What's happening there? Oh, Mamedyarov is not having calm intentions at all. Not calm intentions. And now, chat, if you play queen to b3, it's somehow not the same. So queen b3, knight b3, and now h5 apparently gives black some counterplay. Although I'm still not sure. For example, here, if you play rook to a1, let's say, try to activate pieces, h4, and now knight to e5. And black apparently is holding. So Vishy kind of complicated this game. And now the engine's first preference. This is a move I would never think in a million years. Rook to b1. I assume the idea is to play queen b3 now, trade queens and capture with the rook. I think that is the idea, not to move the knight. But still, very interesting move there, which is difficult to find, yeah. If Vishy finds this, awesome. That would be really cool. 99.2 by VD, 91 by Tari. Interesting. VD's memory is insane. I have seen his multiple instances. Preparations are so deep. True. So we'll see what Vishy plays. He's having a deep think. By the way, Mamedyarov has quite less time on the clock. Yo, Vinesh bhai, what's up? So Vishy has still good chances looking at the clock. I still bank on him to win this game. We need revenge from Mamedyarov for the match during Norway chess. Badle ki bhavna hamare dil mein hai bhai. Going to Gukesh's game. Gukesh slightly worse, I would say, because white has this typical Meroxy structure and b5, d5 look rather unlikely for now because the rook is on c1. So it will take some time. Meanwhile, white will play rook f d1, b3, knight c3 and again control these squares. So Gukesh right now, I would say it's still equalish, but white is the one who's pushing. If anybody is better, it's white, yeah. White also has this plan of g3 and launching an attack maybe. So he has to choose, yeah, rook f d1. I think g3 anyway is possible just to dominate this knight. Gukesh slightly worse, but of course we know Gukesh, yeah, he's also 3 of 3, so he'll come back. VD has played king f1, nothing happens. Opponent ke paas 20 minutes se kam hai. And by the way, chat, if you have played ever OTB chess, after 20 minutes, before that the chess clocks, right, they only show the minutes. They don't show the seconds. Do you know about this? So until you have more than 20 minutes on the clock, they usually don't show the seconds, many chess clocks. After 20, they start showing the seconds. So that's when you start panicking. Arey, ab to second bhi dikhne lag gaye bhai. Arey, ab to second bhi dikhne lag gaye bhai. Panic start hota thoda bahut. So maybe that's the case. So 20 minutes is a sign that you have started falling time pressure, yeah? And 17 moves to go for black, so not too much time. So going to the game of Nihal Sareen, by the way, he found the only move, knight a7. He found again one of the only moves, and Nihal seems to be equal. He should hold this, although how complicated the position has become, anybody could go wrong. Yeah, totally, it will happen. So going to Arjun's game now, king f1 played, and now h6 from Arjun. Okay, defending the pawn on g5, but it also allows queen h5, which is a bit uncomfortable, right? And now king g2 played. So white is better, no doubt. Arjun, I think, would definitely take a draw here, I think, if it was possible, because he's better. White has proper control on light squares. Look at the light squares, yeah, under white's control. Everything's white's control, and dark squares in the black control, but your pieces are blocked. What do you think about online cheating and Hans case 2? I think online cheating is a pandemic for sure, but it's not as serious as OTV cheating. Depends also what sort of online cheating. Like, is it like random games, unrated games, rated games, title Tuesday? There are many levels to this, so it's very difficult to pinpoint based on one statement. Hans ka obviously is wrong. So going back to the Carlsen game, what's happening? Carlsen still thinking. 37 minutes for Carlsen. Both players having equal time, almost 5-minute difference there. Going to the Vishy Anand game. Vishy, by the way, has to come up with some good moves here, like, because black's pieces are becoming really active now. This is the time where you get a bit scared, yeah? You have to be a bit scared now because every piece is active. Look at, even though black is exchanged down, look at every piece. Every piece is active. Knight is coming to e5 as well. Why don't you interview different chess players? It will help in growing channel. Great doing job. Thanks, Ruchi. I would love to, but I think it's something Sagabhai already does. I would like to do something different. And when you take an interview, the channel grows with the help of other people. I would like to do it based on my own thing. Twitter पे लोग Hans को defend कर रहे हैं. No to evidence. Bro, Twitter is hell. Twitter is a matter of opinion. Yeah, it's his opinions. I think nothing is evidence there. I played 25%, not like that. Which he has to come with good moves, and Vidit is playing too good. If someone just came here, he'd assume we actually reverse names. Anyway, 2900 yellow possible, but very unlikely. By the way, Aryan Tari has played queen to c8. That is a mistake. He should have kept the queen active and gone to e5. He played queen c8. That's apparently a serious mistake. Not winning the advantage for VD yet, but now queen to e2, taking the e file in our control, it gives VD a higher advantage now. And chat, the knight is slowly, so black can probably play knight f5 by himself. And now knight e5, queen f5, even queen to e5 gives white a slight edge. This endgame, as I mentioned, this pawn, याद है मैंने आधा घंटा पहले कहा था, ये pawn जो है a5, this is a big problem. This is a big problem. Collab नहीं करोगे, channel नहीं बढ़े आगे. You have to be a little flexible with your approach, भाई. I am totally flexible, भाई. You should see me do yoga. But the issue is कि भाई collab किसके साथ? किसके साथ? There are no YouTubers in chess in India, यार. Apart, there are people at 1 million and there are people at like 50k. उसके बीच में कोई है ही नहीं. If it's not Hans' fault, he just bad notations. I don't think the notations are that bad though. Yeah, so VD getting an edge chat depends on whether he wants to trade pieces though. That's an important detail. Let's see what happens. How come VD has 30 minutes per advantage? I just joined. Yeah, he had an hour advantage, by the way. It's gone down a little bit to, let's say now 35 minutes. It was much, much higher earlier. Levik is a collab. Yeah, Hindi says India has won. But mostly, I think I speak like 75% English, 25% Hindi. So I think the audience is not technically overlappable, yeah. Bishop endgame, I'm not sure it's a draw. Some chances of white. Going back to Nihal's game, by the way, knight c6 played, knight c6 and bishop to e4. And of course, rook k6 is the only move. White is still pushing against Nihal, yeah. He's trying to come up with play, some uncomfortable play. For example, rook k6 now, and now you can take and also play rook b8, but luckily we have other pieces to d8, so it's all fine. But yeah, Nihal he's trying to put slight pressure on Nihal. Come on, VD, find some good moves here, finish up. Also, queen c3 is also possible, chat. That's the second plan. Queen c3 attacking this, and now black has to give the bishop. This also seems to be in fact, I like this move much better than the previous one because now there's an imbalance, bishop against knight. I like this much better now. I think he will play queen c3. I think he will play this move. Hans, just like me for the best beats part. Arey yaar. Why did you collab with Levy? He knows you. Yeah, knowing doesn't mean collabs are possible, right? Because both parties should gain something from the collab. समय के साथ collab एक दिन में subscriber double. हाँ, I think वो फिर हेरा फेरी में यही बोलना चाहिए था. Like समय का collab करवाएंगे भाई, आपने पैसे दो हमें. Very saying the collab, nice. And he played Queen C3. I'm not surprised. He plays the best move. भाई VD is crushing today, man. आज VD को क्या हो गया भाई? आज तो मतलब literally like he's playing the best chess possible. Like not even a single mistake there. Not even a single mistake, buddy. That's how good it is. And now black has to give the bishop no other move. Bishop b6, for example, if you play, now I have knight c6, threatening mate in 1 and winning the pawn, so you resign. He is high. Not beats, by not beats. It's not beats. That's just your greed. I think VD is playing some amazing chess. His coach is Hans Riemann. I think Hans has too much on his plate right now to coach people. Tennis accuracy of VD if possible. I think somebody mentioned it was 99.2. It's 99.0. Look at this. Look at this, chat. Look at the accuracy. 99.0. And black is playing at 98.7. And still VD is almost winning. Bhai sahab, imagine. Kitna high quality game hai ye. Insane play by both players, by the way. Going to the Vishy game, has something been played? Not yet. Vishy definitely is a bit stressed out. Yeah, he's not so happy. Vishy's accuracy is 97.5. Mamedyarov is 94.9. Gukesh opponent played g3, the best move. Nihal Sarin's opponent bishop a6. King g2, nothing happened here. What happened to Harikrishna? Something has happened. Oh, nothing has happened here after rook d8. Carlsen is still thinking. He's gone below Hari on the clock now. So it looks like time is equal in this position. So Carlsen not able to find a clear plan to gain the edge. He's also a bit confused. What is the best plan? Even the world champion struggles. Only Hans doesn't. So great move there. Going to the game of Vishy Anand. Still complicated position. Why isn't Queen 9 better than Queen and Bishop? So why VD is better? It depends on the position. That's why you cannot generalize. I can highly recommend, there's a book I think by Daniel Naroditsky on strategic endgames where he discusses this topic in detail. So what happens is it depends on the position. For example, if let's say black could possibly place his knight on let's say d4, e4 on a defended square, and the queen has possibilities to enter into the position, then the queen and knight can do more damage. But in this position, because there are no such squares for black, like no such squares. Imagine, let me do a hypothetical scenario. Let's say this happens. Queen comes back, d4. Hypothetical, completely hypothetical. Let's just play random moves, okay? Just random moves, yeah? Random moves. And now you see suddenly it's showing black is better. Why? It's still bishop against knight, right? Why did it change? Because the knight has an excellent square near the white king, the bishop is blocked, and suddenly black is the one pushing. And the only reason white is still holding is because of this weak a5 pawn. Agar ye pawn kahin maan lo aur hota like here, I think black would be next to like almost winning this. So this is why it's important that black does not have good square for his knight and white has very active play. And for after this is just a mating threat, right? And this is just so dangerous. This pawn is weak. This pawn is weak. Knight has no good squares. This pawn is weak and too many weaknesses. Is it winning for VD? Maybe not yet. Black has counterplay. The king is still slightly open. But I would say VD is close to winning. एक बात बताओ, आज स्ट्रीम खत्म करने के बाद लीड कर देते हो, which is when to push for likes. No, I don't leave the streams. It's still there, unlisted. You can actually check the streams if you are on Discord. You can go to the link and check the streams out. There's no deletion there. And also likes promote the stream when they are live, not after the streams. That's why likes are kind of beneficial. So going to the game of Carlsen. Oh, Ruko, what happened here? So Carlsen played knight to e4, which was not apparently the best move. Still a good move, though not the best one. And black played knight to f6, which apparently is not a good move. And now knight takes, queen takes. And what happened was the queen got distracted. The queen started on the queen side. Now this pawn is attacked. Right now, taking would be, possible but a bit risky because now I can take the d5 pawn. It's becoming too simplified. But maybe rook to c5 and kind of, defending this pawn, preparing doubling up of the rooks. Maybe rook b5 as well, attacking this pawn. So, yeah, queen. This is a bit uncomfortable, but Harikrishna can draw this. I don't think he can win this. But this pawn might be a pain in the ass. ये जो pawn है ना, मेरे को लग रहा है ये और ये exchange रहेंगे at some point, and this pawn will run. This pawn will run for its life, and then Harikrishna will have to come some clever defensive play. And now, ironically enough, Carlsen would love to have this pawn on g3. He would love to have this pawn on g3. This is a weakness now because I have control over dark squares. See how the position changes. Vishy mistake again. क्या बात कर रहे हो? So Vishy played the move rook f1, which is the third best move according to the engines. But it is a logical move because this is attacked. You want to defend this. That makes sense. Yes. But now knight f1's path is cut. And the king is also cut. Like, अगर यहाँ पे mate हुई तो कोई बचाने नहीं आ पाएगा अब. Because there is nowhere to defend. Like, the question is, what happens after knight to e5? Isn't this a bit scary? This looks a bit scary to me. h5 incoming, knight f3 incoming, bishop e4 incoming, a bit scary. Even rook f3 might be a move, buddy. For example, let's say you play a random move. Yeah, rook, like, I don't know, like, let's say white just waits, rook a1. I would not be, yeah, देखा? One wrong move and black is completely winning now. So knight f3 check, knight takes, rook takes, and white resigns. So Vishy is one move away from a loss. He has to be very, very careful now. And then there's a game where Arjun had which in every move was red or yellow. Yes, exactly. What is Tari thinking? He didn't obviously take the knight. So Vishy under pressure, I think. We will have to see what Vishy plays. Mamedyarov also under pressure, by the way, because he has less time on the clock. That's why trading queens is very important. Whenever you such as attack, like if you're playing a game of chess, you see this attack incoming on you. You can see the king is weak. Trade queens at the earliest. Vishy, I think, kind of underestimated the attack a little bit, maybe. And he's under slight pressure here. So, chicken tari kya hai bhai? Ye kya hai bhai? Going to the Vidit game again. By the way, what's the current position? So queen c3 hasn't played. So somebody asking, why is Tari thinking? So Tari is trying to not calculate the alternatives. I don't think Tari is thinking, what happens after bishop b6? What if I sack this pawn and allow this? I don't think that's what he's calculating. He's calculating this to as deep as he can. He's trying to understand what is the current evaluation. So I think what happened was Tari completely missed queen c3. That is the only, because otherwise he would not play queen c8. So Tari completely missed this move. And now he's so surprised. He's trying to come up with defense. But look at the time, chat. VD has 5 times the time than his opponent. 5 guna time hai bhai. Kabhi socha tha kya? This is the advantage having more time. What do you think is possible in 4 to 5 years? We can see top Indian young players in candidates. I think 4 to 5 is too long. As we just saw yesterday, Gukesh is playing the Asian Continental. And if he comes in top 5 in a tournament where he's the top seed, he'll play the World Cup literally just next year or this year, next year I think when it is. And that means he could technically play the next candidate itself. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see an Indian in the next candidate itself. And 4 to 5 years from now, I think we'll see at least 2 to 3 players from India for sure. So, this game looks interesting. VD on top. But chat, I don't know what you feel. I think you will also be happy. It just feels so nice to VD play this well. Because itne time se hum stream kar rahe hain na, it's like it feels so nice. Because not only is he playing well, he's also maintaining his clock. It just feels so satisfying. He's playing so well. So, hats off to VD for this play, and I hope he continues like this. So, going to the Nihal Sarin game, is it a draw? He plays rook a6 and knight to f3. White is still fighting. White is like, bhai, abhi nahi. Abhi thoda bahut khelte hain. So he's still fighting. Arjun still under slight pressure. Queen d7, h3 played, controlling the g4 square. And now rook a d8. Arjun puts some pressure. But again, it's problem of the minor pieces. These 2 pieces are stupid. No good squares for the pieces. That's the issue. So I think Yeah, Arjun under slight pressure. Going to the game of Gukesh. Gukesh played the move knight to e7. And now rook f d1. I think Gukesh is slightly worse here, unfortunately. White is controlling the king side. He's controlling the center. He will slowly control the queen side maybe on a good day. So Gukesh is the one I'm the most worried about today. But if I have to bank on somebody coming, from behind and defeating his opponent, it has to be Gukesh. We saw him do this again and again and again in the Olympiad, and he'll do it again. So we go to the game of Vishy again. Has he played something? No. Mamedyarov thinking he has 22 minutes. Going to Carlsen's game. And Carlsen yet again playing the best moves. And now Queen B6 and chat. यहाँ पे Queen G5 was the best move. Apparently one of the best moves. Carlsen plays the second best move. Queen to E3. Defending the rook. Attacking the E5 pawn. I am a bit scared for Hari too. वीडी को विन करते देख आंसू आते हैं. नॉट गोना लाई, नो मैटर हाउ मच जोक अबाउट हिम, आई ऑलवेज रूटिंग फॉर विन. कितना टाइम हो गया ऐसे वीडी को देखते हुए, लिटरली क्राइंग राइट नाउ. अरे यार ऐसी बात भी नहीं है. Yeah, but that's true, man. Even I feel so happy. Why don't players call out their opponents in chess like in other sports? I think players are kind of very introverts, and they kind of are very down to earth. Not everybody is a Hans Niemann. Like, the inner part of me really wants Hans to be innocent, because then we'll have a player who's like totally brazen, doesn't give a fuck about anything in the world. That's the kind of players we want. Chess will become more drama and more interesting. But on the other hand, it's like, he doesn't feel like a guy who probably got away without cheating. Like, the evidence points in the other direction so far. So we'll see how it goes. Why did I change the thumbnail? Because I think this one is better. Today we had some interesting matches, so I had to change it. So Queen 3 played now. Hari under pressure again. How do you defend this pawn? For example, you play Queen to D6, which seems to be the most obvious move. The Queen is now passive. So the entire purpose of a Queen, which is worth 9 points, is to defend a pawn which is worth 1 point. That is obviously not correct, right? That is obviously not correct. So yeah, Carlsen is slightly better. Magnus also काफी arrogant. Yeah, but Hans is much more arrogant, by the way. Like, in terms of arrogance charts, I think Hans is way above. Not only is he more arrogant, but he's also like much weaker. Like, if you're a world champion, you deserve to be arrogant a little bit. You have that right. So, going to the game of Vishy Anand, has something happened? Not yet, chat, not yet. Mamedyarov knows this is a critical moment. I think knight e5 ही खेलना पड़ेगा उसको, कोई option है नहीं. I don't see anything else. Another choice, by the way, very interesting one, is bishop f7, maybe getting the bishop on this diagonal. Also possible, by the way, also possible. This is not our Solly. This is our Solly, bhai. He's a member, bhai. Bishop member hai, so this is our Solly. True triple baby. ये क्या था भाई? ये क्या था? Hope I did the accent correctly now. मम्मी दिया. ये क्या है मम्मी दिया रो? Your t-shirt looks good today. Thank you, buddy. Vishy is also arrogant and deservedly. Vishy is not arrogant at all, buddy. Not at all. Vishy is very down to earth. I don't think he's arrogant. At least I've never seen him be like, say, arrogant. Yeah, never. Triple crown. Okay, that makes sense. Welcome, Ravi bhai. So going to the game of Vishy. Oh, by the way, this happened. After Queen C3, he took on D4. That's was the first move. Queen takes D4 and knight to F5. I think that's the only move, right? I mean, what else? This is mate. So knight F5 now. And chat, this is a typical endgame where you grind down your opponent. Grind matlab not the naughty one. Slowly, steadily. इधर थोड़ा attack. इधर चला मैं, उधर चला. कभी इधर defend किया तो king यहाँ. Let's say queen 8. Then you play, let's say, जाने कहा मैं किधर चला. And you can see slowly but surely you will get to this pawn. अगर ये pawn गया and black does not get any counterplay, black resigns because a pawn will run. A pawn will run like crazy. So I think VD has great practical chances. Queen c5 here would be an excellent move. Let's see what happens. All Islam, कैसे हो भाई? Arjun is now number 2. Yeah, but he's losing rating like crazy. Yeah, he's bleeding rating like crazy. He lost a lot of rating in the Olympiad and his form has not been the best recently. ठीक भाई, आज friend ने cheese बस famous पिज़्ज़ा खा लिया birthday treat में. Awesome. कोई लालच नहीं है भाई. My diet is awesome. I feel healthy as fuck. So not exactly healthy, but I'm turning towards it. If I were instead of Hans, I would have just shouted in the interview and shown them What the analysis, actual analysis, and instead of saying chess speaks for itself again. Exactly. You can be arrogant. You can be arrogant and aggressive if you're Virat Kohli, Magnus Carlsen. True. If you're the best, you can probably be, or you can get away with it. Otherwise, not. Anyways, chat. Going to the game of Harikrishna Arjun, who was struggling a little bit. So white played Queen G4, probably a very good move, because if Arjun takes, for example, let's say instead of Rook F7, he had taken on G4. H takes, opens the H file, gets me the F5 square. Whenever I get my Knight D6, Knight F5, you just lose. Black will be just lost, because this Knight on F5 will be a beast. So black can pretty much hope कि ये दिन कभी देखना ना पड़े कि Knight D6 आ जाए. So that's the issue. So white is slightly better, not by much though. Nihal's game is still equal, I would say. Drawish, most likely a draw. Vidit, as we saw, is cruising right now. Gukesh right now is a bit struggling, but as we have seen again and again, that will be equal. Going to Vishy's game now. Oh, he plays Knight to E5. Vishy under pressure. As we saw, Rook E1 loses on the spot. What will Vishy play now? Will he go F4 and just go for it? That might be the idea of Rook F1, to get out of this pin and just go completely with it. And King pura hi khol do bhai. I mean, if you're being accused of cheating and you're innocent, you should actually be proud that you're playing so good. Maybe, but I think itna pressure bhi na ho. That's so funny that Vidit didn't even lose single game in Olympiad. He won 2 games and he lost too many ratings. I think he did not lose too many ratings though. For about, I think he lost like 2-3 points. Time control 90 minutes 30 seconds plus 30 minutes after 40 moves. Come on, come on, come on. By the way, let's analyze F4, yeah? What happens after F4? So F4 looks like a logical move, and black cannot go F3 now because the rook does not defend that square. If Knight F3, I can just pick for free. So Knight C4 is the move now. And the question is this bishop hanging? So what do you do? If you take here, I will also take. And now this pawn becomes kind of a beast. So you play F5 to block this bishop. But now bishop F7 and the bishop is coming closer to the king. And both these bishops cutting across the king is a bit unnerving, right? So we go back to this position. Let's say after F4, Knight C4, let's say, takes, and now, sorry, he plays bishop F2 instead, which is the best move. Black probably will not take. He will go back to E7 and again maintain this pressure. Now F4 is hanging. So it's like black is maintaining pressure and it's not easy for white to coordinate. For example, let's say Knight C4, Queen C4, again, bishop coming to D6, attacking this. This pawn is hanging. What do you do? Let's say you defend bishop E3. Now comes bishop E4, and in fact, black is again better. So this pawn is a beast, so you have to be very careful. Mummy ne diya ro. Like if someone accused Magnus of cheating, he'd probably smile because people are basically complimenting his play and I get accused of cheating. I will clarify it as my beats finally got caught. Exactly. If white overextends too much, some tactic will come for black. Exactly. If white waits around or just extends too much, there will be an issue. I think white has to find some precise moves here. When did this become a chess channel? Why are you analyzing variations? Check actually is 99.7. Do you mean for VD or Vishy? Vishy is 97.5. If queens are trade off, that's awesome. But if you play queen to b3 here, I think black can just play the move knight to f3 check. And you can't take this knight because the queen would hang. So queen b3 is no longer a great move now. वो तो बढ़िया खेल रहा है. Yesterday he was excellent. Yeah, exactly. G5 trapped. Unfortunately, तुम bishop trap तो कर दिए, but it's like trapping a bomb in your own underwear. It will blow off everything. So I'm not so sure if this is a trap you want. And now knight f3 check. Knight takes, rook takes. Yeah, you trap the bishop. But how do you get to the bishop now? Not so sure about this one, buddy. Not so sure. This is going to be mate very, very soon. So yeah, that's the issue. Let's go to the game of VD now. ठीक है भाई, इग्नोर कर दो भाई. इग्नोर क्या कर रहे हैं यार, पढ़ तो रहे हैं. Gukesh will lose today due to time. I think Gukesh if doesn't manage time well, he will collapse one day. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, although he's always come back. So let's see what happens. VD game accuracy 99.7 कह रहे हैं क्या? No, it's 99 just now, not 99.7. I think. You won, but at what cost? Exactly. With gonna win 90%, opponent needs 15 more accurate moves for time control, which is impossible to hold with 10 minutes. Exactly. And this is the point, right? 10 minutes for 15 moves. That's already done. Gukesh blundered what? Okay, chat. Now in this position, Gukesh just played the move e5. Now strategically, this makes some sense because you want to play d6. Let's say white plays king g2. You play d6 now. You prevent the queen side at once. And next you want to play knight to d4. That I think is okay for black. In fact, white might even sack an exchange. That's how strong this knight is. But what Gukesh probably underestimated is the move c5 here, which is apparently strong for white, preventing d6. And now knight to c3 and knight to b6 are both possible, yeah? And the knight is coming to d5. And the issue is you can't capture now. For example, let's say I play queen b7 and now knight to d5. I can't take this knight ever because knight d5, ed5 and you resign. You resign then. King uthao or j mein dalo. Simple. Because these pawns are going to destroy the game. So that is the problem. And if this position happens on the board, Gukesh can't win this. Can't win this. Impossible. On a good day, he draws or he just loses. So I think e5 was an ambitious move, a good one, but he kind of underestimated c5 here. So hopefully white doesn't see it. It's possible he misses that move and just gives black one more move to go d6. Pedrochuk bhai, देखो यूक्रेन में भी काफी स्ट्रेस है भाई, आप इतना स्ट्रेस ना ले, जल्दी खेले, थोड़ा टाइम वेस्ट ना करे भाई. Going to the game of Vidit, by the way, nothing has happened. Going to the game of Carlsen. Bomber sounds like a dub title of a Bhojpuri film. Nahi bhai. So queen a7 played by Harikrishna. So he basically gets to the a file so he can give checks now, attack the white king. Carlsen, calmly plays queen to c1, says bhai kahe ka check, bhai kahe ka check. And now black plays bishop b7. But the issue is the queen is literally doing nothing now. And now after h3 defending the pawn, giving his king an escape route, I think white will probably dominate this game. I think Carlsen will win this, chat. Unfortunately, Carlsen will win this, I think. I think Carlsen is now attacking. He can also play h4, by the way. Even use this pawn for an attack. And Carlsen seems to be better, yeah? He's in proper control of the only important file. And yeah, this looks difficult. If c5 then takes on c5, let me look at that. So if, for example, you play, let's say, c5 here, and you take this, that brings the knight into the game. Look at this weakness. Look at this weakness. And look at this square weakness. Now bishop will come to c4. Oh, that is just torture. Once this bishop comes here, this is just torture. And how do you save this pawn, by the way? This is gone, right? a5 because knight a6 and you resign. So this is just gone. This is just gone. So that doesn't work. And we go to the VD game. What's happening? VD played the move queen d3. Apparently queen c5 was a bit stronger, but queen d3 also a very strong move, unleashing the power of the bishop towards the black's lap. And now it's looking difficult. Yo, Shoy, bye. Will Gukesh lose yellow if he draws? I think Gukesh will lose something like 1.5 points. Not much if he draws. Draw will be a decent result here. I think I can guarantee if Gukesh is offered a draw, he'll take it. He'll take it 100%. Chat, do like the stream, bhai. Let's get to 500 likes. And if you're here for the first time, do hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Stephen, bhai. Unleashing power of the black queen. Second channel, 4 will last reference. True. What about Vishy match? Vishy match is still going on. By the way, Vishy played f4. He played f4. And black played knight c4. By the way, Mamedyarov has 18 minutes now. 18 minutes for 10 moves. That's enough time technically. But what will Vishy play now? I think he has to take or play bishop f2. Only 2 moves are possible. Magnus played h4. क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? भाई Carlsen क्या आदमी है रे? Going back to Carlsen's game. I don't know how Carlsen's opponents feel, but I assume it feels like you're slowly running out of breath. Like I can imagine you feeling that you squeeze हो रहा है भाई, squeeze हो रहा है भाई, हो गए squeeze भाई, squeeze हो गए. धीरे you will get that feeling, yeah. I think that's what his opponents feels. Rook takes e2 कैसे? हम दोनों के knight है बीच में तनिष्का. You might exchange rooks, but you're losing at least a pawn in every variation. a6 तो मरेगा ही. At best you be a pawn down, and with the bad position on d5 square gone. That's my brother in basement says, ये क्या है भाई? Queen 8 now, yeah, but the thing is, this pawn, no, it's like a bait. I just play h5 now. Let's say you take, आपने मार दिया. Now it's just lost because bishop takes d5. And अगर इतनी हिम्मत हुई तो rook c8 check. And the queen is lost. So you can't even take on d5. This is not a real threat. That's the crazy part. It's not a real threat. That's why the h pawn is important. He wants to do it in alpha 0 fashion. Put the pawn on h6, queen g5, queen f6, queen c7 mate. Khatam, resigns. That's the simple plan. And queen, देखो ना, it's like queen side control कर ली, सेंटर में पास पॉन है, दोनों हमारे जेब में है. अब किंग साइड पे अटैक स्टार्ट कर दिया है. अब वो कह रहा है तो क्वीन साइड पे अपना गेम दे दो, पीसेस हटा दो यहां से, मैं क्वीन साइड पेनिट्रेट करूंगा. अगर होल्ड रहे रखोगे तो सिंपल है भाई, टक 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 एंड यू रिजाइन. सो हरी इज गेटिंग स्क्वीज्ड फ्रॉम ऑल एंगल्स. दिस इज नॉट लुकिंग कंफर्टेबल एट ऑल. Carlsen also squeezed the doll in his. Abhi yaar. Let's go to the game of Vishy Anand, who has 32 minutes on this clock. He has enough time to calculate everything, but the position is very complicated now. I guess ये position में आप भी हरी को हरा दोगे. I wouldn't go that far. But I will fight well. Like इस position I can fight against Hari for sure, because the plan is so simple, na. Like once you see h4, it's not a big deal. You look at the plan, you see, understand, it's pretty simple. But of course, Hari will most likely end up fighting much better against me. Seeing today's game of Gukesh, it's obvious Gukesh will lose to Carlsen if he plays him now. I would love to see that battle though. I think it will be interesting to see how Carlsen outplays him. Yeah, that we still like. We saw Arjun play Carlsen. We got some perspective on his level. Yeah, so it's important to them to play. Chat, VD Black played c5, the best move, and VD again played the best preference, bishop to c3. But this move is no surprise. This is the most obvious move. The idea being by weakness hai, weakness do. Weakness hai, weakness low. Simple plan. And I can also support this with queen to b5 if I want to. And the black queen is tied to defend the knight, so it can't dance around to queen c7 to defend this pawn, because everything is hanging. d5 is hanging. By the way, chat, important question. Important question. Isn't this pawn hanging? Can white take this pawn here? ये free pawn क्यों नहीं मारा है VD ने chat? Why do you think? Is it possible to take this pawn? भाई सारे 700 वाले सोच रहे हैं d5 क्यों नहीं मारा? वही मैंने बोला अभी. Yes, exactly. You can't take this pawn because knight e3, and unfortunately white will have to resign. So you can see how easy to spoil the game in one move. Yeah. हाँ भाई, exactly. Greedy, इतना भी greedy नहीं. Exactly. इतना भी funny था, sorry भाई. So you can't do that. And black plays c4, which is not a good move. That is a mistake. And VD एक second में प्यादा मार रहे हैं, and it is completely winning for VD now, chat. For example, queen c4 will be resigns because queen c4 pawn takes bishop a5, and this pawn will run like crazy, bitch. हेलो रोडीज, अभी चल रहा है क्या सीजन आपको के लेटेस्ट? या पता नहीं, मैं गाली वाले देने लग गया हूँ. लग रहा है आई कैन डू वेल इन रोडीज नाउ. या अच्छा, फिट होना पड़ेगा क्या? ठीक है, 6 महीने में आता हूँ. ठीक है. ओके, ठीक है, बाय. So dc4 now should be the move, and so dc4 is the only move, and now I want to play queen d5, but I can't yet. So queen e4 maybe, keeping this side, keeping queen e5 is next, by the way, threatening this and this, and this looks completely winning for VD. So I think Aryan Tari बेचारे 4 मिनट है उनके पास, and is going to be lost soon. -50 ये क्या है भाई? VD clip please. अभी नहीं भाई. 6 महीने रुक जा, मेरी बॉडी बनने वाली है सारी. टिकू probably. Tikku in 15 years will be the fine gold of the Indian chest. भाई, are you kidding? कौन था ये बंदा भाई? 15 साल में फाइन गोल्ड. अनोनी माउस, रुको भाई. Ben Feingold age. He's 53, buddy. I am 30. 30 plus 15 is not 53. ये क्या मजाक है भाई? VD's accuracy, please. I will let you know by Akisuko. It's still 99. I should refresh and check again. Ruko, let me refresh. Maybe it's increased, yeah? Let me check now. Oh, 99.3 accuracy, by the way. 99.3 accuracy for VD. And he plays it. He plays again the best move. भाई कुछ तो हो गया VD को भाई. समझ नहीं आ रहा भाई. फेल ही जा रहा है भाई हर किसी को. क्या खेल रहा है रे लौंडा. खतरनाक गेम खेल रहा है रे. क्वीन को माना था पर वो तो ये क्या है रे. किसी गेम लगे रे. आई थिंक अर्जुन विशी किसी गेम लगे. हरिकृष्णा सबकी तो गेम हो गई यार. किसी गेम एक ही गेम लगे यार आई थिंक जो हमें देखी नहीं. गुकेश या गुकेश. गुकेश का ओपोनेंट अभी खेला नहीं है. अभी भी चांस है. Vishy Anand, by the way, has not played yet. He's running low on clock now. Nihal, Sareen, what's happening here? Let's have a look at the game. So after the move G3, knight to D4 was played, and white played rook to B7, still putting some slight pressure on the C7 pawn. He wants this pawn for free. Wanted, will not get it. Going to Arjun's game. What's happening here? We have an end game now. Wow, ruko. So we saw till rook f7, bishop to c1, knight to e7 was a slight mistake because queen d7, rook d7 and knight to c5 is better for white. He plays rook d5 and here white again plays the best move h4. So Korobov is trying to defeat Arjun and he seems to be having good chances because bishop h6 is a threat, knight b7 is a possible threat, the e5 pawn is weak. And I think Arjun is under huge pressure this time. Arjun's opponent looks like Hans. I think his hairstyle is like Hans, not his exactly though. That's the final boss of an anime. True. And somehow somebody came with a cheat code and defeated the final boss, so he's pissed, yeah. Knight f5, not a good move. Rook h5 for white is much better. So this is difficult for Arjun. Going to the Harikrishna game, nothing has been played by Harikrishna. 15 minutes on the clock with 15 moves to go. Going to Vidit's game. Yeah, we saw the VD game, queen e4. VD is completely winning now. The threat is queen e5 maybe. And at this point, the knight has no squares. Look at this bishop, by the way. What a piece. It controls e1, so no mating ideas. It attacks g7, so mating ideas for white. It attacks a5, so queenside play for white. What a beautiful bishop on c3, man. Crazy bishop. Yeah, VD crushing it. And so far, VD is the only one who's winning, right? So because Hari is worse, he played queen b6, which is trying to come to the defense on the king side. But Carlsen can just continue h5. And I don't see clear defense for Hari. It's definitely looking difficult. So going to the game of Arjun again. Chat, right now, Arjun is struggling. Hari is struggling. Nihal is equal. Vishy happened. By the way, Vishy took on c4, queen c4 and f5. He found the best moves. So Vishy is still slightly better. And Gukesh also struggling. So today we have a lot of players struggling. Guki, Arjun and Hari struggling. Nihal equal. Vishy slightly better but in a very complicated position with many attacking ideas for black. And Vidit is the only guy who's better today. And queen d7 played. Now chat, the important question is, will he pick up this pawn or will he just kind of try to defend? This is the critical moment. King e2, also a very logical move, trying to defend everything. King e2 seems to be a logical move, but then maybe black takes on a4. He can't take on a4, actually knight is hanging. Maybe that's the move, yeah. King e2, very solid move. You can also take on a5, by the way, also possible. Queen d1 check. You can just play king f2 and there is no more checks. So queen d4 would not work, takes, and just, I think bishop b6, knight c2 and a5 and knight b4 and the king comes up slowly to the squares and picks up the knight. So this should be winning. भाई मेंबर सब भाव दो. अरे ऐसी भाई कैसे यार? Arjun is wearing a t-shirt similar to yours, Shikha भाई. Really? देखना पड़ेगा अभी. VD in beats mode. Why VD? Chat, this is what I was talking about, by the way. When VD has time on the clock, look at the time. This is the difference. This is difference between VD playing as a Taiso level and VD playing at a Taiso level. This is the entire difference. Yeah. 39 minutes 13 seconds against 1 minute 50 seconds. Aryan Tari, Norway number 2 है भाई. Not an easy player. Sigma नहीं क्या कर सकते भाई. Let's see अगर VD जीतता तो. Gukesh agar has 12 minutes for 20 moves, too hard for him to say this one. That's true. Gukesh having a tough time today. Some guy somewhere. Tikku bhai, namaste Pulkit bhai. Hope video Indian one soon. Yeah, I think we should not go too far. I think इतना तो I think अब video one बोलेंगे तो फिर बाद में it might not happen. We might feel sad. For now, I'm really happy कि he's back in form. I'm really happy he's back in form. Vidit draw वाले गायब हो गए. या वो draw वाले तो मजाक करते हैं. अरे that draw वाले is not the problem. Problem वो है जो they put out hate. I think draw वाले तो मजाक करते हैं usually. 3-2 level actually. Yeah, true. But I think वो until you have one draw वो inflated होता है performance. Current VD rating is I think 2715 or something, 2716. So he gained like 5 points or so. Can VD win Tarsil chess if he plays like this? Yes, absolutely yes. 100 बार हाँ बोला ना हाँ. VD ने AG के साथ ट्रेनिंग की. भाई कुछ तो काम आई रही ट्रेनिंग मुझे लग रहा है. Going to the Harikrishna game, did something happen? Oh, रुको. After Queen B6, Carlsen went on with H5 and Hari played H6. Now this cannot be captured just yet because the rook is hanging. But now H takes G6. And if F takes G6, your king side. This is so weak. ये तो literally धागे पे तुम टांग के बैठे हो भाई. Literally. इस धागे पे king side टांग के बैठी है भाई. Like I am not happy with this position for Hari. King पूरा नंगा हो चुका है यार. This is not a good position for the black king. So I'm hoping Hari can hold this somehow. Looks very difficult. Bishop is coming to E4 as well. So Hari is struggling still, going to the Gukesh game. Black missed it. Black missed C5. Very important detail. Black missed C5. So Gukesh is back in the game. But white also prevented D6. So not completely back. He also prevented this move. So it's still better for white. But at least Gukesh is no longer losing, yeah? वो धागा platinum का है. ये क्या है? Some guy. Those two pawns ऐसे लग रहे हैं जैसे नहाने के बाद टॉवल भूल गए. यार true. Actually true भाई. बाथरूम से निकल रहे हो भाई आप. किंग को यहां चलो भाई और 2-3 कलर कर दो पानी ड्रॉप्स के भाई. बढ़िया यार. Vote कराओ which Indian chess player we want to see the next India number 1. I think we can do that. We can have a poll very quickly. Let me quickly just put out that जो मैं खोलता हूँ. मतलब you know what I'm talking about, no? Let me open that up very quickly and then we can have that. Yeah, करते हैं भाई. It'll be fun. Who will be next India number 1 कर सकते हैं something like this. भाई उस चैलेंज वालों ने बीट्स को सीरियसली ले लिया. कल चेक. हाँ they checked many things yesterday भाई. अर्जुन गेम में कुछ क्रेजी हुआ है क्या? Chat Arjun is and rook h5 played by the opponent. Lot of pressure on Arjun. There's pressure on e5. There's pressure on h6. There's pressure on b7. क्या बचाएगा भाई? क्या बचाएगा? Arjun looks very difficult. I have to admit, not looking easy for Arjun at all. Like it's not even close. So VD played something. Let's go to the VD game. VD played King E2. Very safe choice by VD. Not trying to calculate too much. Very safe choice. The poll is coming in any second. Chat, I'm opening it up very quickly. So King E2 played, so prevents any sort of checks. The queen cannot come in now. So let's see क्या होता है. By the chat, let's do it. ठीक है, let's do it. Let's do the poll, chat. Let's do the poll. तैयार हो chat? रुको मैं बताता हूँ कब करना है. ठीक है, wait chat. Wait chat. Wait a second chat. Okay, why is it so small though? Chat, let's go chat. Let me set who will be the next India number 1 chat. Ruko, let me make it bigger. I think I made it smaller. Ruko. Yes, who will be the next India number 1 chat? Let's go. The next India number 1. Let's see भाई कौन होगा. Let's go for it. Let's see. भाई आ क्यों नहीं रहा? भाई हाँ गायब ही हो गया भाई. रुको. What happened? It vanished. Let me fix it, bhai. रुको. Let me fix it. रुको. Did I fix it though? I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. मोदी जी कहां से आ गए रे ऑप्शन में? रुको, let's do that one. Let's do that. That always works. Yeah, that always works. That always works. काम कर रहा है क्या? Something is wrong with this. I don't know why. It's not working. Yeah, it's not working. Look, let me refresh. Let me refresh. I think तब काम करेगा. हाँ. Mostly. Hope so. कर भाई काम, क्यों नहीं कर रहा यार? हेलो हेलो, अभी तो काम कर रहा था रे. चल गया भाई, बैठ गया भाई. बैठ गया भाई. इट्स नॉट वर्किंग फॉर नाउ. सो फिलहाल के लिए बंद करते हैं, बाद में देखेंगे इसको. बाद में देखेंगे. लेट्स गो टू द मेन थिंग. या सो बाद में देखते हैं. बाद में 96 प्लेयर ब्लैक. नॉट अ गुड मूव. नॉट अ गुड मूव. विल कम वेरी क्विकली दैट पोल भाई, बहुत जल्दी करेंगे. So 96 that allows me to simply play queen to e5, attacking this. This is just over. Queen a8 check and queen takes a5 is also possible. I think this is all done and dusted. It's all finishing off. It's about to finish off a VD. बहुत जल्दी भाई खत्म होने वाला यार, बहुत जल्दी. Tiku's poll for and it's back. Chad, you can vote now. Let's go bhai. Let's see who is India's number one bhai. Let's see who's India number one bhai. Let's go chat. Modi ji ne bhai. Who's India number one? अबे मोदी जी ने यार, चेस प्लेयर में, among chess players buddy, among chess players. मोदी जी गांधी टॉप पे. वीडी दिख रहा है मुझे. गुकेश ब्लंडर कह रहा है कोई. रियली विल हैव अ लुक दैट. गुकेश दिख रहा है. वीडी अर्जुन भाई, मोदी जी चेस नहीं खेलते यार. चैट, मोदी चेस नहीं खेलते हैं भाई, जस्ट सेइंग. गुकेश या ये मिया कौन है? इंटरेस्टिंग. अनीशा कौन लिख रहा है रे? ठीक है भाई, तुमने मोदी जी को चेस खिलाया तो भाई फिर तो हम क्या ही डिस्कस कर रहे हैं भाई. फिर तो क्या ही डिस्कस करना है. मोदी जी को ही फर्स्ट आना है हर जगह तो भाई. ठीक है भाई, मोदी जी फर्स्ट भाई, बढ़िया. Let's go back now. By the way, 96 played by black, so VD can now just give a check and pick up the pawn if he wants to, and VD seems to be in complete control. By the way, Nihal Sareen has drawn. Shall we again go to the poll again? पहले game देखते हैं. So Modi ji first time in chess, very interesting. So he took on f3 and played bishop g5, rook a7, takes, and this is a draw. So Nihal Sareen has drawn his game. Now going to the game of Gukesh D. What's happening? Oh, he played the move rook e8 and he is struggling. Queen d6. वो खत्म हो गया चैट, अभी बाद में देखेंगे उसको भाई. Queen d6. Gukesh is struggling. I don't think he will survive this game, unfortunately. This is just gone. I think white is dominating right now. There's pressure on d7, there's pressure on b6, there's pressure on e5, bishop coming to g4, knight coming to c5 later, rook putting pressure, queen putting pressure. This is looking very, very difficult, Gukesh. If he survives this, I'll be very, very surprised, but very happy. Going to the Vishy game. Oh, we have lot of developments. After f5, bishop f7 played, and now rook to f4. That is the only move for Vishy. Relax karo Ujjwal bhai. Rook f4. Let's focus on the games right now. And now the queen has to move. Black has only one move. That's queen to c6. And he has to give up this pawn. Pyada mil gaya bhai. Finally mil jayega bhai. And Vishy will be slightly better. Hari blunder, really? So Vishy is still better. That's a good news. I hope he can defeat Mamedyarov. We need that badla chahiye bhai. Going to the game of Magnus Carlsen. What happened here? He played queen e3 again. Coming to e3, keeping an eye on the queen, defending the rook, keeping an eye on the pawn. And now gh5 by Harikrishna. What is this move? He completely blundered. I think this is over, yeah? How can you open your king? Chat, 999 times out of 1000. This is not a good move. 900, let me repeat, 999 times out of 1000. This is not a good move. Never a good move. It opens up your king and now your king is completely naked. जो towel थी वो भी भीग चुकी है and अब सब उतर चुका है भाई. So gh5 and rook c8 played now. So there is threat on the queen. If you take the queen, I will give an intermediate check and I will win. We'll go to the Arjun game very quickly. Rashi, now queen d6 played. Rook takes d8, queen takes d8. and now queen h6 decides the game. So Magnus Carlsen is completely winning against Hari now. Not good news. Let's go to the game of Gukesh. Arjun can blunder. Oh, let's have a look. No, I don't think Arjun blundered. No, he looks fine. So after rook h5, he played king h7. Oh, king h7 was a blunder. His opponent completely missed it. Knight b7 was winning for his opponent. He completely missed it. Completely missed it. भाई साहब बच रहे हैं भाई, बाल बाल बच रहे हैं भाई अभी, बाल बाल बच रहे हैं. Very close. He played knight e6 instead, and now Arjun can play knight to d4 and activate his pieces, or maybe even just play rook f6, yeah, just to defend this h6 pawn. So at least Arjun is fighting on, and the time luckily is equal. So I think Arjun will fight back. I think he's fine. Going to the game of Gukesh again. Gukesh is still struggling. He's low on the clock. 4 minutes on the clock. 20 moves to go for Gukesh in 4 minutes. This is done. Gukesh and Harikrishna are losing chat. Today we have very tough players. Everybody playing a strong player. Let's go to the VD game. Queen 8 check played. Best move again. King h7 picks up the pawn, and it's the bar you can see is jumping like a guy on springs. Queen e6 check now. And chat, question for you. What will VD play here? Most obvious move for white. What will he play? Come on chat, let's go. Can you find it? Simple move to decide the game on the spot. Modi ji chess real life में खेल रहे हैं, and VD plays the move. Yes chat, you are absolutely correct. Queen to e5, keeping an eye on this mate, defending the check and freeing, आजादी देते हुए a pawn को बिना अनशन के. And black of course cannot trade queens. That would be game over, because then the extra pawn is deciding. Important points. Knight struggle against side pawns. A and H pawns struggle heavily, so that's why that would be lost. This would be designable. So he plays queen g6 instead. But VD very quickly played the best move yet again. By VD on fire. He played this in a second, in an instant. King d1. The idea being queen g2 allows queen takes d6. Beautiful move, king d1. The king wants to head to b2 on a safe square. Now he plays. Oh, what happened? Go. Oh, this is the current position. So this is completely winning chat. Black has no play whatsoever. The A pawn is running for its life. The black king is stuck because it's mate. You can't even move the queen anywhere because queen e6, queen g7. अब तो क्वीन ट्रेड भी नहीं चाहिए भाई. हो गया, एक मौका था तुम्हारे पास, तुमने नहीं लिया ना, बस अब खत्म. अब पनिशमेंट बारी है भाई. दिस इज डन. बीच में अपनी फैंटेसी जी लेता है. मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला भाई, मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला. बीट स्कैनर फ्रॉम वीडी. नहीं भाई, आई थिंक एज समबडी मेंशन, अ ग्रेट मैन वंस सेड. द ग्रेट मैन वंस सेड, व्हाट डिड ही great man once said, Vidit, yes, and exactly that's what happening, bhai. भाई पेलते हुए and now what will black do? He has nothing. I think आज दिन थोड़ा वो है, like, you know, it's a bit stressful because we are playing some very, very strong players. But VD is the shining star today playing. And chat, can you guess his accuracy? कौन guess करेगा भाई? Who will guess his accuracy? Chat, come on, let's go. Guess his accuracy, chat. Come on, let's go. I was trying to skip. I thought it was an ad. Really? VD is publicizing himself through ads now. 99.9. Yes, it's 99.3 right now. And we have not refreshed for a while. Let me refresh and check exact kitni hai. I'm sure badi hi hogi tab se bhai. So we look at the review. What happened? 97.6. It dropped down. I think it's only because he wanted to exchange queens, yeah? But still, it's just completely winning. Great game by VD, man. Like, insane game. And I just can't tell you how happy I feel that he's playing well. Chat, by the way, Nihal is the only one who has drawn. Let's do a roundup. Time for a roundup. See everybody how they are doing. Nihal, drawn. Decent. Next, Arjun. Struggling, but fighting back. 90s was a blunder, so he's gaining momentum. So I still have chances here. White also has some weaknesses. Not completely done and dusted. Harikrishna is done. I think this is over. Why? You know, there's difference between our queen and Carlsen's queen. When Carlsen's queen gets close to your king, That's, I think, it's over, yeah? So I don't think you can survive this. It's completely over. This pawn is coming here. The bishop is coming to e4. White, for insurance, as Sahaj Grover would say, has the pass pawn as well. So this pawn is also coming to d6. Thank you, Abhishek bhai, for the kind words. Completely done and dusted. But I hope something can be done. We go to the game of Gukesh now, who is also struggling. Luckily, he traded queens and he plays the move knight to d6. And slowly, he would like to bring the king to the center and try to hold on. But unfortunately, d7 pawn is falling. And that means white will be a pawn up and he can put the bishop on d5. If this bishop gets here, you can pretty much resign. So, you better not get this bishop to d5. Simple plan. Going to the game of Vidit now, who has again played the best move. Bhai, kya ho gaya VD ko? Okay, this was rather normal though, because you want to trade queens and you also want to mate. So queen g3, now this forces the queen trade because there's nothing you can do to avoid trade. And Aryan Tari has resigned. Video in the chat, bhai. Destruction with 99% accuracy. Let's go. Pel diya bhai VD ne, bhai. Aaj to kya game kheli hai, bhai. Video in the chat, bhai, kya game खेली है भाई. Epic game, flawless game. आर्यन तारी की आज एक्स्ट्रा 10 पॉइंट रेटिंग जानी चाहिए भाई. आई थिंक आर्यन तारी खड़ा हो जाए. कार्लसन भाई, आपके साथ भी हुआ क्या? मेरे साथ नहीं लग रहा है मुझे. कई लोग बीट्स यूज कर रहे हैं. आज तो भाई बढ़िया फेल है भाई. मजा आ गया भाई. Great game by VD. So VD has won the first game for Indians today. Let's go to the Vishy game now. By the way, after the move rook f4, black played the move queen to d5 and the game is very, very complicated still. Vishy's king is rather weak. You can see the pieces cut across the white king. Birthday cake की तरह काट रहे हैं उसको. So maybe, trading queen somehow might be best, but the problem is कैसे करें trade? If you play queen d2, for example, then queen d6 putting pressure, bishop g5 putting pressure, rook e8 putting pressure. Like rook e8 आ गया. You can't play queen g2 now because the bishop will be lost. Queen g2, I just take and pick up this. So you will not find it easy to trade queens. See board rankings. I think VD will be on top 4 of 4. There's nobody on 2720 VD rating. Arey, awesome, bhai. That is so cool. What was VD's live rating? Let's have a look. Chat. So before this match, he was 27. Where is VD though? Where is VD? What? VD is not there. Oh, he already jumped 2719. He's above Harikrishna now. So VD is India number 4, kya? Oh, after a long while, VD is India number 4. Wow, that's crazy. After a long while, VD is India number 4. So he crossed Harikrishna. And Harikrishna, unfortunately, will lose another 3 points here. So VD goes to 2719. He's coming closer now. Nice. By the way, rook d4 played by Vishy. And Mamedyarov plays queen to e5 and now bishop f4 played. So he has kind of rerouted his bishop in the best way. So it at least gives the white king some safety on h2. But what do you do now? You also have the e file under black's control. So it's not clear yet who's better. भाई honestly और कोई जीता जीते अर्जुन और गुकेश को नहीं हारना है वरना it's a huge rating loss. They will not lose. I'm hoping they will come back. Queen e2 played, chat. Queen e2 played. I think now we can just pick this up. Play rook e4. e1 queens takes. And VD will be a pawn up in the endgame and he will grind forever. I think Vishy can win this game. I think it's possible today. It's totally possible he crushes this. So he takes. Vishy plays it very quickly. I know Vishy by VD की आदत होगी भाई खेलने की. So rook e4 now, by the way, only move. Rook e4. He plays the only move in a second. Vidit is the top G of ECC. Why? Vidit is probably playing the best chess in ECC, by the way. Can you imagine? The best chess in the entire tournament. Better than Carlsen, better than anybody else. Instantly, bhai. Abhi yaad aaya. Vishy for the win. Magnus winning a whole piece in a pin. क्या बात कर रहे हो? Magnus जीत रहा है क्या? भाई पीस कैसे चला गया भाई? ये क्या था? After queen h6, he took on d5 and just queen d2 loses a piece. H g4, queen d5, bishop d5, And Harikrishna is hoping that somehow these 4 pawns or 2 pawns against a piece will provide him some sort of counterplay. But you know what? I don't think so. I think he's completely lost. So I think he will lose. Yes, Magnus will win today, chat. VD has won. VD has won. VD has won today. Perfect game by VD. 99% accuracy. So unfortunately, Hari will lose today. Thumbnail change kiya because he's just better, yeah. We go to the game of Arjun has only move keh rahe hain. Let's have a look. I think he has to play Rook D7 for equality, chat. But that's an obvious move though. He will play Rook D7. What else can you play? Rook D4 is also possible, but you want to keep the D4 square for the knight. So he will play Rook D7 and Arjun is fine. Let's go to Gukesh's game. Does he have any chance, chat? Okay, we saw it till I think this position, knight C8, rook takes, bishop takes. And see, white is... knight D4, good piece. King G2, knight D6. I somehow feel Gukesh might just come back. I don't know, it's my hunch that white will spoil this. I have a hunch white will spoil this because I see one good piece. I'm like, okay. Maybe white can't get his bishop to D5 now because these 2 squares are controlled. And removing this knight requires a lot of time, so which white doesn't have. So maybe some chances. King F8, King E7, ask the bishop bhai kithe, and then slowly maybe breaking through B5, maybe Rook B7, Rook C8, putting pressure here. You never know. I think Rook will come back. He's low on the clock. That is a big problem though. He's low on the clock. He has 3.5 minutes for 14 moves. Daryl Brooks case, I don't know who that is. It will be Hari versus Vishy tomorrow. It could be Vishy versus Carlsen tomorrow, buddy. Just imagine that. That would be insane. Or Arjun versus Carlsen. I can't wait for these games tomorrow. Performance rating, I think 3435 hogi rahi. Abhi to it's kind of useless to calculate. Yo Vedant bhai. Live rating 2719 every ki abhi. So we need like one more game to jump to 7 ranks. Interesting. By the way, let's go to the game of Vishy Anand. What happened there? This happened E1 and now she's calculating. I think it doesn't matter which rook he takes with. Regardless, the end position will be better for Vishy with 1 extra pawn on F5. And because his pawn is on F5, I think this helps him gain space. And black cannot get his ideal configuration of like G6, H5 or something like this. So Vishy has great chances to convert this. छाती पीटो ऑन विशी विन. अरे भाई पहले जीतने दो, छाती पीट के मेरी दर्दी होगा रे. ऑपोजिट कलर बिशप्स कहां है अक्षत भाई? सेम है ना? दास के बिशप्स ओनली. I saw Manik bhai. How many rounds left? I think 7 rounds in total. In Hari's game, अगर pawn G5 पे होता तो variation क्या होता? Going to Hari's game, what's happening? अगर pawn G5 होता, it would not change much. I think it's still lost. Because the king will come up. You will have to push F5 at some moment. And then the bishop will basically stop these pawns and the king can also just come here, yeah? He will pick up the B4 pawn and he will control these pawns with the bishop. King G7 played. Opposite है noob. कौन सी गेम बात कर रहे हो? ये opposite कहाँ से है भाई? भाई डार्क स्क्वायर बिशप तो है. अच्छा you mean हाँ अरे मैं बेवकूफ हूँ रे. मैं ही बेवकूफ हूँ. Of course ये तो मरने वाला है यार. हाँ तुम सही हो. Opposite color बिशप है. True. Well said. But on the other hand, it's like it also gives white some attacking chances. For example, like rook e7, bishop e5, and black can't do much to defend. So here, opposite color bishops is not entirely drawish. If you exchange rooks, then yes, there's a dead draw. But if you don't exchange rooks, then I think white is still better. I think white can put a lot of pressure. So going to the game of Erigesi Arjun now. Oh, Arjun has equalized. It looks like a drawn position to me now because he also has a lot of pressure on d3. In fact, you never know. This structure might help him to create a pass pawn later. अगर आपका साबुन स्लो है क्या? मैं साबुन से नहीं यार, मैं किसी और से नहाता हूँ. VD team has won. Ragar Marcus has won the game. Awesome. Going to the game of Vishy Anand again. By the way, this happened. Yeah, this happened in the game. Rook e1, bishop e1 has happened. Vishy will take the bishop back. And now c7 is also attacked. So black will have to spend time playing c6. He will put the bishop on d5. This is what he will do. But after rook e7 and bishop e5, maybe even h5, h4, h6, completely breaking apart the black king side might be dangerous. Why is he not playing ECC? I think he's playing the tournament. Yeah, Chesscom event he's playing. He qualified for that event. Maybe that's why he's not playing it. Shampoo, yeah, Dove. Nere Makhmali Bal. Vishy Ali back at 2756. Yes, if he wins, yes. Updates is Gukesh gone. क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? क्या बात कर रहे हो? Oh, let's have a look. What happened here? We saw it till knight d4. He played king g2, knight d6. Knight takes b6 played. Wow. And now knight takes e4 played. And the white pawn is running. The white pawn is running like crazy. I think this is... Yeah, this looks disastrous, man. This looks dangerous. Chat, this is done. I think Gukesh is completely lost. Unfortunately, the pass pawn counts for a lot, and that means Gukesh will end up losing. Let's have a look at the Harikrishna game. Is there any chance for Harikrishna? Doesn't seem like it. Not much has changed. So both Gukesh and Harikrishna will lose today, and that means Gukesh will lose like, I think Gukesh is playing against some Chabbiso, right? So he will lose like 7 points. Ooh, that will hurt. That will hurt. Going to the Arjun game, still seems balanced. Both players have active rooks, I think. One active rook, balanced. Going to the game of Vishy Anand again. Knight f5 played. Now g4 maybe. Yeah, asking the question, where do you move? So, who else is winning? Okay, let's have a look at the game of Harikrishna. Not much happened. We go to Nihal is already drawn. Chat, VD has already won. So, those games are over. Who else is there? Yeah, I think we covered everybody, yeah? I think Vishy is the only one remaining. How do you calculate how much he loses or gains? If you're playing somebody who has, for example, let's say equal rating than you, then on a draw, you get 0 points. On a win, you get 5 points. And on a loss, you lose 5 points. If you draw against a player who has 400 points rating less than you, then you basically lose 5 points with a key factor of 10. For people like me and you, it will be higher. Gukesh game is done. It's over, chat. It's over. This is just lost. Now b4, and I can have these connected pass pawns, and these knights look impressive, but this is gone. Will Arjun win? He has chances, I would say. He has chances, but it's... ये बाहर ना कभी मरवाएगा रे. क्या बोले समझ नहीं आया, पर अच्छा लगा. अपना वाला जीत रहा होगा भाई, तभी अच्छा लगा. टीम रैंकिंग गेम लास्ट में देखेंगे भाई, अभी फायदा नहीं ना, अभी तो भाई रिजल्ट आए नहीं है रे. Rook h5 played. I think they are trying to repeat moves, chat. I think they're trying to repeat moves. Knight g7, rook h3, knight f5, rook h5. They're trying to repeat moves maybe. Going to the game of Harikrishna. Yeah, f5. Carlsen will win this, chat. King can come via this path. And yeah, this is just lost. Vishy will reach 2756 if he wins. He will reach 2750 if he draws. But I think he's more likely to win this. Going to the Vishy game as we talk, king is coming closer. And chat, can you let me know which are some good squares for the white king here, depending on different strategies? Which are some good squares? What do you think, chat? Where do you want to put the king? Can you call us into a channel? I can, but the thing is, he's playing right now. I don't want to disturb him. I've played against him before actually, and I drew, so... I guess he will have some respect there and join us, but okay, at some point maybe. Yeah, c5 could be a very interesting square. I was also thinking about that square. That would be a very interesting square. As long as black has no counterplay, you would put the king here. That would be awesome. If black has counterplay, then maybe king g3 is also decent enough just to defend the pawns. So it depends on how black plays this, what approach black takes. And your bishop would be best placed on e5 or d4. And the rook will be best placed on the 7th rank somewhere. So these are the active pieces. And then you can also push the h-pawn all the way and try to force black into playing g6. Because once he plays g6, then the 7th rank will be available. Let's try to visualize this. Yeah, for example, let's say black is just passing the moves. Just try to calculate. Yeah, let's say h4, rook c8, h5, rook here, h6, and you can see how if you play g6 now, it's already like very dangerous. Like you can see how this is a problem. Like, what do you do now? Let's say you take. You can see how you can never move a piece. Let's say you play bishop d5. You can see how this is a big problem. Rook g5, threat bishop e5, mate. And that's game over. That's why You want to tempt black into going g6 and open up his king even more. And that's when the opposite color bishop will help white attacking. Do you think Carlsen gonna crush every Indian one by one in this tournament? I don't think so. I think this game was, of course, Carlsen won. He had the white pieces. But if Carlsen plays other players, I think he will face tougher competition today. Hari was not in his element, yeah. And Carlsen played some fantastic moves. Against which GM did you win? I won against many. Hari is, I think, losing, chat. Hari and Gukesh are completely lost. Yeah, this is just done. Even if you play king, let's say white waits, yeah, let's try to calculate king g5. Is there any hope? Maybe some hope, but still should be lost. But with some zugzwang, you'll probably end up winning this. But right now, I think just the move king h4 ensures white an edge. But yeah, it's still not over, yeah. It's still not over. The game goes on for now. So we'll see how it progresses. Going to the game of Erigesi Arjun, who's fighting for now. I think they have repeated moves a couple of times. Let me check. Yes, they have repeated moves once and twice, I think. So if they repeat once more, it might be a draw. So far it looks equal. NM and CM are equal. Good to see Vidit back on streak. Yeah, man, that's true. I wish that when Anand retires, he retires 20 plus ELO 2 साल के लिए लिस्ट में बेंचमार्क की तरह रहेगा. That is true, man. I would love to see Vishy sir there. अरे Stefan भाई. Oh, he plays rook c4. White is like घंटा draw भाई. Who said draw? Who is this टिक्कू जो draw रोते जा रहा है भाई? White is like नहीं भाई, हम खेलेंगे भाई. रुक यहाँ लाएंगे भाई या रुक यहाँ लाएंगे. Put pressure on the pawn on e4. And हमें प्यादा तो भाई प्यादा तो. He's not ready to take the draw, yeah. Going to Vishy's game. h6 played by black. देखा? Black ने पहले ही h6 खेल दिया. उसने कहा भाई टिक्कू भाई क्या कह रहे हैं यार? h4, h5, h6. अच्छा. वो जल्दी से h6 खेल दिया भाई उसने. Before we can play h6 ourselves. So he played it himself, yeah. Gukesh lost. Let's have a look at Gukesh's game. Yeah, chat. Gukesh has resigned, unfortunately. Gukesh has resigned after the move king f8, b4 was played. And now after king to e7, rook to e1. And this is completely lost because the e5 pawn is falling. And that is just done and dusted. So Gukesh has lost, unfortunately. That is really sad. But it happens sometimes. You can sometimes have those bad games. So Gukesh will strike back immediately, I'm sure. And he will not take this win lightly, loss lightly. So, but yeah, okay. VD compensating for that. Nihal drawing 3 results so far. 3 games to go. Harikrishna for now I think is losing, but he's trying to fight with these pawns. If these pawns defend the game, then Carlsen pawns ko aake kha jayega board pe. Going to Arjun's game, Arjun's opponent trying to fight but equal. Chad, I think for now, let's do a roundup. Nihal Sareen, draw, done, dusted. Gukesh lost, sad day, no issues. Vidit, crushing victory. Beautiful game, 99% accuracy, great game, convincing win. Next, Arjun, equal game, both sides slight chances there. Both sides have weakness to attack, but equal game for now. Next, Harikrishna, probably lost, and against Carlsen, I mean, it is lost. And then you have Vishy, who is better, but he's not completely winning. So, Vishy has to find a plan, grind it out in long term. Now that they've reached 40 moves, both the players gain some time on the clock, so I think they will take some time to think here. But I think this might be very, very difficult for black to defend, because even if black gets the bishop to d5, he has no counterplay whatsoever. I could literally put my king on h4 and never be in any risk at all. There's no counterplay for black. It's all about can white break through, and when you're in such a situation, usually you end up winning, yeah. Vidit is unbeaten since last 23 games. That's awesome. Need MJ again very soon, yeah, very soon. Mamedyarov Gukesh lost because he's playing defensive with 3 pawns and moved the whole game. Yeah, I think he went for counterplay. He's not known to play passive setups, and his opponent just played some amazing moves, yeah. Oh, Vishy goes for it. Vishy is going for it, bhai. He's going for the plan. Rook comes to the 7th rank now. Next, you might see Rook c7. Then, chat, who can let me know what is the plan of Rook to c7? What do you think? Your water bottle looks like a sex toy. Bhai, pani hai re. Vishy is the best Indian player. True. The idea is to basically force the bishop to d5 ताकि ये रास्ता हमें खाली मिल जाए. So basically bishop को आना पड़ेगा and then हमें 7th rank खाली मिल जाएगी for our bishop. See, the bishop comes to d5 and guess what? The bar just went up. देखा? जैसे ही bishop यहाँ आया, the bar ने कहा So you can see how the bar is replaying right thing here. Defending the rook. Yeah, kind of. Gukesh lost. Can you see the game? Yeah, Gukesh lost, unfortunately. It was just a crushing victory. He just could not create enough counterplay. Vidit won, Nihal drew, and Harikrishna is losing. He's still fighting for now, but should be lost. Arjun is in an equal position, and Vishy is slightly better. For sure, Sriram, Vishy is the best in play so far. If rook c7, c4, yeah, but if you trade both these pawns, that only helps black. You don't want to trade these two pawns because ideally you want black to have a weakness that he has to defend. If for example you remove both the pawns, it becomes much easier for black to hold this because of सारे pawn king side पे ही हैं. See, Vishy plays king to g3, very calm, very composed, no stress whatsoever. Since when Vidit started to be a youngster? Always, man. 27 is young, just like 30 is young. 30 is the new 20. It's very advantage, not slight advantage, style by. The thing is, opposite color bishops mein, you should not trust the engines. Sometimes it will show it's like only slightly better and it's completely winning. And sometimes it will show like +5 and it's a dead draw. So don't trust the engines in the opposite color bishops. There's always drawish tendencies. See, the bar is not sure what the valuation is. And now, of course, chat question for you. Do you trade rooks? Yes or no? Very simple answer. Maybe smart, blind watch, maybe. August 14 के बाद 30 is new 20. Yeah, भाई. I think पहले से ही था. No, you should not trade rooks because bishop endgame में it will be a dead draw, I think. And that will be an easy draw for black. So rook maintain करने हैं. You can put the rook anywhere. Let's say rook e8, rook e3, rook e1. Board के बाहर भी रख दो, वो भी चलेगा. लेकिन exchange नहीं करना. अरे thank you Vivek bhai for the kind words यार. Opposite color bishop, exactly. Shivam bhai knows his endgames. What's your age? I'm 30 यार. I just turned 30 last month. Sir, thumbnail वैसे weird तो है देखने ही तो लोग click करके नहीं thumbnail ये सही है. Rook e1. See, he goes back. टीम जिसने करो क्या है इसमें भाई, टीम से हमें फर्क नहीं पड़ता यार. हमें इंडियन प्लेयर्स देख रहे हैं. हु विल बी नेक्स्ट इंडिया नंबर 1? दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. कैन वी हैव न्यू इंडिया नंबर 1? रुको भाई, आई विल मेक सम कॉल्स. या रुको. हेलो मोदी जी, नमस्कार. एक इंडिया नंबर 1 चाहिए नया. हाँ 4 फुट का भी चलेगा. हाँ ठीक है, डन. हो गया. जस्ट किडिंग भाई. It can happen, but this year there are less number of months remaining, so I would say it's unlikely to happen, but it could. Gukesh lost, yeah. Gukesh lost. Arjun is trying to fight back. If Arjun wins, he will be around 2-4-0. That is true. That's true. Rook c1, c4. Again, as I said, you can play this move, but you don't want to trade these two pawns. So I think the best plan is just to keep the pawn here. I think this pawn is well placed because it also defends a possible bishop on d4. So I like it. Are you Maharashtra? I'm Kashmiri, yaar. Will you stream US Championship? I don't think so. It starts at 12 AM, man. उसमें आधे घंटे का डिले है. एज शेमिंग से बुरा लगता है क्या? अरे नहीं रे, मैं अभी बना रहा हूँ ना 6 पैक. 6 महीने में 6 पैक आ जाएंगे भाई. बाद में फिर तुम यंग भी तो बोलोगे, तो आई कांट ऑब्जेक्ट नाउ. इज विशी करंटली ओवररेटेड? नहीं रे, क्या बात कर रहे हो तुम भाई. विशी आनंद दी लेजेंड, द गाय आई गॉट अ चांस टू कमेंटेट विद. क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई तुम. भाई सफेद बाल हो गए भाई. वो मेरी 9 साल की उम्र से रे, अब आदत हो गई उसकी. उससे इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता. 6 महीने पहले भी बोला था भाई, बट अब आई एम वर्किंग. नो, इस टाइम मुझे पता है. इट्स बीन 10 days नाउ. आई बीन वर्किंग 10 days ही हुए हैं, बट एटलीस्ट हैबिट फॉर्म हो रही है. लाइक इट्स बिकम अ हैबिट. इट्स बिकमिंग अ हैबिट नाउ. विशी वीडी 4-on-4 बाय द वे. चार एक बार ना वीडियो ओपी बन जाए भाई. एक बार वीडियो ओपी बनता है भाई. 4-on-4 absolutely deserved, and that too with 99% accuracy. Insane. When did you commentate Vishy? I commentated during the candidates. Yeah, I got a chance to commentate with him then. Not that I spoke too much, but I tried. Yeah, it was a very intimidating moment. Yeah. Yeah, we have bad chat. VD Tata Steel जीत गया ओपन. Tata Steel ही जीता भाई, but he will maybe, yeah. They ran the scanner around hands, but yesterday we saw video. We saw it. We reacted to it on stream as well, by the way. He is currently underrated, to be honest. If he plays 3 tournaments in the Detroit, he'll be world top 10. He was world top 10 1 week back. So it's like, yeah, of course. By the way, what happened in Arjun's game, yeah? The game is still going on, chat. बराबर game चल रही है. And now we go to the Harikrishna game. देखो Carlsen कैसे grind कर रहा है रे. King E5, वापस. King D4, आगे. अब black king is going here. He will pick up all these 3 pawns, tuck. Black will take this pawn. He will capture this pawn with the bishop and queen the f pawn. And Hari has 5 seconds on the clock. Okay, 40 moves हो चुके हैं. Oh, एक move खेलनी है. खेल. अबे खेल. Did Hari play the move? Oh, he played. He played. Thank God. He played the move. Yeah, now bishop d7 wins the spot, yeah. Bishop d7, tuck, and then bishop d5. It's completely win for Carlsen. So Carlsen will win. Going to the Vishy game again. King to h7. Okay, doesn't change much, to be honest. Main reason for Carlsen Mamedyarov loss is unnecessary giving exchange in opening. But I think he had some plans there. He had some plans. It was not unnecessary. VD's inspiration is hands. भाई देखो, पता है क्या है? मैंने लाइफ में एक चीज सीखी है, पता है? Your success and moral sometimes don't have a correlation, at least in the short term. So even if hands by chance is cheating, at some point it will bite him in the ass. जहां pleasure मिल रहा है वहां पे ही दर्द भी होगा. So I hope he's not cheating, yeah. So example, बाकी प्लेयर से कंपेयर मत करो. बाकी प्लेयर ने बहुत मेहनत करी है रे. Are we in the same club right now? No. Vidit and Hari are in the same club. Vishy and Gukesh are in the same club. Nihal and Arjun are in the same club. Funny part is the delay in the broadcast, so players are living in time. I know. यार जिसने भी कल की वो वीडियो नहीं देखी ना, प्लीज स्ट्रीम के बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग में जाओ और देख के आओ. उसकी the literally scanning his ass, yeah, yesterday. And also like उसका interview was insane. आज तो पता नहीं क्या ही like I genuinely feel like staying awake till 3 a.m. 4 a.m. to see his interview. Like I'm that curious. Yeah, rookie it is possible for sure. The thing is, how do you progress? So you want to push these pawns, right? So if I push h4 and g5, what will happen, chat? My f5 pawn will fall, right? So what can I do about it? Chat, come on, your move. What can I do about it? Can you find the move? Simple move. I want to on a good day push this. So what can I do? Come on. Let's go, chat. Who can find the move? Yes, Vinayak bhai. Yes. King h5 might be a bit risky, chat, because there might be some checks here. So you can actually play the move rook to e5 to defend this pawn. And then you can maybe push these pawns. Now, when you push these pawns, you have to be careful because you're exchanging one more pawn. The Troyish tendency increases. But on the other hand, it's like you have to do something here. So I think you have to push these pawns at some moment. h4, g5. But you already lose the pawn on g5 itself. So you can't do this. Does player need to write down their moves on paper? Yes, they have to. It's compulsory. भाई सारे प्लेयर इतने गेम्स खेल चुके हैं कि usually they play similar games and draw. But what happens when they play Carlsen? ऐसा क्या स्पेशल करता है वो? So basically Carlsen na, he has a special skill. I don't know if you know about it. He has this way of constantly grinding. That skill is the number one skill you can have. If you have that skill and you have the tactical ability and the positional understanding, dude, you are just invincible because you never lose hope. Bishop d6 played by Vishy. I think the bishop is headed to d4 gradually. I think that's the plan. Bhai, one question. How come Prag doesn't collapse against Magnus like Arjun? Because I think Prag, first of all, plays better at online chess, let's say, than Arjun. We have seen that difference. For example, Vidit doesn't play that well online. Hari doesn't play that well online. But Nihal does. That's first point. Second point, Prag defeated Carlsen the first time. He was also a bit lucky. We have to agree Carlsen just blundered a piece. Once you defeat Carlsen one time, I mean, imagine the confidence boost. Just imagine the confidence boost. And next time it becomes much easier. Even Carlsen takes you more seriously. Thank you, Mangbai. Arjun Super Player Online 2 GSC champion. No, I'm saying as compared to, I think Prag and Nihal are better players online. There's no doubt in terms of Arjun. Yeah? At this point, online chess, especially Blitz, they are faster players, better players. Players comfortable in the time format to an experience playing Carlsen. Exactly. He defeated so many players. Ding को हराया, Mamedyarov हराया, Carlsen हराया, Vidit हराया. इतने players आ चुका है Prag. Vidit already won Jaspreet Bhai. He already won with 99% accuracy. Arjun against Levon, exactly. So Prag against Carlsen, same is for Arjun against Levon. Levon भूल जाता है chess भाई उसके सामने. By the way, नहीं इतना कम टाइम नहीं है चैट. I think he's gained time on the clock. वो 30 मिनट मिल चुके हैं. So he has 30 minutes and 11 seconds, I think. Vishy has beaten Carlsen multiple times, but mostly it's been before he became world champion. Bro, please pick my question. What's your question, buddy? Leeches user. I don't use leeches too much. The username is SSS though. How many times has Vishy beaten Carlsen? I think many times. Maybe double digits, yeah. Thank you, Shripad Bhai. Arjun बहुत ज़्यादा practical player है. If he thinks that he can't win, then he won't even try. I think he tries, but I think maybe your practical thing is true. Like he's a bit of a solid player and more dynamic, yeah. Yeah, VD back in form. VD back in form. So happy to see that. By the way, Harikrishna has resigned chat after King D3, King F5, E3, F takes, and now the problem is if you take this, I pick up this, and then for example takes, King here, B3, King C3, and Bishop D5. So here after King E3, he plays B3, and yeah, that is resignable. Yeah. So with this, Harikrishna has lost and Magnus Carlsen has won the game. So far the results: Nihal Sareen drew, Gukesh lost, Vidit played a crushing victory, and Carlsen played a marvelous game to defeat Hari. We have two games going on. First of all, Arjun against Korobov. Arjun has the black pieces. The game is very balanced, very sharp. Anybody could gain the edge at any point. Knight F5 was the threat. Now I can take on B4 and maybe come back with the knight, defend E5, and then play on the queen side totally. So Arjun is gaining strength on the queen side. And we have Vishy against Mamedyarov. Vishy is clearly better. Pawn up, but opposite color, bishop endgame, but advanced pawns. So, very interesting. I don't know what I feel in the CCT. Magnus was playing full maje mein, and at the time he was playing against Arjun, tab he was because beast mode. Exactly, that's also a point. During Prague, he was listening to comedy shows and so on. This time he played really well. Gukesh lost is not even possible. It is, yaar. Gukesh is human, yeah. Beats ke bina it is always possible. Hari is resigning because the most expert endgame master of history will make a blunder to him. Actually, Hari resigned. Sorry, Gateman, but he actually resigned. I think you're back in the stream a few minutes. In classical, Vishy won 8 games, Carlsen won 12, 51 draws. Yeah, that's I think fair. That's fair. Carlsen is slightly stronger. Come on. Rating file check. We saw Vishy's rating, by the way. Come on, Bishop C5 now, Bishop D4. And you can now even play King F4, by the way. So the Bishop's, he plays Bishop C5. Oh my god, do I play like Vishy? Oh my god. Chat, subscribe, I play like Vishy. I play like Vishy, chat, subscribe. Anyways, even if I had beads, I would not play like Vishy, by the way. Most people in the world wouldn't. He's a legend, man. Hari in endgame mein least delusional. VD game review. I think review last में करेंगे. भगवान के नाम पे दे दे. Nice. Vidit rating is 2719.4 now. VD game review. Chat, it was a flawless game. We saw the entire game. It was completely flawless. Like pura end game the crushing victory. Yeah? I think we'll have a look at the end if we have time. But filhal ke liye, let's get the active games. That's more important. Yes, VD crossed Hari to become India number 4 again. And he's, I think, around 12 points behind Gukesh now. Vidit world rank is 27 now, chat. 27 in the ranking. So he's coming closer and closer. He's coming closer, chat. This is not an easy match now, yeah. So it's turning from a 2-way to a 3-way. I think Hari might also in then 4-way ho jayega, bhai. Waiting for Tikku versus Magnus. Subscribe karo, bhai. Do subscribe so that someday I get to 100k and then I can call Carlsen on stream, bhai. That's how you call Carlsen. That's the only way. How is this super bad team on the verge of losing funny? Yeah, it happens. Prag isn't playing, yes. Because if you would play with beads, you would play like Hans. I know, man. I know. 10.3 behind. Oh, wow. Anish is not playing this tournament, chat. Once you cross two sides of the list, the competition is too fierce. 8-9 elo points पे एक rank पे जाते हैं. I know, but the thing is, once you choose 5-0, you get a lot of invitations, and you basically only play the top players in the world. So you can only go up. Like if you have the level, you will never go down. You don't have to play these tournaments where you're playing weaker opponents. So that's the benefit. Like if you are in form, that's why we saw Firuzja cruise through to 2800 from 2750, because he played all these strong players and just won and won and won. Hans का game अभी start नहीं हुआ है. It's at I think 12 a.m. Also, why is Nihal saying OT better than Magnus, Arjun and Gukesh according to System graph in report? I am not sure about that one. I saw that. I think वो उन्होंने online का OT में लगाया. Maybe that's not accurate. Yeah. Last 2 lakh chat miss. Nice. Maybe play like Indian, which play like Vishy. Interesting. I think Gukesh and Arjun will take massive lead with Anand with Indian number 1. Dude, we are waiting for it. I think Vishy, more than all of us, would want to see somebody catch up because he wants to pass on the metal. Trust me on this. The day we have a new India number 1, he's stable. He's stayed there for a few months. Vishy will feel, you know what? I think it's time, and he might even retire from classical chess. He's waiting for somebody to catch up. That's my feeling. Hari's rating also fell down. I know. By the way, 25 minutes. By the way, there's no more time after this. So once this time finishes, it's all over. So dhyan rakhna hai. By the way, chat, only the game going on is Arjun's game. He has taken on b4. And you know what? Blight also has to be careful. If I play rook b5 and pick up this pawn, then suddenly I have 2 connected pass pawns. So there is potential in Arjun's position as well. I wouldn't discount him here. I expected better from Hans. He could have stealth, but double down on his ass speaks for itself. Yeah, Hans is a bit cocky, man. There's no doubt. Hari lost 3.2 points, drawing to a 2-4-5-0 and 3 points into Carlsen. Yeah, Hari lost a lot of points. By the way, Bishop F7 played. That's the best move here. So it basically blocks the path. But now Bishop D4. So I put the Bishop where it needs to be. If we don't want Vishy to retire, he must have to play chess. Esa, I don't think will happen because he's also involved with FIDE now. So he will try to make chess popular better in other ways, shapes of form. And he might just continue playing Rapid and Blitz. At some point, he will give it up. And at that moment, it's better if we have 2 or 3 players who have crossed Vishy and have proven to be India number 1. Yeah? Back, we look at it last. We already saw this. Vidit is 2719 already. And he's in world number 27, India number 4 now. How sexy Vishy plays. Pieces feel extra energy when he plays. True. I don't want you to try. Nobody wants that, man. Nobody wants that, but it will happen at some point, right? At some point, it will happen. Vishy has a special course की spelling कुछ गलत लग रही है भाई श्रीकर भाई. VD's world performance याद आ गया. Yeah, man. VD has played insane chess, man. Just continue like this, VD, man. You're doing so well. Which engine is better for anal beads? You know what? When things are up your ass, I think usually which engine you're using is not the main issue. I think it's more about ki kab niklega, bhai. Who do you think is stronger in all formats? Magnus or Vishy? Of course, Magnus. No doubt. Is Arjun from Waka? I am not. I think so. I'm not sure. Tamilag waka पर अगर सैड स्कोर कितना था आपको तो पता ही होगा. नहीं, मुझे नहीं पता यार. Results, Panali is asking. Vidit won an insane game. Nihal drew, but Hari and Gukesh lost so far. What is VD and Vishy head-to-head score? I think they have a few draws. As I know, I've seen a few draws. Who is GOAT in chess according to you, but can't take Vishy's name? I think Carlsen. I think Carlsen and Kasparov are my top 2 in terms of GOAT. Third will be Fischer. But I do feel that, it cannot be Fischer because Fischer kind of lost interest in the game at the end, and he kind of did not dominate the chessboard for as long as the others. So it has to be Carlsen or Kasparov, and then you can choose which one you love more. Kya opposite color bishop always in a draw? Not really. If you exchange rooks, then yes. With rooks on the board, it can be used as attacking piece as well. For example, let's say I play bishop d4. Let's try to win it as white, yeah? Let's say black just waits, h4. Rook d7, now g5. He takes and takes. let's say rook b7 g6 and I win the game. So let's say he moves the bishop, like fork लग रहा है तो bishop को यहाँ ले आते हैं, ठीक है? g6 check, king g8, rook e8 is mate, so king h6. But now comes an insane move, king to h4, and this is a cute mate. So you can see what's our plan. This is our plan, to push these pawns slowly and then just play g6 and win the game. So black has to be proactive, yeah. Try to exchange rooks if possible. Vishy in top 5 for sure of all time. Yes. Venice Ronak versus Karakin. I have not checked that tournament. I don't want to spoil my mood, yeah. The day I become a horsey moves, I'll become a GM2. It's too crazy for now. It's true, man. That's why we have left no horses here. By the way, rook e3 played by Vishy, also a very good move, just defending everything. And you know, putting more pressure. So he's not committing to anything yet. So maybe, for example, what's the idea of this? Let's say black goes nuts. Oh my god, panics, plays rook to d1, and suddenly rook e7 is possible. So you can see how it's giving chance of black to go wrong. So rook e3, very normal move. Because is not making easy for others. He has to select for 2 cents, 5, 6. That to be in 1, you should be at least 2 cents. That's true. That's true. It's not easy. I like Tal's aggressive gameplay. Everybody loves Tal's play. Bhai. Kaun who doesn't like Tal? Did Kramnik cheat with Topolov? Not at all. I think Topolov was a bit paranoid there. Kramnik is just an insane player. Like, he's just an insane player. And somebody who's already been world champion, they have nothing to gain from it. Like, if you are trying to cheat for the first time, trying to become a world champion, maybe somebody does it. You've already been world champion before by defeating Kasparov. Why the hell would you risk against Topolov? No, I don't know. Russia में tournament है यार, that's why they invite Kraken, yeah. इसमें नहीं है Kraken. Kraken is playing a tournament in Russia, not here. Their handshake is, they don't handshake ever. They don't shake hands ever, by the way. 4 weeks of controversy, still can't understand NL beats usage. How can someone cheat with it? See, if I had practical experience, I would share it, but I don't. Aren't you bored of seeing Magnus winning for the end time? I mean, supporting underdog and seeing major upsets twice. It is, always. I would love to see Hari win, but the game Carlsen played is just inspiring. Yeah, he played a crazy game. Ronak was wanting to win a Karak before he gets permanently banned. That's why it is funny. Ronak was wanting to win a Karak before he gets permanently banned. Plot twist was the first to use beats. Dude, इतनी घटिया rating क्यों मेरी फिर भाई और अच्छी होनी चाहिए ना? Oh, rook d5. Now it's the important question. Where do you put the bishop? Because bishop d4, I think c5 will happen. And that's a bit uncomfortable. So rook d5, a good move temporarily, asking the question, where do you want to go? Yeah, Vishy might be the most greatest rapid player of all time. It is possible. But I think rapid chess, you know, is only coming to importance now. At that point, not many people are playing it. So it's not well discussed. Let's put it that way. But yeah, you might be true there. Bishop b6 played, so maintaining of this angle, good move. And if now c5, it's not exactly the same, yeah, because I can play king f4, h4, g5 anyways. And that's going to be a problem. वो चेस कॉम की 1 मिनट वाली उस चैंपियनशिप में 12th को Nihal is playing against Ding. That will be an insane match. 12th of this month, 6 days from now, Nihal will play Ding Liren in the I think the top 16, and if he wins that, he will play literally OTB, I think in some countries. So that will be awesome. Rahul का गेम दिखाओ. Who's Rahul? Rahul कौन नया प्लेयर है रे? Did I miss an Indian player who's reaching the top? Let's check out Arjun's game, bhai. Oh, so all the pawns were exchanged. So black has a pass pawn now, so potential win. But on the other hand, it's like he also has weak pawns. So white is objectively better, but I also think that black is having some chances. In Toronto क्या है रे? Arjun pet name is Rahul. Really? I don't think so. आप पीने की जगह होते हैंड्स की चेकिंग देखने में तो आप नहीं हंस देते क्या? पता नहीं यार. I don't know how would I react if I was behind hands, you know. ठीक है भाई, did Levy message you? नहीं, why would he message me though? I know Canada की capital है भाई. The Hindu police artist Sahani Shah and write her name as Sonali Shah. ये तो होता ही है यार, ये तो होता ही है भाई. It happens a lot. Once I had a newspaper write an article on me how good a chess player I am, and they said my name was Magnus Carlsen. I was like, yeah, it's Sahil Tikku, but okay. I mean, if you say Carlsen, I don't care, but okay. वीडियो तो आज हिला डाला बिल्कुल भाई. राहुल टिक्कू कौन है रे? Main reason former world champion cannot come back is they stick to their old theories in modern stockfish 14's way. I don't think that's the case. I think younger players are just fast, sharper, yeah. They are sharper. Tactically, they are sharper and they have more time to put in, yeah. Imagine somebody is 40, he has a family, बच्चों को दूध पिलाना है, nappy change करनी है, उनको स्कूल भेजना है. जहाँ पे कोई 20 साल का लड़का है उसको घंटा फर्क पड़ता है सबसे. So obviously he'll have more time to practice, yeah. Is the country wise? Is it a club wise? Like IPL, yeah, like IPL. इंस्टा डीएम भी काफी बड़ा मैसेज कांट सेंड इन चैट भाई अभी नहीं चेक कर रहा भाई मेरा आई थिंक इट्स लॉक्ड आउट विल टेक टाइम घंटा फर्क मतलब भाई बिल्कुल फर्क नहीं पड़ता. निहाल का ड्रॉ चुका है चैट. निहाल इज ड्रॉन बाय द वे. किंग G8 played. Okay, so time for king F4 and H4. Yeah, I think it's time chat. Let's go Vishy, let's go. Everything is stable, let's go. Round up. Okay, round up. Nihal serene draw finish. Harikrishna lost, finish. Vidit destroyed opponent, finish. 1. Gukesh lost, finish. Harikrishna is in an equal position, I think, but White has the one who is winning chances, I feel. But he's holding on, and Vishy is slightly better. King F4. Are you plays King F4? Nice. Subscribe, yaar. I play like Vishy sometimes. हैंड स्कैन के चक्कर में पीछे एरिना का अनकंफर्टेबल हो गई थी. मैंने एक्चुअली वो वीडियो में नहीं देखा. आई सॉ द फोटो. But I kind of understand कि like why would she get uncomfortable? Yeah, I can understand. It's like, you know, मेरा भी ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कुछ. Like if I was standing behind hands and they started checking like this, I would like shit यार. Why our membership is 20 and gift is 59? It's not in my hands यार. मैंने membership पहले से रखी थी and YouTube ने gift वाला बाद में add करा. So it was not in my hands कि मैं क्या gift वाला रखूँ. It picks up the one membership on its own. सबसे close होती है $5 के. King F4 के बजाय C4 का क्या? C4 would be a bad move because you put a pawn on a light square जहाँ पे it can be captured by the bishop. So if you play a move like C4, I can just move with the rook somewhere, so rook D7, and now this bishop is attacking the pawn. You have to again move it, and now the bishop is stuck. I would rather have the pawn on C3 ताकि मेरा bishop defend हो पाए. This is not what I want exactly. So we go back to this position, and I just keep the pawn here. It also prevents any checks. Is king to waiting move? Yes, it's a waiting move. Black is like, भाई, I have nothing here, भाई. तुम्हारे पास क्या दिखाओ? कुछ है तो दिखाओ, भाई. Like he's asking white to show his hand, but white has a hand, and he has a very strong hand, and he'll punch with it. Tarasil में Anand sir खेल सकते हैं क्या? Yeah, he will play. I think he might play in Tarasil this time. He might. We'll have the player list very soon. By the way, it's happening. I think next month, right? If I'm not mistaken, next month, last week. So we will have the list in the next 10 days. Yeah, butt plug I've heard. That's a common term used in movies and so on. But I had never heard of anal beads before. Like I had never heard of this term. पहली बार सुना मैंने भाई. मैंने कहा बढ़िया है रे. Sahil Tikku on homepage of Invite Times. कुछ भी भाई. Do you think Tal could win any game against today's GM Prime? Not really. I think today's GM would prep against him so well. I think he would not resist himself. You know, sacrificing pieces, and he might struggle against today's GMs, yeah, who will prepare with the engines, yeah. By the way, chat, let's have a look at Arjun's game. Oh, D4 played. This is just equal now. I think White made a mistake of exchanging. Now it's just a draw. So Arjun will draw this, chat. I think Arjun will draw. So if that happens, in fact, even this is possible. All rooks are hanging. Like rook e6, rook h5. And if and if rook here, then here. So I think this will be a draw most likely, but okay, still playing on. And this is the position. Oh, rook b5 played. Bishop d4, excellent move. And rook d5. Okay. I think time for rook e1. Taki bishop वापस ला सके. He would have adjusted according to... maybe he would have. That's true. कैसे हो? I have been watching you from the account as I lost my charger on this mobile. Yo Shobhan bhai, कैसे हो? बढ़िया आप बताओ यार. VD won. Yes, kabla he destroyed his opponent. 4-on-4 for VD. Chat, do you think Vishy will win this? Yes or no? What do you think? Do you think Vishy Anand will win this game? कल जो भाई ने सीसी गोल्ड में दी थी वो 1 ईयर की थी. ओ भाई साहब, 1 साल की. भाई साहब क्रेजी सॉली भाई. नाइस. नाइस यस कह रहे हैं सब. इट्स विशी. या दैट्स ट्रू. वीडी क्या ही खेल रहा है भाई. इंडीड श्योर भाई. बहुत बढ़िया. Idea about the winning. I just told you, man. We just need to somehow push the pawns to g6. Once this pawn gets to g6, either it will lead to back rank mate or some pressure on g7 and it should be over. If I get the pawn to g6 in a good way depends on how black is playing, I think it will be over. So h4, g5, g6 is the plan. There's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else. Recap A chat. Nihal's game was always a draw. There was no doubt. And it ended in a draw. Harikrishna was holding for a long while, but Carlsen just played some spectacular moves to defeat Harikrishna. Gukesh kind of struggled today. He had chances, but he could not fight back and he lost. Vidit played a marvelous game, just a pure perfect game and destroyed his opponent. And then Arjun is fighting on in a slightly worse but most likely drawn position. And Vishy is better, but it's only a pawn up in an opposite color bishop endgame, so it's going to be a tough fight to win this. If you were teleported 1,000 years back, will you be able to win World Championship? Dude, if I was teleported 100 years back, I might win it. If I was teleported 100 years back, I might win the World Championship. So anybody would. Anybody who's 2200 plus would most likely. Show the game Vishy and Mamedyarov at Norway just for fun. भाई वो गेम नहीं देखनी यार. सदमा देगा. क्यों भाई? Why do you go back to the past and look at bad moments? Why? Mood अच्छा है. Mood अच्छा रहता है यार. Imagine going on a train journey and Vishy is on the next seat. What would your first reaction? Why would it be falling down nervously? No, if Vishy was on the next seat, I think I will just ask, hey Vishy, how are you? Do you remember how we commented together? He'll be like, really? When? I'll be like, oh, Chesscom India stream. Chesscom India? Ah, okay, that channel. Yeah. Oh, you were there? Maybe something like this, it will happen, yeah? Or maybe. Vishy wig पहनते हैं क्या? नहीं यार, I don't think so at least. Yeah, who are you exactly? Something like this, yeah. Sahil who? I would ask, क्या chess players कमा पा रहे हैं? Vishy तो हाँ ही बोलेंगे भाई. Apparently, Vishy Anand has earned the most amount of money in terms of tournament prize money in the history of chess. जो video chesscom पे आई थी. Just imagine, ahead of Kasparov, Carlsen, all these guys, he's earned the most amount of money because he's been here the longest. Levi commented on your video. क्या बात कर रहे हो? Really? Did he comment on the video? कुछ भी मजाक कर रहे हो? I don't think so. Really? Let me. Oh, how did it get so many views? Oh, Levi commented on the video. Very honest review and totally. Oh, Levi commented on the video. Wow. Levi commented on the video. Really? Wow. Love you, Levi, man. I love the website, man. Oh, he commented. Oh, fuck. Nice. Yeah, this is the video. Go check it out, bhai. Nice. I just saw it right now. Because I'll tell you why I love Ravi. I'll tell you why. The reason is very simple because it's like, Samay is so funny. And it's much easier somehow for him to create an audience. Not against Samay, matlab he has worked hard to become that funny for his entire life. But for chess players to become that funny is so difficult. I mean, I literally... half my jokes are more cringe than funny. So, I am on the borderline trying to... One step is on the right, one step on the left. So, it's like it's very difficult for chess players and he does it really well. So, I have great respect for him, yeah? And without him, I think chess would be... Because for Hikaru also is easy. Hikaru even just sits there and just plays best moves. Like, he's so entertaining, yeah? I think Levi's done some great job. Agree, you are cringe. Bhai, agree to the remaining stuff, no. Agree to the remaining stuff as well. Khali cringe part pe kyun haan bola, bhai? Means Levi saw your video. Yeah, he might have seen it, of course. That's why he commented, yeah? Pin of love. I would like to believe I sent it to Levi via Twitter. Really? Maybe it's possible. Actually, I think Levi has seen one video before. At least I think so. That Chesscom one, yeah? And I could not make this one that funny because I had a choice, yeah? So I could make the video 10 minutes long and leave out some stuff and make it like funny, super funny and entertaining. Or I could put the entire info and then make it long, but then I could not do it. It will take me 2 weeks, 3 weeks to make that video 25 minutes or 22 minutes long. So I actually had to kind of compromise on the quality a little bit, but yeah. I thought सारी information डालना जरूरी है. Print and save, pin off. नहीं भाई, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I love Levi, man. He's awesome. By the way, come on, Vishy. Let's go, man. H4, G5. We need this stuff. For now, who do you think could be the overrated players in the top 10? Overrated. Depends. There might be somebody, but it's like overrated is relative. Like somebody might be 2780 and then his rating level is like 2760. So how can we roast that guy with a clear conscience? I mean, as somebody who's barely 2200, I apologize. I can't do that. He mentioned his video, Sahil is funny but bad at chess. Hey, apne quotes mat add karo re. When he say bad at chess. Grease overrated. Ban this guy right now. Who is antimatter wins. Isko to even the universe banned him. Antimatter ko to universe ne ban rakha hai. Isko ban karo re. Anish Giri is the favorite person in the world bhai. Bhai ban karo isko bhai. Jaldi ban karo. Jaldi abhi kya bhi ban bhai. At least time out to karo bhai jaldi se. Modi ji for next GM. He is number one, bhai. He is number one for sure. After watching Form of Bollywood, I don't want biopic of Vishy anytime soon. Depends. I think it would give chess some popularity, which is very much required. So I hope that happens. However, I think I would love to see some good actor do it. Yeah, if the biopic gets spoiled, then people are more influenced by movies than, let's say, random stuff. Yeah, like it might discount everything which is ever done. So movies are really influential. Yeah. Please pin that video which Levi has commented. I just shared the link. No. Pin the video. I'll pin it. Bhai, ruko yaar. I'll pin it. This is the video. Bhai, go enjoy. अरे भाई Instagram link कहाँ से आ गया भाई? Who better than Amir? No, Amir is a great actor. For sure, he's a great actor. Tollywood ने बनाना चाहिए chess पे movie. For sure. By the way, brief look at Arjun. Oh, he took on d4. Rook takes e6. Rook takes. After this intermixing of racial rook orgy, we have rook f6 now. So I guess knight d8, knight c6. Controversial. I said something controversial. I'm really happy. my mic got disconnected. I'm so happy for the first time. I said something controversial. Bhai bach gaye. Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell, buddy. Oof, saved. Almost cancelled. Almost cancelled. We heard it. What did I say? अच्छा बोला था सुन लिया क्या? Crap. Anyways, so knight d8, knight c6 now, yeah, probably I guess. I assume because that saves the knight. But okay, knight d8, what happens after bishop d4? That's the question, right? Is this a draw? This should be a draw. But only white retains chances, I think. Only white retains chances somehow. Controversial सुनाई दे गया भाई कान बंद कर लो भाई, तुम्हें नहीं सुना दिया, मैं क्लिप कर दूंगा बाद में. I'll remove it from the stream later on. Going to the game of Vishy Anand, by the way. What's happening? Oh, c5 played. Okay, change it. Go. This completely changes the position now because black has fixed a pawn. Not fixed exactly, but put a pawn on the square, on a dark square which can be attacked by the bishop. That's very interesting. So now bishop e3 played. And now the question is, will he play rook d3? Chat, question for you. Rook d3. Two choices. Bishop c5 or rook c1. Which one would you play? Come on, chat. Important move. Very important move. This is really important. Without this, you will basically either draw or win game or something like this. Rook c1 कह रहे हैं लोग. Exactly. You don't trade these. This gives black excellent drawish chances. You wouldn't go here. I think if you've been following the channel for a while, bishop c5 would be a mistake because you trade pawns. Anish is the only person who hasn't yet resorted me to cyber police for spamming his WhatsApp. True legend. Nice. What if we should say king e4? So king e4 you can play, but the problem is the rook is defended, buddy. That's the issue. So I will just take the bishop actually. Ironically enough, even this might be a draw, but we are not playing for a draw here. We are not in the charity business. Gukesh lost, yaar. Not a good day. Gukesh lost, unfortunately. You should do a collab with Amruta. Both live stream have similar views. Yeah, the thing is, we kind of have similar content, right? It's like, imagine karo, you have Baskin Robbins and then you have Jalera ice cream. I don't know, random name. And then they both, their CEOs are friends also. They have good friendships, but they have different businesses and they have similar visiting hours. So they can't actually close shop, right? Because they have to sell ice cream at the same time. So that's the main issue, if you get what I mean. Come on, Vishy. By the way, Vishy has double the time, buddy. I think. Okay, let's do one thing. Chat. Let's do one thing. Percentage, batao. What is the percentage on you that Vishy wins? Percentage out of 100. What is the percentage Vishy wins this game? Jalela ice cream. I don't know why I said that name. Jalela means burn, so that makes no sense anyways. Aapka rating kya hai? My rating is 2800 minus 600. अमृता थोड़ा unnecessary ज़्यादा बोलती है. अरे ऐसा कुछ नहीं है यार, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. 100%, 60%, 85%. Please don't say 69. The guy who says 69 gets banned. Who is that guy? कोई है क्या? Okay, अभिषेक मूरा बहुत बुरा भाई, बहुत बुरा हुआ आपके साथ यार. Levon in AG overrated for top 10. What are you talking about? First of all, AG gets a quota because he's so funny. Even if he goes to 2600, he still is in the world top 10. That's the first thing. So let's leave AG out of this. Second, Levon. Buddy, have you seen Levon? Like, when Levon is in... Gary Kasparov once said, when Levon is in form, the entire world is a good place. And I agree with Kasparov there. Absolutely agree. If somebody like, ban me, please. 68.9999%. Nice. Sandeep bhai, I think Amruta doesn't do this every day. She's a great commentator. I've met her personally. Amruta doesn't do it every day. It's very difficult to do it once in a while. Sagar bhai does it every day, and whenever he's tired, sometimes Amruta joins in, and that's why I think it might be the case. She's a great commentator for sure. 138 divided by 2. 138 divided by 2. 29. By the way, Rook C1 played now. Good move. But the problem is, now this is... How this changes. Now this pawn is hanging. Okay? So I have plan of playing h4 and just picking up this pawn. And once you play c4, that's enough counterplay. That's the end of counterplay for you. You know, it's like, sometimes when you're a kid, your mom is like, one biscuit, that's it, done. Done. No more. So once you play c4, your counterplay is basically done. My bishop sits on d4 forever, and then I will play h4, g5, rook e1, rook e7, and then you shake your head and offer your hand and go home, yeah? इतना गलत तो कैसे हो सकता? Sometimes you have special powers, Arka bhai. I last WhatsApp AG during Olympiad asking, you know what? I don't have Anish's number. That's I feel a bit jealous. And although I think I understand why Anish does not give me his number, no, because I kind of drew against him and embarrassed him in front of hundreds of people. So I can understand. Love you, Anish. Just kidding. That's the secret between us, by the way. Oh, by the way, what? Bishop to b3. Black is so hungry. Black is like, कुछ भी करने को तैयार हूं मैं. I'm ready to do anything for a rook exchange. Okay, that's interesting. But what happens on bishop c5? Is this pawn trade in... I think he shouldn't trade those pawns, though I would still play h4. Like, I would play h4, and if Raud... What's the valuation of this position? That's the important question, right? Is this a draw or a win? We have to... Because this is very important. If this is a win, I think... he should go for this. Let's have a look. So the engine says it's kind of drawish, like with perfect play, but let's have a look. So my plan is g5, of course. So let's say you play bishop b3 now to control the c pawn. That looks very logical, right? I play... Well, I have to play king e5, right? What else? Now you play bishop d1. I play g5. You take. Bishop here again. This should be winning. I can simply play the move bishop d4 now. Let's say bishop c4. Wait a second. And now I play... No, wait. Wait, but why bishop d4? I would love to keep the king on d4, right? So bishop d6 is better, I think. Let's say bishop a2. And now... wait. How do we win this? Because king d4, there is bishop b1. And now I have to go back. So that doesn't work. Who drew? Nobody drew, buddy. Don't scare anybody. Go. Wait. I would... Okay, let's try. Bishop king f4, bishop b3, bishop e5, bishop a2, g6, bishop b3. Is f6 winning? Like, this should be winning, right? Okay, the bar just went down. Yeah, keeping it like this, like for example, king e5. Let's say bishop b1. Now g7, king f7, and c4. Yeah, this is winning. This is winning. This is winning. So maybe my technique was not the best, but I think something like, pushing the pawns all the way to g6, and at the correct moment when the bishop attacks, pushing it to g7, and then pushing the c pawn should be winning. Yeah, that should be winning by force. So I think this h4 move is also winning by force. You could also try others, I guess. King e4 also works. That gains a tempo, I guess. And then Chad, it takes time, buddy. It takes time because you have to calculate, right? Because dekhna padta hai. Table based can only calculate for 7 pieces. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. Shake your hand, offer your hand and go. दोनों तरफ से कैसे गंदा खेल सकते हो? अरे सही तो खेल रहा हूं रे. Hands level eval. No, it's okay. By the way, what's happening in Arjun's game? Yeah, brief look there. Oh, okay, I got scared. Yeah, Arjun lost. Okay, so he played knight d8 and now king. No, this is the position, right? Rook f6 played, and now king to g8. Okay, so bishop d4 is the obvious move. So I would say knight is the best defender of the king. So I think Arjun will draw this. However, I think only white can win this. Arjun can't win this anymore. So the bishop controls everything. He controls everything. Gukesh lost. Yes, not a good day for Gukesh today. He got crushed. Vishy getting revenge for Norway chess. Yeah, I remember that moment. Yeah, you know what Rajao did? Like, I hate that moment. Not why because Vishy resigned or Mitra won. Because Rajao was sitting there like this. I'm not kidding. I have a video on the channel explaining why Vishy resigned. So when Vishy made that blunder, Rajabov calmly came and stood behind Vishy, and Vishy felt a lot of pressure that he made an obvious blunder and resigned. This was Rajabov, by the way. This was Rajabov, by the way. Like, he was sitting literally next to Vishy. So I am like, that was something Vishy should not have lost. Yeah, maybe he would not have lost that. So we need the revenge. We're going to the game of Vishy now. Did something happen? Not yet. Vishy is taking his time. I don't think Vishy did it on purpose, by the way, but it happened. It was just unfortunate. Except the fact that I almost beat Shri. I'll accept you, Drew AG. Dreams. He plays h4. Let's go. Vishy is winning, buddy. Tonight, it's going to be good night. I'll sleep well tonight, bye. He didn't see at first sight. Yeah. True. I think it's like, the funniest thing was, Mamedyarov coming back. You resign? Why? Why you resign? Why he resigned, by the way? You know why he resigned? He had no clue why Vishy resigned. Vishy had to show him the move. Bhai, Queen F3 mar raha hai re. Usne the move hi nahi kala. He was asking everybody literally, how is it resigning? Anyways. Vishy speaks for itself. By the way, something happened, I think. Ruko, something happened. Okay, he played b5. Yeah, so you put it on light square, so the pawn is safe. The only question is what happens when the king starts pushing the pawns. Yeah, that's the only question. So is that better for white or not? The knight control is h8 and h6. That's very important. So there's no tuck, and also no tuck. So that's tuck. Oh, anyways, I saw the Hans interview. Yes, that was crazy. Honestly speaking, if Hans is not a cheater, I would love to have him in the candidates in the World Championship. It is so much fun because he will roast Carlsen. Have you seen anybody roasting Carlsen? If you look at Kramnik, Vishy, you look at any chess player who is the top, Carlsen is a genius. I mean, even Kasparov, the guy who would, literally make their opponents piss their pants, is Carlsen is the greatest, a mixture of Fischer and Karpov. But Hans be like, yeah, he must be an idiot for losing to me. I mean, Hans is crazy. Why Hans is a cheater already? He should be nowhere near top events. The thing is, it depends. Did he cheat after August 2020? That's the most important element. I think everybody did a second chance. Everybody. It's not like he cheated on his wife, right? It's like it's a few online games. I know it's important in online games, but I think he deserves a second chance as long as he did not cheat after getting caught the first time. If he cheated again, bye. Karwana roasted him before the eating candidates. Yeah, but that was the mind games, right? Before the candidates. But I think that's very rare. भाई थक नहीं जाते. By the way, great scene. Thank you, Rahul भाई. थकना भाई हम सलमान खान की तरह भाई रिवाइटल नहीं खाते. हमारी बस नेचुरल एनर्जी है भाई. 100 is few. It's not few, but the thing is, it was all in the span of like 4-5 months technically. So it's like, it's really bad, agreed, but it's not enough to, let's say, end his career in OTB chess. I don't think he will get any invitations to CCT now, any invitations to CGC now, or any top level events. But does he have to play OTB chess? Maybe yes, for now. उसने सारे इमोजीज यूज कर दिए. Just watch the video, Levy's course. Good stuff. Thank you, Mamedyarov. I could have made the video much better actually. But that's the thing. I had so much stuff to cover that I could not make it that entertaining. Like my other videos are much more entertaining. They're much more engaging. But it was still a good video. Like I like the video. Day Hans becomes world champ would be day I stop caring about chess. What are you talking about? That's the day Elon Musk starts caring about chess. That's the day everybody cares about chess. I think if Hans becomes world champion, I think chess will become more popular than anybody anytime before. Levy ke Twitch pe aao yaar. You don't. I think I just want to do my thing, man. I just want to create good videos, and if audiences love it, then awesome. It will happen automatically. आज का Hans का game दिखाओ. Hans का game भाई आज का अभी हुआ नहीं है. It happened yesterday. It will happen tonight at 12 AM and roughly I think with the delay. I think there should be a montage of all his checkings, yeah, every single day. If any clip channels are watching, usually I hate you, but tonight I need you. Combine all the checkings we have on Hans. That will be a fun video to look at. That day Elon will shift to Moon or Mars. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Let's see. I don't want a world champ analyzing his game saying chess speaks for itself. I don't know how to analyze stuff. Which is a good opening after d4 white? It totally depends on your style, JR. It's there's no one good opening. Every opening you see is decent enough. You could play anything you want. Depends on your style. Do you prefer attacking play? Do you like calm, solid play? So it depends on you. Banana scan OP. By sipper pite I look like I don't know, like Penny from Big Bang Theory. Anyways, maybe not that hot though. ठीक है सब लोग है क्या? अरे nice यार. Which is your favorite ice cream flavor? Vanilla. I mentioned this. How many affiliate events have you played? Dude, so many. Including one where dude, I lost like 50 points in the last event I played OTB in Serbia. That was so disappointing. Imagine sitting in a tournament or sitting in your apartment and you're getting texts from the organizer of the event. If you don't come right now and play the game, I will send the police to your address, which he has, and you will never be able to leave Serbia for the rest of your life. And we are in a small town with a very small population, and I have seen corruption in India. It is totally possible. The way you are clearing through to a World Cup is most in the throat. I don't know, there is something of my like if I stream for like more than 2 hours, starts causing a problem. Like I stream every single day, so it's something. What the? It's over, chat. Bye bye. Good night. This is the stream, chat. It is over. Now we have Rook A7, Bishop D4, and there is absolutely no defense because Rook D7 is the only move I can see. But now I think Rook A8 check followed up by G5, G6 is resigns. It's over, chat. It's over. It's over. अरे भाई सेटअप दे रहा था कोर्स के प्रमोशन के लिए. नहीं रे, कोर्स प्रमोशन कर लिया रे, कोई चक्कर नहीं है. आज क्या क्या हुआ टिको भाई आज क्या क्या हुआ है आज. Carlsen destroyed Hari, speaking lightly. Vidit destroyed Tari. Gukesh lost to Fedorchuk and Nihal drew against Idani Poya. So we have 2 more games and this is going on and Vishy's game is still completely winning now. Last stream पे stream बंद कर देना, जीत जाएंगे. Yeah, if Vishy wins and Arjun has an equal position, I will end the stream because we have seen in every single stream when we have one game remaining in a drawn position, the Indian player wins when I end the stream. So what's happening here? Yeah, it's equal. It's equal. Arjun by hold. I'm coming. Ruko bhai, wait. Let Vishy finish his game and then we can end the stream. Why are we not talking about which team is winning? Because that's irrelevant for us. It's European Club Championship. So if Novi Bora or Tori Tora wins, it's not a big deal for us. For us, the most important deal is how our Indian players doing and who is in form, how they're doing. Because chat, remember the last 3 months of the year are basically jam-packed with tournaments. For example, on 12th, we have Nihal play against Ding Liren. So that is a crazy match. Then you have the Meltwater match from 14th. Then you have the Asian Continental for the spots in the World Cup where Gukesh, Prague and all these guys are playing. Then you have, I think November May you have many other tournaments as well. You also have Tata Steel coming up. Then December May you have the World Rapid and Blitz. There's so many turns coming up and it's going to be very interesting. CSL in December, yeah, if that happens, then that's one more tournament. So as I mentioned, so Indian players, how they play, like we might have an Olympia team, like let's say, like 3 years from now, like the next Olympia, where we have 4 players above 2750. It's totally possible. Like we might be stronger than the US team. It is possible to imagine. World Cup is individual. It's individual. What's the idea of Rook C4? Sorry, I don't know if my Rook has those superpowers to not only move diagonally and then take my own pawn just to give a lame check. CSL confirmed, I'm not aware of this. Apparently, Samay or Sagar Bhai discussed this once. If it happens, that would be awesome. CSL is a great event. Rook C3 is impossible. If you play Rook C3, I will play this check. King comes to, let's say, at 7. And now I have G5. And you're literally threatening G6 mate. If this happens on the board, I will literally take my shirt off and dance like Ganguly, yeah? Saurav Ganguly danced on the cricket field. So, this is not happening, I think. Black is not that stupid. Black is Mamedyarov, yeah? He's a legend. I forgot who Black was. For us, the most important thing is how hands checking will be done next time. I think hands will be checked for the next year or so. There's no doubt, right? Because there's no way people don't check him. Even if there's no more evidence that comes out. If you did 100 games, you have to be very cautious now. From India, who will be playing in the Meltwater tournament? Meltwater, they will reveal the lineup at the end. I think Prague will be there. We'll also have the MP and chess tours to the winner, right? Who won? Like Aditya Mittal won, right? So he'll also be playing it most likely, and others. I'm not sure what Melt. I did comment it on it, but I'm not sure exactly about that one. So we'll have to see. Yeah, pata laga Aditya stream dekh raha. He's like, I am playing really. I have no clue about this. Vishy won. Oh, Vishy won. He won. Black resigned. Vishy gets his revenge. Yes. Vishy OP in the chat. Let's go, chat. Vishy OP in the chat. Totally deserved. The legend at the age of 52. Dude, how is he doing this? Like, I mean, Vishy does it again. Just unbelievable, buddy. Insane. Vishy's insane, man. Just don't know how he does it, man. Yes, Vishy open the chat. And chat, let me give you a roundup quickly. So first of all, Gukesh has lost. Not the best day for Gukesh. Carlsen also won against Harikrishna. That was a great game by Carlsen. Totally deserving there. Then Nihal drew. Vidit played a marvelous game. And Vishy as well. Crushing Mamedyarov. And Vishy, I think, goes to 2756 or 2757 with this. He gains the rating points back basically. 2756 I assume. He goes back to his original rating, yeah? So, great game by Vishy there. Vishy rating 2756. And next we have Arjun, who's playing. What's the session? Chat, Arjun is equal. And it slowly might be shifting. That I feel somehow that White cannot win this anymore. So, let's do one thing. End the stream quickly. end the stream quickly so that Arjun can win. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Who is playing World Cup? World Cup, I think top player of the world. The lineup is not decided yet. We'll have the Asian continent for that. बंद करो जल्दी से. अरे बोलते ही अच्छी मूव खेल, बैक गंदी मूव खेल दी ब्लैक ने यार. Just as I said it, black played a black move. Yeah, now G4 is better for white again. I shall just start playing chess. Want to start my chess journey? Where to start toward the board chess? Rahul bhai, I would say go to aicf.in. You will find all important tournaments there. aicf.in. I would suggest hiring a coach to teach you, or maybe going through some courses, beginner courses, because you need some information. Otherwise, it will take you a lot of time to exactly know what to learn. And then, yeah, there are 4 elements to chess: openings, middle games, end games, and tactics. You need a little bit of everything. So, take a chat. I will. No. I think I should end the stream now, chat. I think I should end the stream because this is this has gone our way every single time. So I will end the stream now. Thank you for joining in, and do check out the pinned link. Apparently, Levi has commented on it. I will check it out as well. So see you tomorrow, chat, with round 5. Tomorrow we might have Vishy versus Carlsen. That will be crazy. When I asked you, did Levi message? You said, why will you message me? I did not know about it. Yeah, Levi commented. I saw it. I'll check it out, Pranali, now. Superstitions OP, exactly. Every chess player is superstitious. I think that's pretty evident. So bye, chat. Let's hope Arjun also wins. I am not looking at the Arjun game. I have no clue. I'm just looking at Vishy 1. So bye, chat. See you soon. Take care. Keep smiling. Do like and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, chat.